Ton, jadi fokus sama Abi aja mending.
Tuh, ntar aja cok. DM gimana? DM anjing.
Taruh ke Discord kapan nih Mas? Coba tanya Montana tuh. Programnya Montana itu.
Apa?
Itu karaokean Discord.
Kau ikut talent maksudnya? Atau apa?
Iya, yang mana, guys?
Mana?
Karaoke talent atau apa?
Duh, Subaton.
Arrival Dingos Yudo. Evos last match 30 poin, gas biar nggak meong, guys ya.
Oke.
Berarti banyak yang invited, enggak lah. Per negara 1.
Cok.
Saya aja 4. Amerika berapa tuh?
Opening, Cok. Fokus share screen lah sambil nunggu nggak?
We have some paper pals in the venue today. Let's go. How nice is that stage though?
It is unreal,
Wow.
honestly. They do such a good job every single time. I was getting chills, man, when it was leading in.
Ya udah lewat, anjir. Nonton ulang kali ya.
A little bit, but even still, like seeing it all come together now as well, it just makes it all the more real that we're watching the finale of this tournament, really, the final 4 teams.
I can't even believe it. I mean, the way the shock waves with the bass and everything hit, I had
Itu
huge
Pablo apaan?
goosebumps
Pablo
everywhere. So I'm
Laputa.
gonna need to just chill out a little bit
3
as we
juta
settle
15
into this
menit kan.
match, because I tell you what, there was a
Apaan?
lot of screaming when a certain team.
Donate-nya tadi.
Anjay.
That's why I'm here. I'm
Mana
really
nih, Cok?
excited.
629.
Aduh, 2 juta sejam.
Jangan dihitung pakai
Kalian jangan gila ya guys ya. 7 hari aja maksimal.
Paham gitu.
Apa 3 hari maksimal. Ngetes ombak. Mulai cok. Udah mulai.
Ya aku sambil ngemut ya.
Ngemut apaan tuh Mon?
Ngemut.
Lu ngemut apaan?
Ngemut. Salah lagi. Ngemut lagi gue ngomong ya.
Apaan? Montana nakal nih.
Natskal. Tuh keren banget Bi, stage-nya Bi. Apa? Jangan. Nanti ternyata terbuka kalau sebatan aja. Bahaya coy. Asik.
Jangan.
We have some paper pals in the venue today. Let's go. How nice is that stage though?
It is unreal,
Wow.
honestly. They do
Besok
such
ada
a good
match
job
lagi
every
ada
single time.
dong. Besok last day ya?
And then not to pick it. Remember, Benkai even said Fnatic are the only
Masih Bi,
brave
kebanyakan.
enough in this tournament to leave Bind open.
Oh, Abi kebanyakan mengelamun tapi ini.
Wouldn't make, yeah, we go. It would make sense for them to go there. They
You
have
know what? If you want to be the best team in the world, you have to beat some of the best teams on their best maps. I truly believe that no matter the maps, no matter the pool, you have to be the one that comes out the better team on the day. And that is a statement from Optic coming into this map, Vito.
It truly is. I mean, I think right now as well, from what I've seen of PaperX, they are currently the best buying team in the world.
Yes.
But I had it in contention with them and Fnatic, and from what I've seen recently of Fnatic, I think I have to hand it to PaperX. They just play such a variety of styles, even with that one composition they play. It's not a one-trick pony like it is when, for example, FPX played a Eurocomp on Breeze. It's not one-dimensional in that capacity. They have so much that they throw at it, and now a second round of bans come through. Ascent being taken out by Optic is quite interesting.
We're going to Fracture, surely.
We have
We're
to
going
be.
to Fracture.
You got to think about a map that's a nice middle ground for both of these teams. If I had to put money on it, Fracture would be it. I like what I see from both of them, and in fact, some of the impressiveness I've seen from Optic on the map as well, especially when we're talking about Neon and the likes. That's something I want to see come back should we get to the third map. If Fracture happens to be it, and Breeze coming out of the pool, that solidifies it.
Yeah, it's going to be our third final map.
Guys, mau nanya ini mainnya 1 week aja atau berapa? 3 week kan?
Given a bit of an option of what they wanted to play and what they
Mainnya
leaned
3
towards.
week ini.
And Fracture has been a
Tanya ke siapa, Bi? Viewer.
Kalian.
Nang, ya Allah lu nge-mute Nang.
Recently, I mean, I'm going off the recency bias all the way because
gue mute ya.
go off of. And it has been a bit shaky. So how are they going to be adjusting? And
3 minggu.
Lagi bikin
with PaperX, it's going to be interesting if it gets that
Anang,
point in
cowok.
this match.
I mean, we talk talk about
Makan
picking
ceker, Bi.
points in the past,
Gua
when the
udah
team go up
ngomong,
against
makan
Paper Rex,
ceker ya
they're
kan?
like,
Yoi, ini
"We
gua lagi
need to
makan.
find
Boneng,
Factor. You
boneng
cannot
full
let them
senyum,
have
Cok.
both."
Asli Boneng
Optic,
yang tadinya
yes, they
diragukan
are gonna let them have
season
both.
kemarin kan
I have
kayak
said this only once in
nggak
this
jelas ya,
tournament thus
tapi
far,
sekarang
but you take a
bagus
risk
banget.
of this level and you win that
preskon
matchup,
kemarin
you
kan
have
gua
deserved
kan
to
yang
win through and
datang
through.
juga
So
kan.
Optic
Pede
have
banget
come
dia,
out the
Cok.
victors of
Iya
this
kah?
particular
Maksudnya-
matchup.
maksudnya
They have
kayak-
done everything
Oh,
and
season
more
kemarin bener, sorry
to
Nang,
get to
lanjut
the
Nang.
finals, and I think that is a
Pertanyaannya
statement
kan
in of itself.
ini dia ngebawa darah segar
Yeah,
gitu
I mean,
loh.
I think honestly that they honestly
People of
the
nowhere
thing is
gitu lah.
Optic is so
Kayak
good when it
bukan
comes to
nama gede,
rematches against
tapi
opponents
kayak
Yeah.
that
satunya
it
dari
might just want to
akademinya
go for the
lah,
low
dari
bracket
pendidikan,
anyway.
dari
They have a
tingginya.
ridiculous
Tapi
record
dia
when it
pede.
comes to
Sebenarnya
rematching
kita tuh
teams.
bukan
Maaf, guys,
I mean,
maaf,
it's
maaf.
fantastic
Kenapa
for
bias
winning
lu?
to level up. But this
Masalah
match
kita
right
tuh bukan
here
taktik.
is going to be two teams that have done
Tahap
huge amounts of
chemistry
prep
sama
work for each other.
mentality.
They're going to be ready for
Anjay.
each other.
Maaf,
I hope as well.
maaf.
because with the match
Mungkin
that
nggak
we're seeing,
ngeklik yang
Maaf
if
nih.
it's going
Apa
to
lu
be
mau
Optic
ngomong
thinking
apa
that they
tadi,
can counteract that second
Nggak,
half by buying
kayaknya
more comps
faktor
like
job
today,
ranking
we're gonna have a
baru selesai
really intriguing
adaptasi deh
They're
kayaknya.
a defending champion
Karena
for
mereka
Paper
tuh
Rex.
pede
We're
banget
gonna
tuh
take
dengan
a
job
quick
ranking itu.
break here, but when we return, we're gonna be
Nah,
bringing out
ini
Paper
membuat
Rex
buat
and
viewer
Optic to
gue
the stage.
Firman
Stick with us.
sama siapa? Tadi ya. Si Joe itu kan kemarin kemelutnya sekolahnya offline lagi, Mon.
Siapa? Oh iya kah,
Joe.
offline lagi kah?
Nah, tapi kayaknya dia pindah ke sini deh, mungkin gitu. Jadi bisa dibilang kayak kemarin hampir nggak main lah mungkin gitu.
Terus kemarin juga baru season pertama Jar-Jar kan?
Wajar. Apalagi season ini dia IGL loh. Mentalnya
Ya.
udah jadi sih harusnya. Bener, masih week 1. Nggak boleh terlalu euforia sih.
Stage-nya
Juara
kalian
mana?
bok mana?
Semarang guys, tetangganya Koboy guys.
BTR iya, BTR udah nge-main.
Grup A
Kan,
namanya,
guys.
GPX, BTR, satu lagi. RRQ.
Musiknya Valorant ini asik coy. Setuju gak kalian? Tapi copyright. Ya Allah kena dah. Halo, tadi subscriber baru, salam kenal. By the way, Mareta, halo. Ada Mareta ya?
Tapi
By
dia
the way,
diam-diam nambah poin, Cuk, anjing.
semuanya yang baru datang, terima kasih sudah mampir ke live aku. Walaupun
Enggak.
kita
Itu
pindah-pindah.
sistemnya
Tadi
round
mampir
robin.
ke
Round robin itu apa?
IDN juga terima
Ketemu
kasih.
Berarti Rabu sampai Minggu. Iya, iya kan Mas Anang?
Bedanya cuma hari
sampai
Minggu ada 6 match, ada live kan match terakhir.
Oh,
Wah,
ada
Batman
live ya?
akhirnya main.
Suara game kecil. Gue bukan suara game kecil, lebih enak dengar suara junior.
Aduh, ketawa gue buat banget.
Iya lagi.
Keselak
Bukan
gue aja.
masalah suara kecil guys.
Gue tadi juga disuruh gitu lagi nih, kecilin aja suaranya nggak apa-apa kata dia.
Gue keselak.
Iya lagi, relate lagi juga sama gue anjay.
Welcome
bongnya
back,
akhirnya main.
everybody. This is the moment you have all been waiting for. It's time to
Jadi
bring
Senin sama
out
Selasa
Paper Rex
rehat
and
iya,
Optic and give them a
Halo,
warm
Amal.
welcome to the
Weekend itu
Copenhagen
waktunya
stage.
kerja guys. Jadi kalau kalian punya pacar,
Ini entry nih, Bi, masuknya nih, player.
Apa?
Masuk player nih.
Bonge.
Nggak,
Siapa
dia
masuk
ngomongin
player?
dengan-
Paper Rex lah sama
dengan
Optik nih.
kalian.
Oh udah main.
Ini nih,
Keren.
gue share screen. Oh anjay.
Oh
Oh,
iya.
Jing main, Cok. Belum.
Oh balik lagi.
Itu per second itu. Yang dipanggil Jing.
Forsaken.
Tuh kan?
Ya teman-teman, lu udah live kan? Bang?
Finesse.
Iya tuh.
Udah. Udah ada ini tahu apa?
Divine.
Penonton.
Tuh yang menonton VCT Copenhagen. Nah, tadi nanya kan live apa enggak? Nonton.
Yay.
Wah, iya ini Pak.
Mind freak. Marv. Then Kai. Check.
Nah, seru nggak ada BTR ya gimana guys? Nggak cuma soal BTR lah. Ini
Halo, Bang Wen, halo.
mengambil ilmu-ilmu.
Ben kayak ada aja ya kelakuannya.
Wah kenok ah.
Kenok itu.
Enggak, udah jauh
Aduh,
banget
di luar.
pelurunya render.
Evan naik nih mas, coba kita lihat guys ya. Miramar ini.
Well, this is the defending champions versus the challengers. Both of them, they proved themselves already here in Copenhagen. But the question is, can
guys.
they do this
Di
in
press
front of
dong.
that crowd?
Gedenya.
The crowd is such a factor that we haven't been taking into account as much now. I think they're on the side of Benkai now. This guy is just... I've been waiting for this moment for quite some time. He's always been coming out with the funny walkouts.
The big thing as well is that these players just set history. They're the first players to ever
Banget
walk out
ya.
in front of a crowd in Valorant Esports Masters history, and that is
Lagi-lagi
something they
loh,
can walk away with.
Derby
Regardless
Miramar,
of the outcome of
GDAE.
this match. I'm excited for them, but there's two completely different stories to tell here. As you said, Yinsu, it's the defending champions. It's one who want to take that throne, and I'm excited to see who comes out on top.
I will say that a lot of people were confused as to why Benkai wore a T-Rex onesie last time. I just want to clarify.
Yang belum kenal,
Paper
salam kenal.
Rex.
Aku ambil makan
They
ceker ya.
got T-Rex
Get
fossils.
it?
They got
Yeah,
fossils
there
on
we
the
go.
jersey.
Nearly
Like
as
the
old.
pattern of it.
Yeah, nearly as old as Golden Boy, I think. What's up there?
Here to defend
He's just
himself.
catching straight.
Yeah.
But just
Gila.
you said
Pinter banget ngeloknya, sumpah.
posed a great
Clearing
question
pick.
here. PaperX, they are the challengers. Optic, they've done this before. All of these players have played in front of a crowd before. They have experience. You know, FNS, he's not going to be phased by any of that noise.
Terus
like
ini
PaperX.
ala-ala
So
PL gitu,
the
Cok.
question is, can PaperX really kind of compete up to all of that experience?
I think Benkai made a statement once that, you know, they operate under a lot of momentum, and when things start to pull away from them, they panic a little bit, and they love having fun. So I hope they continue that fun having, because that's what's really given the momentum to them on a lot of the rounds. That'll be the key thing here. If Optic takes an early start, that's where we will see the phenomenal and the mental strategicness that comes out of Paper X.
Pada ini nggak sih ekspektasi tinggi ke PaperX nggak sih guys?
The team has really ever made
Ya,
it.
susah.
In this upper bracket, they've made it so far now, and it's not an elimination game. It's important to remind people of that. It's the upper finals. So much on the line, don't get me wrong. If you make it all the way, you win this one, you go into the finals, which is a big deal. You get extra bans. I mean, in terms of the booms that you're blessed with when you head into that, it is an enormous factor to consider. But these guys, I think they can perform without that pressure on their shoulders.
ke Optic
They've
ya,
been
oke, kita
so
lihat.
far in this tournament while still playing a stellar game and a leveled up game as well over the course of it.
But also, Jing
Kalau
is not
jersey,
here. Jing is
banyak
not
pendapat
here to do
orang,
the crowd walk. He's gonna
katanya
play
jersey
himself
paling
himself.
bagus di
And
antara
at this
semua
point,
tim
Brad, he's
Valorant
a
tuh
star
PaperX
player.
guys.
Do you think that's going to affect the team at all?
There's a possibility, but honestly, I thought it might have affected them prior to.
Karena
A lot of these
sefun
guys
itu
were
mereka
playing
main
for
lawan-lawan
Empire.
tim-tim
It
besar.
seemed to
Itulah
not
makanya
affect
kenapa
them
orang
there. They were still
ekspektasinya
playing
tinggi ke
with
PaperX.
them on the stage. So
Menarik
I think
makanya.
moving forwards, these guys, they're ready for this. They're ready for this challenge that's approaching them right now, which is
Yeah.
Optic Gaming, the defending champion.
We're into the Prime Gaming agent select here, and it looks like PaperX have opted to run the Astra
Tapi
Race
kalau
Fake
game
Hall,
PC itu
which
mental
they've
game
done
PC
before,
sekali
and
game
they've
PC tetap
gone
game
with
PC.
the Jet Rainer.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is
Dah
something
tuh.
that Brenner's already
Oh,
pointed
man.
out, and I rightfully agree with you. If you go
Green
up
wall,
against
let's go,
Neon,
green wall.
that is the tip of the
Let's
spear.
go,
How do you
PaperX,
block the
EA
tip of the
Nation.
spear?
EA
You
itu
gotta
yang
slow
serem
that
sih
baby
kalau
down.
menurut gua.
Absolutely, this comp is very good at slowing
Yeah,
down the
man,
penalty.
mapnya udah pilih ya?
Competition that Optic like to play. It's
Astaga,
one of the other
kita nggak
comps
lihat
that
lagi.
PaperX said, like you guys mentioning, like they sometimes pull out the Rainer and the Jet, but they usually do that against teams that are trying to match them with jet-based compositions. This time, it's all about trying to slow down this composition that Optic have ran time and time again.
I also want to keep everyone to keep an eye on the controllers because we have Marved versus
Nah, ini yang serem.
Mindfreak
Oh,
here.
Two
The two
Ms.
big M's of the tournament.
Wah,
I
telat baru
love
Melayu.
M&Ms personally. I know you guys see me, I'm pumping the
Gambarnya
M&Ms, but
iya.
that's an M&M
Iya,
I
ini
can
serem
definitely
banget
sink
guys,
my
mau
teeth
dari
into.
dulu
Wah.
juga.
Mindfreak. I said Marved is one of the best
Malam
players in the
banget,
world, but
anjir.
Mindfreak, when it comes to controller players, she's on the podium.
Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with that. These guys are so talented on either side. It's going to be interesting to see how Optic are going to be performing as well when they
Malam
are being,
banget,
not
pas
gonna say
banget
direct
di Miramar.
counterpunch, because I'm also I've got
Jangan
questions
tuh
about how
nggak sih,
PaperX are going to be
Ngantuk,
performing with
Cok.
this composition.
Parah. Iya
They
nggak sih,
don't
guys?
run as often on Haven. I
Exactly.
mean,
Ini
I'm not
playernya
saying they're going to be
juga
underprepared,
udah
but in terms of
Iya, last dia tuh. Tapi Bi, pertanyaan gua Bi, satu Bi.
a lot more than
Lu kan termasuk sering kan, maksudnya udah
Iya.
pengalaman main. Di match-match terakhir seperti ini, sebagai playernya sendiri lu ngerasain gak letihnya atau ngantuknya?
Kalau underperform sih lumayan ya, kayak capek pasti lah.
Double ya rasanya.
Apalagi kalau kayak tadi ada technical issue kan.
Wah
Duh,
iya.
itu bete banget, Cok.
Technical issue maksudnya Abi itu kayak nggak smooth acaranya, kayak sesuai rundown
Ya.
gitu.
Iya, karena jujur aja kita yang nonton, gua kan bagian restream nih, terus-terusan. Kadang kalau 5 match, 6 match tuh capek juga loh, di match 5-6 tuh mulai ngerasa ngantuk juga kita.
Lumayan, Cok. Sekarang gini aja deh, apa gampangnya Mon?
more than no
Ya.
percent.
Lu restream. ada kayak diundur-undur gitu kan technical issue. Bosen juga kan, capek juga kan.
Benar.
Ya itu kurang lebih player juga kayak gitu.
Makanya Burdannya lebih
Fokusnya
double
pasti
kali ya.
hilang sih.
Capeknya double kali ya.
Iya.
Waktu yang apa
The
ya?
players
Yang
are in the
PMGC
server
dia
and
yang
it's time
satu
to
hari
throw
full
this
ditunda.
over
Nah,
to
gua udah lemparin
Boston.
topik, guys.
But today,
Ya kan?
give a warm
Yang
welcome
PMBC
to
itu.
Dom.
Alasan lu pakai
Kali
PRX
itu.
apa, Mon?
Anjir gua
Ye,
agak
gue seneng cara mainnya PRX yang
Di
so far.
Dubai bukan? Iya.
Silakan.
Copenhagen, you look beautiful.
Handphone hari
Ibola,
lumayan.
we've been waiting for this moment for a
AE
long time.
barbar banget dah.
780 days.
So fun
since
itu
the
mereka
release.
main.
This is what we all were waiting for, a crowd match finally.
You can count it.
Numpuk iya.
Absolutely.
Harus
Count it.
komit
I know
sih
you
udah
count
numpuk
every
gitu.
single one of those days you counted. Paper X starting off on the attack. We
Wah,
talked about
dan
their pace, we
berapa?
talk about their tempo.
Di
But look
lock.
at that ball, it's
Wah,
actually
yang rata ini kayaknya.
initially.
Very fast
Whoop,
up, Elon, but
one bit.
still the same thing for Paper Rex, and it's a shot from Ye. Almost gets to it, he does.
First blood, second blood going in
Hari
favor of the
terakhir
North
belum.
American World
Ini hari
Champions,
ketiga,
but Paper X able to counter
Main
back
semua atau
numbers.
berapa?
even
Alpha
though
ngeri banget, Cok.
ball spike
Kena pound beat.
sitting down too long, he's
Oh,
trying
enggak,
to
anjing
use
timingnya.
position, tries to take the space and get the spike back down.
1v1.
timing.
Bankai say
1v1
we are
situation.
chaos, and
Bisa kentang, Cok.
these are the types of
Menang
moments
si
that
Alpha
really
kayaknya.
like where they can
Siapa yang top lane
the
sini, guys?
map.
Wow,
Spread
gila
deep, but right
kentang.
now it's a tall task.
Thanks, you have two options against Chaos. You can try to weather you, or you can fight Chaos with Chaos, and that's exactly what Optic is doing. Victor already gets another. Jing's left alone, and he's not going to be around for long. Optic get the first round.
Ye-nya serem sih ya.
And Paper Rex has been phenomenal
Didatengin,
in
Cok,
pistol
21,
rounds
Cok.
this tournament so far. They've won 7 of 8.
7 dari 8 pistol round dia menang. Dan dia kalah lawan Optic. Wah, serem banget.
Itu tipikal yang
And they've been
sekarang,
working on these
komposisi
pistol
yang
rounds. They've been
sekarang. Dia
working
kan mantan ini juga kan,
on the
Jet
rounds
kan.
that they've been struggling with.
Tapi ada
the
beberapa
non-gun
orang
rounds,
yang
and
diubah nggak sih? Apa
This
enggak?
tournament's definitely been a
Cuman
change.
si Foxe doang kan masuk.
And that's what you need if you want to be
Ini loh, nggak kayak
repeat champs.
Z1 yang sebelumnya, Cok. Ada
Agresifnya
orang
ya.
Again, history
Iya.
on the line.
Ini paling juara, ini kejuaraan dunianya, Joe.
Banyak lah.
Ini final upper bracket ini, Joe.
Back trophies, but they have to get past the
Whoa.
Chaos.
Sakit
Personified,
banget,
that
anjing.
is Paper Rex. No force here for them. It seems like they're going light.
Attempt there.
Bandita
He's got the
guys.
judge locking down Garage.
Woo! Woo!
Wah, itu
Great
kayak
shot
gitu.
out from Forsaken.
Kayaknya ya.
Wow!
He's gonna get a shot in
Wow!
a second, and he
Yes!
delivers.
Woo!
Masa tahu gitu.
Avental!
Oh, pistol round,
Maaf,
the
gua
eco round
teriak-teriak.
for them too. This is
Gua
crazy.
di-menit
But
ya.
look in the corner.
Oh no!
Vanessa's still here, and they're not able to trade him off with the smoke from Marv as well. He could get out of the sight and maybe make this manageable.
Yay, actually make it a really good timing here as he's
Kena dia.
trapped in the window. They're walking right into him. He gets two with the judge. Not able to get the third, but Benkai weak.
And they flip this around, but the guns now. If Benkai can get in a great position, he's still got the wall as well. It's only Spectres on the other side. Ding! A little too much space taken.
Benkai gets the wall up, gets the spike down, and now with that same judge, it caused problems before. Try taking some space. Barb extinguishes it. He's gonna
Hey!
get the defuse. It was dicey, but Optic get the second ball.
That was more than dicey, Doug. Those first two shots from Forsaken were so crispy. But thankfully, Finesse and Marv
It's okay.
cleaned it up. And we do get a conversion on the anti-eco, which in the past it hasn't been great for Optic. This tournament, it has been better, like I just said. And we talk about the comps for a second as well. The Des was talking about this was maybe a counter pick, and I would tend to agree because
Oh, ini
Paper
nggak-
Rex,
Paper Rex
they
nggak pernah
played
main
the
di
run,
Heaven
they
nih, di
double
Copenhagen.
duelists essentially on this map, and we saw that at Masters Reykjavik. But whenever they go up against Neon Comp, they actually
DP lebih gede lagi akhir tahun nggak sih?
they slow it down.
Jing trying to go fast. I'm pretty sure he hit his head on the wall there at the very top.
Still got the jump though.
Bomb buddy out.
He just wants to get all the way in that position to force them off the long, force any trap plays off as well, and that Boombot does just that.
Yay with another great shot.
Oh, he's got the Tour de Force.
He's in trouble. He's got the Tour de Force, and you're right. It's up close and personal. He's able to land it first. The second just around the corner. No challenge coming through yet. As Divide backs up, slows the round down. Spike still sitting on A long.
And both Forsaken and Jing gone.
Mind Freak is taking so much space across the middle of the map.
He's been insane in moments like this. Super clutch. And that's exactly why he finds the gaps and still going to abuse it. They're not necessarily committing off of this Divide and Mind Freak.
Ness has some utility, but not enough to necessarily delay the plant, so Divine will get it down, and now it's a post-plant situation. The thing is, Optic have, in some ways, surrounded them. They're going to be able to approach us from multiple areas.
But also look at the way Paper Rex is playing. All the way towards the left side, clearing the C-Link.
Yeah.
So they're not really getting surrounded like it looks like from Optic's perspective.
The alarm bot is there from Ye. Make sure they don't push out. And Garage Finesse dropping some of their early utility. Devi holding this angle. Spike ticking away. Optics gonna have to go fast. Ye's on the tap. Devi gets the first kill. A 2v2 here.
Nice!
Quickly turns into 2v1. Marv, he's so good in these situations, but can he pull it off? Can he pull it off? He's got it down to 1v1. The spam across, he's got to get on it. He's going to challenge. He's got to challenge. Devi stops it.
Yes! It's okay! 1 round, meter!
That's a 2v4 for Paper Rex to cancel the bonus from Optic. And Ye even started off with the opening kill, grabbed the tour de force, shut down the hit on A.
Jing doang yang masih COVID. Eva udah balik.
And that exactly was the situation Optic wanted to go through at the beginning of the round, but Mind Freak is phenomenal. The desk touched on it. This guy is playing at an absurd level. For what we saw at his international debut, nowhere near that level. He is way above it.
And early aggression into A. Victor's already worked his way half down long. It seems like Paper Rex want to go to C. Forsaken making the timing. He does. And look at Marv. He's going pushing. There's on the other side of the smoke. Jin gets him too.
Maaf gua teriak guys. Oh no. Woo!
It's
Mau
clean.
ngamanin OP
Optic
lo ya.
just does not expect him to be so far forward without using much. There's a couple of smokes in garage, and Forsaken just finds Ye's TP, and they force that out of him.
Spike planted.
On other parts of the map, this is definitely going to be a save for Optic.
It's toughest too.
Sekarang sih.
They shouldn't be able to save the op that they
Oh,
brought
no, sir.
into the round. Seems
Gua teriaknya sadar ya coy, maaf coy.
And I think already, Paper Rex is hitting Optic with so much out of the prep work that would have been expected from Optic coming into this, right? They know they have these two comps. They know they play the double duelist. That one's aggressive. The Paper Rex comp here, though, looks on the surface to be slow, to be controlled. Wait a second. Wait a second, Doug. Neon is all the way in.
No way.
Oh my goodness.
No!
No way.
There's just not enough time. But such a cool attempt from Victor.
Gila, dia playing tricky
That'll make you
banget sih.
think about it. You don't leave the spike again. Not like that.
Those two opening kills from Paper Rex, though, definitely not something Optic expected, and they're going to have to try to figure out a way to stop it. Finesse said, every team has tells.
Apa bang? Aduh
But
mah.
for the most of teams who play Paper Rex, they're not able to find them, at least on the international stage. The only team who really worked them was Zeta, and now it's still a very close game, so it's going to be difficult no matter what. Optic here, very light buy, obviously the two weapons they saved.
Marv
Nice!
not finding any
Woo!
value. And off of that, Paper Rex are able to waltz their way into C for free. And you've got Victor, who may hit a timing. He's got the rifle, but it seems like My Freak is
Freak,
just
no!
on the other side of the box.
Nice!
Yep. Victor falls.
And there's no way in. The wall in garage, the slow with the C's on spawn as well. There was an attempt from from Crashes that looked kind of nice. The spam through the smoke as they walked up C long.
Wah gila ya ini anj.
Nice shot from Ye.
Flash may net him another.
Oh gila Forsaken cok.
Yeah. Forsaken still stunned up. Somehow still
No.
gets that kill.
I mean, he's stunned and he's jumping up the stairs. That is just ridiculous, but exactly what you expect.
It's Paper Rex. That's the thing you were saying too earlier. But, you know, you mentioned Finesse's quote about how every team has tells.
Udah
The
ngikis
tricky thing
banget
about
ini.
Paper
Lah.
Rex is you may know their tells.
Yeah.
And it still may not matter.
They pivot so much, man. Every round they come in with a plan, but
Gila seru banget offline coy.
and that's such a nice dichotomy. Finesse, who loves to play with the information, Paper Rex, who love to play with the information that they force from the other team. But then from there, it's a mind game all the way.
Good time to check in on a few ultimates. Paper Rex has 3 of 5. Divine Jing also dangerously close to having theirs. While you've got a pseudo-similar situation on the side of Optic and Victor. Finesse.
Ini penting nih, poin ini nih
Also
penting.
full guns, full armor on the side of Optic.
Bisa ngacak-ngacak
But no armor for Ye.
ekonominya lagi nih.
And that is such a key for him. No way. They already smoked this off early. The trip is too far away. Forsaken is deep in B right now. And once again,
No.
Ye is caught.
How in the world that he... Ya Allah, keren banget Forsaken nih, kurang ajar sih.
Forsaken behind enemy lines. How long does this trap lay in wait?
The optimal thing here would definitely be to maybe poke at A, get Ye to rotate.
No.
How?
And the Prowler doesn't spot it.
I mean, it touched him.
He's all the way through A link.
Optic maybe in some trouble here, but Victor
Oh, nice
is
banget,
able
Jing.
to take care of one. Forsaken on the swing. Now they know there's someone behind enemy lines. The leader for Optic down. Number still in favor of Paper X as a spike makes its way through. Crashies tries to get it back. No.
40 seconds. Ye is almost in the sight right now. I don't think they know.
No!
Oh, Mindfreak turned away at just the wrong time. The Nightfall comes through. Marved again in a clutch situation.
Kayak film horror jadi.
One
Katanya
for two
gitu.
against Divine Forsaken.
Both went hell. This is so good.
Ini bareng Bang, lu di mana?
Not spotted,
Lu di mana, Bro?
but he has no idea.
They heard the TP, so he's expecting
Di mana,
the
Bro?
TP's up top.
Oh, belum di mana, guys? Gak ada DC dia.
Brutal situation there for Marved. But man, well played for Paper X.
That was so well played. There was an opportunity there, though. Crashies, who was stuck A long, and then Ye walking out as well, but one flank was better than the other. If that flash connected for Ye from Marved, maybe there was an opportunity, but Forsaken rips them apart. And that was so fast. Again, they're immediately spotting that trip at the top of B, placing really, really far back, so you can smoke it off like you're going to do a pop into B and dodge it entirely.
Maybe a little something fast coming out of Optic down too long. That's exactly it. There's a paranoia. The dash goes through. Ult online for Victor, but there's no one home.
They're going to keep pushing, though. And they have players watching from top window.
He's got to find value. Man, that's so
Nice.
far away. How does he still get a kill?
He's got himself in there.
Wah, ketahuan lu, mampus
So
lu.
good.
Maz has a rolling
No.
thunder. He's so far away.
Woo.
Rez comes through.
Ya no, gila ye, apaan sih lu ye?
Rex trying to weather the chaos that's thrown their way, and they find themselves with the numbers advantage yet again.
And that was a wall bang from Benkai, too. But do they expect another push? This one from A lobby. The trip is down, so there's no way they know.
Flankers getting flanked upon flanks. Weapon upgraded for Crashies as he continues his voyage.
Finesse has a rolling thunder. He could definitely invest it here.
Is he gonna use
Indo,
it?
2 orang dari
Exception
Paper
up.
X.
Early bit of utility initially, and Crashies is there. He's been spotted. Divide
Forsaken sama
taking first. The flash swings through. Finesse can't get in on the action quickly enough, and he has nothing but a sheriff.
Safe
How
kah?
do they approach this? The spike goes down. It seems like
Eh,
Crashies is going to try to
eh,
reposition. Perhaps they play off that rolling thunder
Oh, di
once the
situ.
wall goes down.
Devi's just shoulder peeking long, so he knows Crashes a reposition at this point.
Gun gives Crashies away. He's so weak. Even off the flash, he's not able to find anything. Mind Freak playing behind the wall.
Haha.
Cleans it up. PRX get to 5.
Let's go, Paper X.
And that's 5.
Evos WC
In a
22
row.
kill, gila.
5 in a row for Paper Rex, where it really doesn't feel like Optic.
Sumpah.
At least in that
Berimbang
round, that was an eco.
kontribusinya,
They
Bi.
go for their own aggression, but it gets shut down. Good
Pablo, di
attempts
mana,
from
Cok?
Marv to TP in, but the reaction from Paper Rex every time, Doug, is so good. In spawn there, Divide with the double Prowler to shut down Marv. It's so hard to deal with when those reactions are so good to your initial plan that should catch people off guard.
And the economy on the side of Optic has felt sus at best for the entire half. I think they've
What
had
the
about
fuck?
2
DCPB, Bang.
saves so far.
Yeah, 2 saves so far.
Certainly not where they want to be. You see Optic call a timeout as they try to regain control on the situation. Again, opener in a best of 3. History on the line for both of these teams. And man, Paper X, they look entirely unfazed.
Mana DCPB?
And it's interesting for them to go to Haven. It's actually very difficult to deal with this veto entirely if you're Optic. But Haven is the map that they were straying away from at the beginning of the tournament.
Jadi voice
because
yang
of their
gua nggak
losses
bisa
in
lihat,
NA,
anjing Pablo
because
emang.
they're lost to Xset. And it was very similar situations on their first half defensively.
Nexus juga hampir, Cok.
Beneran itu EVOS WWCD kill 22.
Beneran.
Oh gila.
Clutch, Cok, KF.
Anjir, kelas
1v4 mon. 1v4, 1v2.
Gila, serius ke kelas 2 kali berarti.
2 kali.
Bi, seru banget Bi. Ah, udah selesai belum itu?
The way, you're absolutely right.
Dikit lagi deh.
Past the
Oh ya
severe
udah oke.
ball, You're gonna have to deal with
Wah,
the
gila.
gila.
Seru banget sih.
Seru banget anjing.
Ntar kayak Abi mau ikut nih. Ini juga diem doang gak guna. Kalian nggak jadi RP bro?
But he doesn't even, so that does speak. Oh, what is that? The satchel up. That's against Ye.
Oh, she's
What an
bad.
You cheeky son of a gun.
You cheeky son of a gun, anjay.
Now they understand there's no aggression coming down A. They're gonna drop the Cosmic Divide and turn their attention towards C.
Tarik lu.
Well is gonna keep Marv to B at least for now.
Mampus lu. Telat bomnya ya.
Nothing found the paranoia to delay. You see the relay bolts coming through online as well as Marv. Weak, but still back sight.
Good reaction so far from Optic to the number of shenanigans here. They're just putting the Cosmic Divide down to find if they challenge, and a lot of teams will. But Optic decide not to, and Paper X now has wasted a lot of utility. The Seize is gone, the Nade is gone, a Slow is gone.
Kentang emang epic banget sih.
They've got to rely on gunfights.
The thing is, they don't have a ton of time either.
And while this Prowler's going A long right now, Optic is super comfortable.
Dia
They got the
ngegas
trademark
banget dari
down
awal
short
damage-nya
and Ye
gitu.
holding an off angle long. So they're not worried about it, and that's why they stack this site.
Jing dashing his way forward. The Showstopper's not going to find any value, but he swings around. He gets the kill with the Vandal instead. There's the Rolling Thunder that we've been waiting for. They're going to try to take the space back. The thing is, with 15 seconds left, they don't have time for a plan B. They have to go forward. And the green wall does not relent. Optic get to 3.
That's out of the timeout again for Optic. They're so good in those situations, and that was a great adjustment. And they also got hit with that ridiculous Jing boost right here. Doesn't find Ye. That could have changed everything because the setup was hinging on him. That short trademark and then the stack because of it is wonderful
anjir.
stuff. The response is going to be definitely, let's challenge this setup that Optic is putting on. But they should know that there was 2 beginning of the round.
Victor spotting that haunt early on. Roomba clearing out garage. As you see the barrage of bullets follow shortly after.
Ah, Jing.
Opener again in favor of Jing.
Heal up.
Round after round, they're finding this. A flash for Victor. And Jing wants to punish.
Hey, oh no,
He's actually
Jing.
insane.
Nice try, Jing.
Victor stops it. You have an operator in the hands of Ye. Forsaken has one too.
He smells Ye.
Does he?
He was just aiming there.
He might not. He didn't. Divide did.
No.
Victor gets the kill. Op still in play for Ye. Nothing found yet. Benkai has worked his way up short. The wall goes up again. Is Benkai trying to get the high ground? He's gonna spot Ye. He's gonna land a shot. He's gonna get the kill.
Nice.
Not able to get the second to 1v1. Crashies. Divide.
Spike planted.
Flash. Crashies swinging around the corner.
Ih, timing.
He hasn't gotten the timing. Just on the other side.
Yeah!
Land a shot. Divide turns on him.
Wow, Ben. Ben.
And that's crushing. He definitely had the shot. And I was just saying at the beginning of the round to myself, Victor's starting to go for these peaks. They're starting to go for those flash aggressions in middle. So the confidence was building after the round win, but that is, he's going to be hating himself. And he's great in those situations. Crash is one of the best players we have in NA.
It's freaking Crashes. Yeah.
Again, aggression here for Optic, but low buy.
Finesse has a Guardian on A, and he's the one who's going to be challenged. You see that utility already coming through, the gravity well, the slow
Mati kena lu bom tuh.
nightfall. Perhaps the relay bolts can delay just a tad. Forsaken has already worked his way around. And once again, yeah, it was actually Ye
Nice!
still on the site, but Forsaken cleans him up. Forsaken gets the win. 15 HP here too. Finesse still up in heaven. Oh, but he's been spotted. He's been had.
Spam.
Manages to preserve his life, at least for the time being.
But they've got nothing.
One enemy remaining.
Forsaken's working his way towards the ace.
For second toward the ace. Ace.
What can Mar find?
Maju.
He's gonna 1v5 this thing. What do you think?
Eh!
Forsaken gets the ace.
Our first ever global crowd ace. And the paper people are loving it.
Cheese, man.
These first shots clean. Optic trying to rush the
Ini
site.
bounce back-nya. Iya, makanya ini yang dibutuhin.
And the spray transfer
Apalagi kayak
good
2
from
hari kemarin udah pasti
Forsaken.
kayak kalian-kalian juga mungkin ya
He's up at
bacotin dalam
14
tanda
and
kutip
6
kakak
now
atau
with that
kayak
round.
roasting lah gitu. Pasti panas
I mean,
banget.
they fed it to him on a silver platter too. What a good guy.
Pastinya juga jadi player statusnya.
Guns back in the hands of
Pastinya
Optic.
bakal fokus nge-call.
You see on the timeline, other than round 8, it's been all paper Rex. Optic
go
feel
for
like
it
they're
again.
hemorrhaging.
Double satchel up, or just the single satchel.
Is there a challenge?
Ooh, that one's shorter, so I don't actually think Jing could get the angle. But it also gives ideas of him hiding there with no information from Optic where he peeks later.
Crashies use the Trailblazer there to clear out long, see if anyone was coming. And now off the smoke, perhaps they can pop flash if they feel any sort of threat.
Great
That's
stun.
exactly what they do.
They could follow up with a
Follow
flash
the gun
with
down.
Victor stuns, but they don't.
Yay with the op. No challenge yet.
Yeah, his angles are just so solid. He's up to old levels of first kill success, but so far this game, he's
Forsaken
fragging,
masuk, Cok. Sampai sini.
but not necessarily when he gets the op in his hands. And they're pivoting again. Dude, another round where Forsaken is deep in the site before any contact has been made.
They have no idea.
Nice! Di atas
Forsaken
ada, woi.
once again gets behind enemy lines. Crashies this time waiting for
No!
it. Takes his ear off like Van Gogh. Forsaken no longer around. Do they even try it? I mean, what do they do?
Swapping the ops around. Ye's got the Vandal now.
And it's marved with the op.
But this slow makes it so
Kenapa?
difficult. And there's a star there to turn into a grab well. as
Lagi
well.
pada ngapain Mas Anang?
With the
Dia lagi
nade.
closing,
Oh,
dia lagi
kelas.
closing.
Set up.
Gila ini seru banget,
It's all
sumpah.
about delay. We've talked about what the
Pecah.
position was built for. It is delay, but can you delay long enough? Can you keep Optic back? Benkai in so much trouble. Yeah, in a 1v2.
No!
He's slow.
Into a 1v1. Mind Freak's so weak. He gets it to half, pulls off, swings, land the shots as Ye gets 4, but he's not gonna have enough time.
Wuh. Gila, kelas.
And as we get
Last round before the
Last round
dying
83.
breaths of this half, Optic is in such a massive deficit. A good attempt from Ye, but surely
Wah, ini kelas sih ini, sumpah.
they can't let Forsaken walk into the site.
Oh, he didn't even get it to half there. That was so close.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, guys. Nice.
Ih, gue merinding banget. Kalian bayangin gak sih?
Good all around for
Chillsnya apa merindingnya terus jadi.
Flirting with the 9-3 half.
Halo Blo, sini aja Blo, udah.
Kings of the world.
Mau nangis. Keren banget.
Spotty by for Optic.
Oh my
That
god.
seems to be okay. Victor gets the first with the Guardian. Ye gets the
Nice,
second.
Davai. Nang,
Walled down
3 besti
Spam the
bersatu
first.
kembali, Cok.
and then continue
Ayo
with the
Cok,
aggression.
gue sama Abi ngasih nama Bye Cok. BTR
This,
Aura
again, is
Evos
where
Cok.
Paper Rex is good
Baik,
at.
kan?
Nobody's playing on
Kalau
site,
sampai
but
HF
they have the utility to really challenge fast.
Forsaken so far away though.
Bisa sih, dapat nih. 3 lawan
Not
4.
behind enemy lines.
Forsaken masih ada ulti, bisa jadi game changer.
Troublesome spot. Jing getting the spike down. Note again the light buy for Optic. Finesse has a Spectre. Is it gonna matter? Jing
Nice.
goes forward. The Prowler
Mampus
saves
lo!
away. The showstopper there. No kills yet.
Hello?
Do they not expect him there?
No!
They snap
Jing, what are you
Jing.
doing,
He
man?
just gets it. Ye does too. Divide in a 1v3 to close out the half. Almost gets 2 there. He does manage to get the first. Couple members weak. No, not like this.
No! Yes!
The Red Bull clutches. He gets 4.
Wah, kelas damai.
Unreal.
Gila. Kelas.
The Vi is a monster in these low man situations. The 2 versus 4 earlier. And then
Wah,
this here, a
gila.
backbreaker as the half ends.
Gila, damai Bi.
Gotta
Sumpah.
watch this again.
Ah, fuck.
And they were all so low. Finesse just
Mending kalian kecilin suara gue dah. Gue teriak-teriak soal dari tadi.
We We talk about
Seru
Forsaken.
banget,
We
sumpah.
talk about Benkai.
Ini sama
Jing,
nggak
but
nontonnya?
Devi is
Gua nggak tahu,
having
Bi.
himself
Ntar
a
gua liat.
day.
Atau gue delay?
Let's head
Lu
down to the
delay
desk, see
kayak.
what they think about that.
Lu kita yang luar negeri, lo.
Wow, what a half of
Luar negeri
Valorant
kita.
that is, Devi.
nonton
in
yang
the end,
di
they're clutching
Twitch
out.
nggak delay,
But I do want to
bodoh.
talk about
Iya, itu
Jing
Twitch,
versus
tapi dia yang
Forsaken.
Indonesia
I think
kayak.
a lot of eyes were on
Gua yang luar.
these guys, and
Oh,
they're
boy,
just
Cok.
showing up, going back and forth, back and forth between them.
Two
Ya,
heavy hitters
yang luar
going
aja
at it
barengan,
in this
bro.
match right now. And honestly,
luar, gua Indonesia aja.
it hasn't
Oh,
really,
ya
I'm
udah,
not
gua
gonna say it
luar,
hasn't
kalau
been a
gitu gua
difference
sendiri
maker,
aja.
but it hasn't been the
Optik
primary
ditai-taiin
factor
ya.
for which Paper Rex have been
Belum,
winning a lot of these
dia
rounds.
belum nih,
But
Y-nya
it's
masih
just been
serem,
so
yang
good
lainnya
to
belum
watch
naik nih.
two of these players going at it, man.
Y-nya
I mean,
serem
look
banget,
at
Bi,
the amount
sumpah.
that Ye is putting up here. 17 kills in the half
17 kill
versus
tuh dia
Forsaken on
modal
50.
ini doang,
I mean,
Bi.
if you look at the round
Apa
differential as well,
senjatanya
you just can't even
chamber yang
expect that, yeah,
pistol
he's
tuh loh,
trying
kayak
his
serem.
best. He's got the backpack on. He
Gila nih
knows
orang,
as a
sumpah.
chamber main what it is his role is to do on this map. And they are just battering him even though he's putting up such huge numbers. Forsaken on the other side though, how
Ya,
is
ya.
he behind enemy lines every time I
Wah,
look at the
gila.
That's what you gotta watch out for.
Seru banget.
If there are holes in your
penontonnya,
defensive
Cok,
protocol,
bikin
they are going to be
merinding,
exploiting it all the time.
Gua sampai lompat-lompat dari
Forsaken was
kursi
getting
gua.
so much value on
Wah,
these
asli.
lurks in the mid rounding, finding openings, getting the first kills for his team, and it sets up Paper Rex for these 4v5 post plans every single time, of which they are always
Wah,
favored.
kelas
Their post
banget.
plan positioning is so good and so clean the way they play crosses with each other.
It's funny you talk about post plan because
Wah,
there's another
stats-nya
guy I've
keren
got to give a
banget ya.
little bit of a nod to
Iya,
other
ya.
than Devi's perfect clutch there. Mind Freak, the flank control that he has as a solo player. Optic are putting multiple members on this and Mind Freak is weathering that storm. It's an unbelievable feat.
Yeah, and I gotta say, you move into the next half for Optic, the things that were going wrong for you, at this point, you know, Forsaken's not gonna be lurking on the defense side.
Sure.
Their
Well,
comp is
well,
gonna be-
well.
Right, I say that,
They're gonna push.
You might end up seeing
Tetap
it. But
merendah,
even
jangan
still, it's
jumawa.
not stuff that you
Yoi.
can take from that first half of what to adjust into the next one. Because the sides are swapping around and they're
Harga
gonna be
monitor
playing this
belasan ini
defensive
semua.
side of comp. How Optic deal with this is gonna be super intriguing because if they
Tadi
end up losing this
Forsaken
match,
ace lagi, Bi.
the rest of the series might be looking
Iya.
incredibly one-sided.
Pada teriak
Remember,
penontonnya,
Optic's map
ace,
pick, as you
ace,
said, if they
ace,
lose it, there are
ace.
big questions
Anjay,
to be
seru
had.
banget.
Yeah, we have a quick tech pause here. Something
Gila offline ya.
is going on the side of Paper Rex. We're gonna try and
Wah,
sort that out.
lu bayangin di Indonesia bisa kayak gini. Indonesia tuh kurang wadahnya doang. Kalau Indonesia bisa dapat wadahnya, guys, menurut gua scene PC itu bisa hidup. Once ada wadah, diadakan offline, scene PC itu bisa hidup. Kalian ingat gak zamannya Point Blank dulu? Point Blank itu rame banget men offline-nya.
Kinesa gila banget sih.
Setuju bro. Ace. Wah merinding
Nangis
cok.
gua dengernya, anjing lah seru banget ya.
Terus mana Forsaken nih?
Aduh.
I feel like they should have been fighting way earlier for map control and fighting them before they let them set up in the post plants in the first place. But they
Gua
were
di
really
parah nggak ya
struggling to
Panas tuh kaki tuh.
to
Layar terus nyala tuh kan ya kan.
and not let those lurks come through.
I will give
Ini salah
Optic
satu
the
yang
benefit
menghidup
of the
scene
doubt.
PC
They
itu lah
go
event
with
offline.
Haven over this, and of course
Dan
Haven as a map
nih,
just being one of those maps that you know is going
katanya
to have
ada
a bit
bain
of
lagi ya?
attack-insidedness. I looked over at
Gua
what
nggak
they've
lihat
performed so
make-nya
far
tadi.
in Copenhagen. They've won
Nih,
83% of their
salah
attacking
satu
rounds
kenapa
and they've won 50%
kan Bang.
Valorant
Tapi
terus
setelah
There
ini
was a half for them
rugi
to
lah,
come
ini
back
match harus
from.
ditonton,
This
Cok.
is
Ini
what
gila,
they've done
men,
this
gila.
season. This is something
Rugi
they
nggak
can
usah
bring back.
gede-gede
It's
lah.
not outwardly for them to produce.
Kalian tahu nggak?
Also, Victor, he's gonna have to show up on the attack side.
Kenapa
I know it's been, a loss so
kita
far,
bisa
but
bilang by
I think they
numbers
want
ya,
a
by
chance
angka.
because he's
Mungkin
gotta do something, yeah.
angka ML lebih besar pada PUBG misalnya. Kenapa? Karena panggungnya itu cuma 55. Lu bukan Battle Royale. Same as Valorant, same as PB. Kenapa mereka kalau di offline kan berasa banget serunya gitu. Walaupun gua nggak memungkiri PUBG Mobile kalau offline bisa seru banget. Tapi mereka bakal apa ya? Karena mata itu tertuju cuman buat 10 orang. Tapi kalau PUBG PC itu momennya banyak banget. Jadi kalian harus benar-benar mengerti banget gamenya, tahu banget caranya, skillnya, baru bisa ngeliatin. Jadi ngelihatnya, ih menurut gue sih itu sini apa sih?
Time out.
Aduh, Asia half time, udah half time. Nih mulai.
Yeah, I mean,
Gedein
just
suara,
last
gedein suara.
match against DRX.
Discordnya
This
kecilin aja
time
ya.
they're on the attack side
Teriak
of
aja
Haven,
kita
which
cowok.
has not been stellar, although this tournament so
Oke
far
bro.
quite good. This is
Kena lu.
why Victor
Kena lu
Leon
lagi.
has been phenomenal on the
Oh.
entries, at least since
Kontra.
playoffs began.
Pap 5.
Kelas for second
Gila.
majunya.
Maju jongkok ya.
Itu loh jongkok anjing.
Yang penting gini Bi, ditembak duluan nggak apa-apa.
Legend tuh posisinya.
Satu shot, one hit.
If they try to waterfall out a window here, this may be a
What the hell?
Jeez man.
Head to head, this guy's been nuts.
And even if they don't,
Ih,
even if Jin
timing.
doesn't get a kill here, he should get a lot of info as to what's going on, but he does. He gets a kill and it's been
Wah.
Victor
Dapat dua.
tries dashing across the screen, but he's not able to get
Selesai
the
lu.
kill.
Mak, kemana lu, Bang?
Wah.
Ya.
Circadian cadence of play.
For second, what the fuck?
Dua ya.
Wonderful stuff.
Gini ya rasanya kalau misalkan kita nontonin
Calculated for
turnamen
Paper Rex.
dunia
Offline.
yang main orang Indo offline gitu.
Bener itu Bi, waktu Blue Fame
Obviously,
Engaging
over
gitu.
seconds to go walk about.
Ya kan?
Teriak-teriak kita lebih berasa banget dulu di
TPs
pas
away.
kalian di
And
Dubai.
then he also sets up Jing for this ridiculously difficult position to flush out.
What do you want to do, man?
He lets a few by too. I mean, so difficult. And there's not even a
Bangun, apa gitu?
Gila, anjing.
So this is going to be a tough road back.
Kebesaran ya.
This is trouble. You see, even just there, Victor wanting to take that aggressive space, but the slower from Benkai just kind of stops it dead in its tracks.
Wih, bagus banget.
But
Bagus
there's
banget.
aggression all over the map, man. Look across A main.
Apaan nih orang jago banget dah for second dah.
There's going to be a fighting garage too. Seconds around.
No, on your right.
Spot the player right next to him. Finesse is able to pick him up. Benkai.
Ayo lo, Bang. Ayo lo, Bang.
That hurts.
Montana
You
telat
thought for a
dikit.
moment that there was definitely a
Iya kan? Gua refresh.
Gue nonton di YouTube Valorant Champs Tour cok lebih cepat dari Twitch.
Oh iya.
Iya.
but
Oh iya,
no.
enggak gue di Twitch yang Valorant
So
doang.
guns invested
Sama-sama.
this time.
Sama, Bro. Gak apa-apa, gak apa-apa.
Marred with the classic light armor.
Lu refresh sekali deh Bang, ayo refresh bareng yuk.
Udah gua refresh.
Only at 5 and 12. A lot of people were looking at him with the tournament he's had so far.
Gila
Definitely
spesial.
Kelas.
Has been fragging in the playoffs. Brent mentioned it on the desk. He's been ridiculously good in the playoffs.
Dia maininnya modal
Everybody else around
Yang mana
doang,
kita?
while they've still been okay.
3D3D
Mau
nya.
laporan kau back to back chicken 4
Padahal di
siang.
setnya polos
boleh.
itu.
Boleh share ini ya. Hasilnya ya.
Doang ya.
In certain instances
Lightning
against
terus
Guild,
sama
the
itu
opening
desain-desainnya.
match. And 11 to 3 is definitely not where they expected to be on their map pick.
Rex yang Indo, for second sama main pick.
Kenapa? Oh iya.
Right, there's nobody who can
Oh main freak orang Indo.
Indonesia.
like a swiftly
Oh gue kira
since they got into
for second doang.
Dua orang ini, Bi.
And ever looming too is the shadow of Pint.
Terus role itu kayak bener-bener nutupin apa? Nutupin timnya Bi atas sama bawah. Buat yang satu support kan, yang bagian smoker apa dan lain-lain.
Itu
Controller.
jago juga
Controller.
anjing main
Iya,
freak.
jago. Kemarin Bi dia lawan Fnatic ngeklat
Fire
1 lawan
ya
4.
dia.
1 lawan 4
dia.
So good on that map, but it's
Langsung
crazy
gua
to
bilang,
think that we're
lu
going to
nggak sopan, Ron,
potentially
kayak
go
gitu,
in there and they're not the favorites. That's crazy.
I mean, knowing what's
bertahan,
on the other
3-11,
side,
bro.
knowing what's set up for map 2, and then having been punched in the mouth the way they have so far.
Paper Rex orang Indo semua enggak, cuman Forsaken sama Jing. Yang lainnya dari Jing dari Singapura. Forsaken main break. Jing dari Singapura. Terus Davai Malaysia, Benkai mana ya? Malaysia juga ya? Apa Singapura?
Optic.
Singapura kayaknya.
Have to sit and reflect on what's happened, and it's not pleasant.
And even just the first 2 rounds.
Main break Bang, maaf terlalu
gives
senang,
them
terlalu
a lot
senang.
to think about. Forsaken is being
Dan
so
ini
aggressive.
map pick ini katanya nih, map pick optik.
And it's the
Iya kan
tough thing.
Paper Rex selama di sini nih
when
belum
you
pernah
actually
mainin
have
Heaven loh,
aggression in the form of Optics comp
di Copenhagen.
going against the ridiculous pace
Udah
that
apa sih,
Paper
gue
Rex is
jago
able
gue
to
udah
put
apa
on.
sih.
And it's like a 1-2 punch too, man, because they have the pace and
Temen
they
gue
have
udah
the
apa
How do
itu.
you keep up on your side
Bang
where you're
Dem,
trying to
apa?
aggress, and then the 2 sides that Paper Rex as well?
Absolutely.
And
Gini
that
kita
is
kalau lagi
so
dukung
chaotic to
kemarin
keep
kayak
track
gini,
of
Bi.
as a player, as an
Kayak bocil
IGL.
anjir.
Oh iya bikin thumbnail
Tapi
ya.
emang seru
Terima
banget,
kasih,
Bro.
loh.
Meanwhile, Paper Rex are
Makasih,
so
Fer.
happy to be in that
Ih.
position.
Yang Valorant Ver buat besok grand final.
Enggak punya
It just
Twitter.
has
Paper
such
Rex.
autonomy
Paper Rex Pride.
among all players.
Countingnya di sana ya, di Twitter katanya.
Oh nyokapnya Jing
Mukanya
orang
muka kena
Surabaya.
mental dah. Optik mukanya muka kena mental dah.
Again, if you are just joining us
Gua
at
nggak tahu
home,
sih
then
masalahnya
Squad
dulu
is
juga
not,
kayak gitu Bi.
type of
Mereka nih ngelawan
using
tapi tetap
11 to
kalah
3.
Paper Rex-nya.
Half map for Paper Rex so far. because it seems like they're trying to put Optic away.
Ini pokoknya 2-2 main, 2-3 main, 2-4 main full kayak gini. Tapi 2-3-2-4 tuh main kalau nggak salah.
Dan tau nggak paling suka gue di Twitch tuh apa komentarnya? Ribut pasti. W Gaming.
Kalau Paper X menang dia nunggu di final ya?
Grand final ya benar. Udah final upper soalnya.
The bonus on deck, and they haven't been amazing in these. About the same
Optic tim asal
as
mana? North
Optic, but
America
here's the
tuh ada
pace.
tuh yang di atas.
This is going to be a C crunch actually all the way through C Link for Victor.
Cepet banget.
What a smoke for Mindfreak.
Nice,
but
Benkai.
Benkai slipped through and Benkai gets two. He was in garage the whole time.
Wah, kena nih
They
main
wrapped
freak.
around him and it didn't matter.
Player standing.
Now Victor's left in this 1v3. The Prowler in his face. He gets his
Nice.
first, not able to get the second.
Woo!
Menang. Wah, auto win
Victor
dong,
falls,
miskin, no?
Paper X, map point.
Menang ini.
Match point.
And I don't know if Optic has a fighting chance for
Udah
this
masih bisa
map.
baik dia tuh.
12-3 is one of the biggest beatings we've seen from Optic. 12-4 is where they left off that game against
Gila.
Airx.
Ih tenang banget mukanya Benkai kurang
That
ajar.
was an 11-1 half. And their money,
Kurang ajar coy.
their souls broken.
Thank you.
Gak sopan ya.
Iya.
And we've got
Wah,
another
wah,
on deck
dikasih
too for
ginian,
Divide.
wah.
And yeah,
Dava
he's
emang
sitting
kurang
in the
ajar
window. If he
Odinnya
shows
tuh.
himself, he's dead.
Dava itu pasti pakai Odin.
Yeah, but
The round's already been capsized as they're baptized by fire.
Udah ini
Optic in
udah
a world of hurt.
Dibokong coy sama
5v3
Forsaken coy.
already.
Tadi nonton nggak Mon? Yang per second lewat
also
B.
good for Paper X.
Iya iya lihat nonton semua gua nggak ada yang kelewat. Anjir bubar cok.
Down sewers and Victor, the last player left in a 1v4.
Last player
to
ya
try
di
to
pisau
hold
sih.
on.
Pisau.
to
Knife,
that one.
knife.
And you know, maybe in other circumstances, perhaps, but with how poor they've been in clutches, it just doesn't matter. 13-3 on the side of Paper X to start this series, and if that's not a statement going into Bind Ball, I don't know what is.
Yeah, and they certainly showed up in front of the crowd to start things off.
Yang
What a
juara
game.
VCT Master sebelumnya Optic guys.
And what I think
Tim yang
is the
dilawan
biggest
sekarang.
defeat I think Optic has faced on an international stage.
Brutal one.
And it is so difficult.
Tapi
for
beda loh.
The path only
Lo
gets harder.
biasanya kalau lawan tim lain mereka tuh
The Death
ceria
said
banget
this
satu
is
map.
a must-win
Ini masih
map.
cool.
And obviously, I don't think that they think that way, but boy, oh boy.
But low key, I mean, yeah, kind of.
Do we all think that?
I mean, we had clutches, we had aces, we had everything Paper X just in full form here.
Ini gila sih.
And for whatever reason, it just seems like Optic like to do it the hard way. They start off tournaments very
Alam
slow.
banget,
Now they're
kok.
starting this off very slow, but yeah, obviously that's not the path you want to take.
Not at all.
Gila orang nge-slide aja ding.
And you wondered if
Dulu itu
Bind was
Pragernya
going
tuh
to be in the
Davai
map pool
sama
coming into this, if Optic was going to go
Forsaken ya,
straight.
sebelum ada Jing.
And I do think that the argument from their perspective
Ah,
was a
gila
hard
sih.
one for them.
Dulu ini kan Siba ya dulu ya. Siba kan?
Instead.
Tapi biasa top Pragernya tuh si Davai sama Forsaken. Cuma masuk Jing ya udah dia mundur ngalah gitu. Keren makanya gue demen sama Davai.
Tapi kalau mereka main di regionnya mereka, Blo, Dava itu pakai jet kadang-kadang.
Oh.
Tahu nggak lo?
Iya, karena kan ya.
Ya kalau di regionnya mereka, Dava itu jadi pakai jet tau kemarin.
Karena kan ya ini gimana ya?
Beda level.
Belum beda level.
Tapi gue penasaran lihat Yorunya Forsaken gocek-gocek lagi nih. Ini offline-nya di Copenhagen guys. Jadi offline itu di Copenhagen.
Kalau apa?
Indo anjir nggak mirip-mirip Indo. Lah,
Apa nama porsinya nih?
Cina juga Indonesia kawan. Mohon maaf, Indo tuh gimana definisi Indo? Menurut kau gimana kawan?
Nggak bisa beli anjir.
Gue ini Cindo.
Jual ya?
Ya kan?
Nggak dijual.
Malah kalau keluar negeri gue dikira orang Filipina. Pinoy
Kan
kan?
warnanya ungu, putih, hitam.
Jangan, gak usah marah-marah, Izom. Gak usah marah-marah, kawan.
BSM.
Kalem, Izom, kalem, oke? Ferry, kalem, sabar, oke? Jangan ada yang muara-muara, sabar. Kita nikmati kemenangan ini ya. Map tuh Bind, ya kayaknya. Nggak tahu ya. Kayak di ban deh, ban. Tadi map pick-nya apa ya yang kedua ya? Kayaknya Bind harusnya di iya kah? Enggak di banned kah?
Decidernya Fracture.
Wah, itu mapnya Paper X semua itu. Bind sama Fracture.
Ya kayaknya gengsi juga gak sih kalau lu kayak pengen nantangin gitu, gue pengen coba. Gimana sih kita lawan di map terkuatnya mereka gitu loh bang.
Bind selama ini dia gocek-gocek terus kan?
Matthew kemana? Tidur kali.
Lah gue kira Korea mau ke orang Indo, biasa ternyata Cindo emang rasis. Enggak. Gini Bang Rafli. Oke. Aku jelasin nih semua buat kalian semua. Jadi gini, mungkin Bang Rafli salah penggunaan kata-kata saja. Jadi gini. Mau muka gua Arab, mau muka gua Jawa, mau muka gua ini nih, kita ngomongin kata Indo Pride ya. Ketika kita ngomong Indo Pride itu berbagai macam suku, agama, ras dan segalanya gitu. Bukan rasis, dia mungkin bisa dibilang tidak ada niatan untuk rasis juga untuk Raflinya, tapi lebih ke arah mungkin penggunaan kata-katanya kurang tepat, Bang Rafli. Aku ngerti kau tidak bermaksud rasis, ya kan? Tapi penggunaannya tidak tepat. Kenapa? Karena ketika gue ternyata Cindo gue kira orang Indo, maksudnya
Tenang ya, Bro.
emang kalau Cindo bukan orang Indo. Nah, maksudnya gitu, kita nanya ya kan. Maksudnya gue ngejelasin bahwa segala macam muka selama kita masih lahir di Indonesia dan menjunjung tinggi Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, nggak ada masalah kawan. Jadi itu maksud aku. Aku ngerti kau nggak ada maksud rasis, tapi mungkin penggunaannya aja kurang tepat gitu kawan. Bisa dimengerti, Rapli?
BO3.
Dan udah nggak apa-apa Rapli ya. Kalem. Jadi nggak apa-apa biar rame ya kan. Makasih loh Rapli. Gitu dong. Tapi kan kita sharing nih Rapli. Lu kalian nih ngapain sih pada ngatain Rapli? Udah reset.
Padahal dianya ini juga.
Emang
ya?
orang Indo kan Cina Indo.
Mirip.
Emang orang Indo kan Cina Indo. Gue bangga kok. Iya, gue juga sama. Gue juga Cindo. Tapi tetap orang Indonesia gitu. Cuman kan kata-kata Rafli tadi ternyata Cindo, gue pikir Indo gitu. Maksudnya kan bingung kita tuh bacanya. Tuh guys, sudah diberesin sama Rafli, ternyata maksudnya bukan itu. Oke? Udah reset deh. Kita track bareng lagi. Yuk. Reset ya. Masa kalian mau ribut? Siapa? Offline di sana aja seru banget, teriak-teriak wow. Wah, Nabi gak live? Telat lu. Udah dari tadi.
Okay, also of those 3 rounds, one was a pistol, one was a second round, and only one of the other ones, obviously being the third, was.
Lanjut nonton.
That conversion rate is like if they hadn't won the pistol, they might have walked away.
Gua main Valorant kemarin guys. Lagi DM, akun gua ditabrak. Kok dia nggak bisa pakai akun gue ditabrak terus sekarang. Si Bang Manen sama ini yang sering pakai siapa? Benny. Kelas optik aja bisa 13-3 tapi enggak. Kemarin fanatiknya sulit. Bain seru sini.
Apa udah dipelajari nih ya?
Harusnya bro.
Tapi kan dia mainnya random banget, banyak banget itu kombinasinya.
Emang. Tapi sadar nggak sih flanknya Paper X ini nggak kebaca sama apa? Optik. Tanpa Yoru loh bro, tanpa Yoru. Gila, Davai-nya gila, itu momentumnya Davai sih tadi tuh. Yang paling tadi kalau 84 bisa kebalik tadi bro menurut gua. Untungnya 93 coy.
You said he wins those.
Kenapa ya ini makan di
You
mama?
didn't say you were like he's gonna win that.
I could feel it, man. I was watching
Lu yang nabrak akun Montana bangun. Ya itu akun gua.
Gua champion Valorant.
Kalau gua nabrak kayak wajar.
Iya, tapi di atas ini masih ada satu lagi yang di atas lagi.
Yang champion.
Coming out from the Paper X guys. These guys are here to play. And it doesn't matter that they haven't played on the stage up until this point. Like Devi's been out, he's been in quarantine.
Makasih yang udah nge-like.
He's out here, and the guy's like playing some of the best Valorant we've seen.
Against Optic as well. I think we forget like the opponent that they have. They're going up
Kita
against.
nonton
You mentioned this already, Brett, but we're heading on to Bind now. And
NA quiet aja. Bind and Yoru. Tau gak sih hal yang paling gue suka setelah nonton Valorant begini biasanya?
They have so many cool looks when they play their Eurocomp. It's incredibly hard to prepare for because they are so willing to do off the cuff.
Deli yang nabrak akun Montana ya gua dong. Yang paling gue suka dari Valorant adalah nge-reaction ketika Shroud nge-reaction ini, Tense nge-reaction ini, si Tarik nge-reaction ini. Gila 117.000 Tarik cowok.
I guess Optic expect Bind, surely, right? Because they didn't ban it. So let's see.
Tarik ini lagi rame banget ya soal Valorant ya. Tim Indo ada, cuman nggak lolos kemarin. Hampir satu lolos, Onyx gagal tapi.
Very complex. Yeah, I had a chat with Chet today earlier this morning when I saw him.
Sentinel ade-adean guys di NA.
Our win condition today is not.
Sentinel ade-adean belum ya di NA ya?
He was like,
kemarin.
we just have to do what we do because
Sentinel ade-adean kan kemarin?
you alter your game plan specifically just worrying about the Yoru and then he feels like that's when you lose.
I think he's honestly on the
Gue suka nonton reaction bener kan sama kan?
You cannot really prepare for this Eurocomp. They will pull out plays that they have never done before.
Tarik yang nonton di Twitch 100.000 bro.
You cannot prepare for. And
iya.
the biggest key I think that Optic have, the biggest trait that they have moving into this series is that experience and being able to adapt on the fly. That's what they're going to lean into now when we're heading into Bind. And I kind of agree with Chet's mentality. If they want to play their own game and kind of ignore that style, I think you can't get sidetracked by that to a degree. You of course have to be worried about it, but you can't let it command your entire presence.
Gue lupa deh sebelum Optic siapa guys. Ada yang inget gak? Iya ini serem banget sumpah dah.
Ya tadi poinnya cuma 3, kira 18 woi.
17. 7. Kan ada head to head tadi.
Sebelah 18-18.
17 sama 15. Saya ingat gua, for second 15. Kali. Oh iya, Gambit sebelum Optic.
As we head into the Prime Gaming Agent Select, what would you say is their biggest win condition here?
Masuknya Shroud apakah bisa step up? Harusnya bisa sih.
I think it's reacting to what they see and being tighter.
Karena gifted, orang-orang kayak Shroud Supernair tuh gifted guys. Oh di mana aja mereka akan berkembang dan akan menjadi sesuatu.
Do we get to change it all?
The Paper X competition changing up. This is
live show gimana bangun? Live show apa nih?
So I can't remember if they played it too much in officials.
18 sama bang.
Kenapa?
Yeah, Paper X
18 sama.
Apanya? Total kill kah? Oh, gue pikir tadi head to headnya. For second 18 ya 18. Wih, kelas banget ya. Kelas banget ya.
Yang bingung, nya kan menang cuma 3 poin mereka. Kita 18 bro.
Iya.
Sama yang menang 13 sama poinnya.
No Yoru. Tapi menarik sih.
Pasti dipikir mereka udah siap buat anti Yoru kan?
Counter iya, anti Yoru. Pasti mikirnya counternya Yoru udah dipikirin masih.
Pakai Killjoy nggak?
You say that, I actually don't think the Euro was one of their biggest win conditions.
Tapi boleh ngintip. Lawan pick apa nggak boleh lah ya?
So if they have that capacity,
enggak, udah di pick duluan harusnya.
Enggak tuh, hilang lagi.
But I don't specifically think that was the win.
Wih, semua viewer nanya Yoru, Cok. Di live-nya.
Intel being able to respond very quickly it was, but I think on the attacking side they'll be safe and set with Jing.
I would love to know what's going through FNS and
Gila, secinta itu juga orang-orang ngikutin ya.
And I also love to know what Doug and Bala make of this. Over to you guys.
Enggak kayak Kang Jendra.
Mau satu-satu kah ini? Map 3 kah?
Enggak mau gua. Selesaikan di sini. Tetap aja nih Optic bro. Gak bisa diremehin bro. Cok. Ini ya Optic cok, gak bisa diremehin cok. Penonton kecewa no Yoru asli. Tapi bisa jadi satu-satu
Move away
nih.
from that to
Karena
this
nggak ada
composition
Yoru.
that you
Wah,
see here on your
menarik sih.
screen. Optic got beaten, they got battered on map 1, and now they have a chance to punch back map 2.
So as we start this, by the way, Bren was right about the comp. This is something that they played Paper Rex multiple times on their way here to Copenhagen.
Ooh,
And it's another
sheesh.
opening frag
Yeah,
for Forsaken.
against
Optic
Forsaken.
He tries to get the war, but Crashies gets 3. Perhaps a bit greedy. Not able to land the 4th. Victor does, though. Pistol goes in favor of Optic. That's the start they needed.
That was beautiful stuff from Crashies.
Wah,
The swing
flashnya tadi itu.
through their own molly, which obviously didn't
Flashnya,
much
flash,
value
kena
to
flash.
vulnerable anybody, but wow. Then the nade from
Crashies
Victor
nih.
to-
Jejer tuh bertiga-tiga ya.
Jejer juga larinya ya.
And this is the situation that you always get scared of with Optic.
Dari play lihat,
As soon as
tenang.
they
deh.
lose, man, you're gonna chip on their shoulder larger than anything, especially when it's a stomp like it was on map 1.
It's like you've poked the beast in a lot of ways. No buy up here from Paper X. You see the utility across showers.
A lot early spent.
Yeah.
A lot early spends. Pasti mereka nggak pernah nonton Paper X main, cok. Emang Paper X gitu mainnya. Kalau masuk shower. Sebanyak itu skillnya.
Daripada kecolong ya kan?
Iya.
They have 2 here. It's well done.
Duduk bro.
Yay to receive in lamps too while they worry about Forsaken.
He's going to teleport away to safety. There's a shorty.
Astaga.
Yay takes care of Divide. Swing comes through. His Mind Freak is left in a 1v4.
Nggak mungkin kan? Nggak mungkin lah.
That was a really well played round in
Kosong lah.
regards to the map.
Main freak apa sih, gila juga nih orang.
A lot to say about it though, and they have actually rotated off of B. If Finesse is fast enough, he'll be able to cut off the TP.
Against 3. Against 2.
Sis man, main freak. Oh, sis.
Cleans things up as Optic get the second.
Kalau di
Kill on the
clutch
Finesse is
pakai
ridiculous, but they did have the
klasik sih.
proper setup, and that was definitely an improvement on the
lagi ya.
last maps. Anti-eco. And this is why we're so terrified. Look at the record for Paper X.
That's outrageous.
Wah, 8-0 record. Selama di ban belum pernah kalah. Paper X.
So what did they
Di
lose
stage
without
2 ya, berarti in total semua ini.
that Yoru was able to provide. He could be on
Semua
one side of
iya.
the map and then in the blink
65
another. At least on
round
this attack
plus
side.
agregat
They also
plus
lose
65 anjir.
the immense amount of mind games that go through with the TPs.
Finesse has a shorty here, light armor. Again, you see the Trailblazer taking B long. Info gathered while Paper X tests the water towards A short. Trying to sneak the way up around the utility as the Viper wall goes down. No challenge had yet.
Cheeky wall drop though. Trying to find Victor there after the boom bot.
Yeah. He tucks into the smoke, bangs on the tap, the nade comes through. No plan yet.
Kenapa lu bi?
No easy way to flip the map either. You see Forsaken is fully established U-Haul control and he's going to get challenged. You see
No.
Go forward, trying to go
Timing.
aggressive.
On your
He
left.
hasn't swung out yet. There he comes. Crashes 1. Not able to get the second. 2v2. Zormal Strike drops. And it's Ye who's able to clean things up. Divide has been ice in these situations,
Wow,
but Ye gets it
gila,
this time.
Ye.
Optic gets a 3.
Risky decision there with 13 HP from Ye. to
Iko
hold on to
lagi,
it, but
cok.
He has been phenomenal. 18 kills in the first game. Follow was a fast one. And Finesse only had a judge there too, so
Kenapa?
I'm not sure how fast
Davai
he would
mentalnya
have
kuat banget nih, yakin gue nih orang.
Ye fell here. Ooh,
Tenang banget.
That was crispy. The ADS at the same time. And here we go, converted bonus.
4-0 nih jadinya.
It was this moment right here where Paper X really went on a streak on the last map, and Jing with the stinger. In the Fnatic game, he was ridiculous on that thing, bringing it back from the depths of prior patches.
Mentioned Jing with the stinger. He's actually going to work his way up off the Prowler. Dashes his way forward.
Seekers for Crashies to re-clear. Marv 2 finds the opener on Mind Freak.
And now the Molly too. They're just going to flip the map.
Dia rotating.
Really great re-clear for Optic with that Molly. The smoke coming up at the same time. Crashies has spotted nobody's sand, so Victor and Mars are on notice.
Jing falls. Great response, but Forsaken still able to cause problems. 4v3 here. As you hear just gunfire erupt across the site. Yates there to welcome Forsaken. Divai and Benkai follow suit. Optic 4-0.
Does this feel a little bit like something we've seen here, Doug?
Yes, it does. I'm getting deja vu flashbacks.
We were here 5 days ago since we've seen these teams play. And they got stomped back on map 2. Timeout now. Alex is going to talk to the team and figure out how to plug the gaps like they did on Haven.
Mulai melemah sini
Yeah,
tampaknya.
it is early, but you can kind of feel it, right? It's like it's a thickening in the air before a storm. Optic are in a position here to where they can make something happen.
Typically, the storm is Forsaken walking into the site.
Yeah, that is true.
And without this map is so impossible. It's not like Ascent, it's not like Haven, in the sense that you can pull rotations and then jump out of a choke silently. The only place you can do that really is 8 lamps. And they've tried. They definitely have.
Go, step up yuk.
Again, with that Yoru comp in mind, oftentimes you have to believe none of what you see and half of what you hear. Right? But with this, it's much more expected, right? It's a bit more run of the mill. You kind of know what you're getting.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say with Paper Rex that it'll anytime be run of the mill ever.
Right. It is Paper Rex.
And I will say, Jing right now has not gone for much.
Telat satu map. Ini udah mau jalan.
For example, the double
Ini udah map
satchel
kedua.
Optic love to do down into the bathrooms. He did do that a lot in the prior match as well, but this time he's really been focused on Hookah.
Gupus dia, tahu aja lagi.
Oh, Mind Freak with a similar one. And they're getting a challenge at the same time. Ye wins his duel. Can Mind Freak? No. Optic get 2.
And Benkai playing catch up, but Optic falling way away. Ye's already here on the B site.
Jing is still flirting around in Hookah, but the spike is on the other side of the map. Looks like it's going to join him, though. Can Benkai play spoiler? Spots Victor, shot's not landing.
Wall allows him to fall back. Meanwhile, Finesse has pushed himself all the way into Octacon, so Ye has to challenge Jing, and
Jing nice.
And he gets a second. Finesse was able to take her.
On your, oh no.
Now Jing with 70 HP.
Ollie can take it down fast.
Be careful, yeah, he gets the spike down, and he manages to preserve his life. He tries to get up top, 24 HP. He's in a 1v3.
Wow, nice try. It's okay, it's okay.
Cleans him up. They're gonna get the defuse. Optic get to 5.
In a row, too.
Aduh.
Mark now has the ult. Victor has his ult too.
Ya, ada player Indo, ada. Main Freak sama Forsaken. Tahu belum? Valorant kau.
Nobar bareng DC.
Iya pada nobar emangnya.
Di B.
And really the one
Ayo.
bright spot
Sebelah yuk.
Enter.
able to continue his antics, but this time it's war by committee. Crash.
Mantap kan, Sky?
Apa?
Mantap kan?
Apanya?
Valorant.
Sama kan, Sky?
Mantap lah.
Berat banget ya.
Seru banget anjing.
Lu nonton gak ya map 1, Sky?
Apa?
Nonton map 1 gak tadi?
Halo Bang Montana.
Halo guys.
Halo guys. Halo semua.
He's gonna go forward. He's gonna go forward.
Mampus lu.
Showstopper.
Mampus lu.
Second and he does.
Kena kan kita, aduh pusing.
And you never see Paper Rex
Ayo dong, Paper Rex
into
kenapa?
trap plays of their opponents.
Kena sih.
Apaan sih?
Wah,
Nggak asik
gila,
banget.
nggak jelas anjing.
Aku mampus. Iya, kesel sendiri ngeliatnya.
Pusing liatin gua.
Bingung kan lu? Gua kesel.
Nggak pernah kepikiran gua liat gantungan kunci anjing.
Tahu, gua nggak peduli dengan kunci.
Wah, Iko lagi.
S is getting 3Ks. Optic get to 6. We thought it was a whirling
Udah
dervish
kebaca,
of pain
Cok.
on the side of Paper Rex
Nggak pakai
before.
Yoru, Cok.
Iya, nggak pakai Yoru. Bilangin Forsaken. Aduh.
They thought they had Victor dead to rights with that nade. With the molly as
Ini
well,
udah.
which instantly killed him.
Yeah, it was a great
Dia takut kebaca malah kayak gini ya.
And then finesse as well.
Anjing dapat.
Set up the
kayak gitu. FNS ya.
showstopper as well. There was a vulnerable coming in with the snake bite. And it's 6-0.
Bagus banget defense-nya tadi ya. Ada kombonya gitu, Cok.
Jing has a showstopper. And he
Mau
has
dibikin
that
0 jangan-jangan nih.
Here's Tour de Force coming through Forsaken once again. Pushing his way up. Trailblazer in his face, has to give the space up.
Ah, OP
Elbow
ya, OP
spotted.
tadi ya.
Tenkai falls.
Surprised they actually
Aduh,
walked
lewat
into that
doang.
knowing that he wasn't on an angle here on long.
Bener.
Forsaken got deep up there before he TP'd. And they walk into it.
Yeah, he's still concealed. They don't know he's here.
How do they even clear?
I don't know that you do. The one real thing.
WH cok,
is
masa
Jing's
ngeliat
stinger,
gitu aimnya.
But he's not in a position to salvage out a hookah or anything like that. They haven't
Delay,
taken
delay.
hookah because of the alarm bot that's there.
Dapat kan?
Now they know the outs there.
Anjing.
From Paper X,
Ah,
not to
fuck
get the kill, but
banget,
yay.
ente banget. Jingnya udah mati.
Jing trying to set up Forsaken
Little
with the
big
shoulder peek. Forsaken definitely could have found some value there.
Yeah, missing the shot. The threat is there. They know that they've lost hookah.
Ken, how do you get through this wall? This is a full fuel Viper wall right now. And they're out of
Harus
options. They
masuk
have to
nih.
go through.
Harus masuk nih.
The one thing they have
Harus
is
banget,
Devi's
oke.
ult, but
Last player standing.
Wah, flawless cok.
nothing really you can do here in Devi with the
Kagak
clean
lah.
one. But Marved, even cleaner. Optic 7.
OP gua, OP gua.
This is a
Dong,
phenomenal
apental
response
cok.
from
Dong,
Optic.
mental dong.
Time out dong, time out dong.
Udah tadi kan?
7-0.
Lagi boleh.
After losing that first map,
Sekali
the
lagi
worst
ya?
they've ever
3 kali
lost
kan?
on an international stage.
Let's go Team Paper X for the win. Sincere love and support all the way from the Philippines. Halo Aurora, Cassiopeia, Cassiopeia, Cassiopeia.
Marshawn Lynch.
Thank you
He
for
said
the
everyone
support.
has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
But
Paper
I
X
don't know what's going
and
on
they
right now.
changed the compositions, but dog, they've had nothing.
Yeah. And they're going back again for this aggression. Last time it was Mind Freak to receive. This time Divide. And the Prowler spots him, so other players are going to be able to join.
Tuh Petruk
Optic
cok,
cannot
digocok
show off
gua
more
cok.
here. And they won't. All they'll net themselves is one amazing ultimate here.
Kenapa,
The
Shay?
Seekers on this map.
Iya, itu teriak cok. Kita tolong cok 2 di gua cok.
Bedroom 2
Pian kayak teriak, tolong oi.
2.
And they're certainly
Udah
missing
menit
some
berapa?
flashes
1
in this
11,
comp.
10, 9,
Iya.
8.
They're not going to be able to
Kita pakai yang bahasa Inggris nih di Discord.
There it
Pakai
is.
saya
Jing
Inggris.
falls.
Sama,
The
sama, sama.
pivotal instrument towards this B hit that consistently comes in for Paper X.
Mass right beneath the 2UC history position as Nightfall comes through. Yeah, he's still without
Nice.
operator, just unfortunately.
Okay,
And
first
shots
point.
Come on, come on.
First point. Now or never, nice.
Problems for now.
Nice.
Just funnel out. They push their way out. They push their way
Marah cok ini
forward.
udah.
Ulti dia kasih paham. Aduh.
Crashies and Victor on the other side.
Maaf
Victor
mental udah
with
nih cok,
the nade of
saudaranya.
all things.
Masih ada 1 cowok. 2 malah anak bisa kamu.
Iya, lu lihat nih.
Nice.
Ah,
Nice.
kita
Oh.
kayak kita lagi di sini bro.
One round at a time. Kawan.
Ih, cantik banget anjing.
75,
Cantik banget cok.
But it's
75,
still a
75.
long
You are welcome.
path
Thank you
ahead.
Aurora.
Miskin lagi mereka.
One round here on their
Bisa bisa
attacking
75,
side.
75.
Place where they cause
Gila,
so much
tetap
problems
nembak dulu ya.
over and
Kalau gua
over.
lari dulu.
Kalau mati cok.
Kalau gua lari dulu
Now,
sekarang.
Optic seems to be completely happy with what they're throwing at them. I do think that
Ya,
Paper X
1 sampai
on that
akhir,
round, they
maksudnya
were in a
1
position
ini,
that I certainly did not
angkanya
expect them to be able to
sampai
win,
nambah 5
especially after that
itu.
open strike. Felt like
7 berapa sih?
3
74 ya?
in the middle of that, so
74 dah.
quite shocking.
54 nih.
They've got 2 players
Mantap, kok
boosted
bisa
up on
sampai situ,
elevation
Cok?
here.
Kok bisa di situ cok?
This A site
Apa?
wow.
Boost.
Optic
Di bus
making the
lompatan
perfect
kayaknya.
play.
We have lift
Pur!
off. And
No!
it's Devi's own.
What the fuck, Marv?
The showstopper finds nothing as Marv
anjing.
gets him.
Sampai nyangka di atas itu
Before here,
anjing.
you heard the Viper's pick come through.
The fuck man?
Benkai tries to shroud what he's up to on the side, and he does. Forsaken takes care of Ye. Demons exercise this Paper
Ah.
X look to put together a beautiful round.
Nice.
mental,
Udah
Cok.
santai, sabar cok.
Sabar ya, sabar. Gua kata ini tadi.
Gua dapat
Sabar ya,
citinya,
sabar ya.
oke.
Into this. I mean,
Padahal
they have
2 ya.
money for days, so
Gold
sure.
heaven, gold heaven.
Risk it,
Aku dapat
why not?
Evan ya.
City udah gue jago cok.
Nice, for a second.
The Crashies entirely outnumbered.
On your right, on your right,
And
on
they-
your right.
Heaven nih harusnya ya.
They smell blood in the water.
Ih.
But perhaps Crashies is a
Oh,
shark.
Sabar, woi. Astaga.
Ya Allah, ngapain
sih
Ngapsi banget. Woi.
Udah biarin aja orang main, Bro.
Soalnya tadi kalau kayak gitu kita kalah, Mon.
Oh iya, kan beda tapi.
Gaming here, full
Disamain.
Gaming aja, Sway
They
Gaming.
cling together
Wih,
too, and
gaming
this
ini,
is the
bos.
streak of rounds. That is
Gaming.
Gila lihat ultinya tuh, di headshot cok, gila.
down the momentum, the motivation. From Optic,
Saya itu gitu ya.
from Mark.
W Gaming.
Shut down the showstopper early. They thought that was a win condition,
Wah,
but
curang pakai
immediately he
ulti
gets
besok.
traded out.
That was a hell of a shot too, man.
Ya,
Timeout
takut
coming through for
doang,
Optic. As Paper X have won the
7-2 ya.
last
Aduh,
rounds.
masih panjang lagi. 3 round.
And perhaps we're flirting with something here where the rounds come in bunches. Optic had won 7 straight before Paper X found some of their
Jadi
footing, and
Paper X
that's
5
why they see
straight.
check all here.
Sekarang Optic 7 straight.
Got to make this as brutal as possible to make the second half come back.
Kenapa ini ya? Kenapa nggak pakai Euro tapi
And the things
pertanyaannya
that
kan?
work there,
Tawan kali.
honestly, was the late round trading, the late round decision making for them to get up close. Because both of those situations, Optic got the initial kill.
Got.
So these
Ada
are
tim Indo nggak sih
definitely
2 playernya dari Indonesia, Dodi?
you know, crazy.
Si 4 Second sama Mind Freak.
Really putting something together here.
Mind Freak lagi harum banget ya.
Bi, ayo Bi main Bi. Yeah.
Have switched the wall.
Gasok, sumpah.
Halo, cos seru banget tuh sumpah. Ih.
Oh, boleh Aurora.
Aku lagi nggak mood anjing main game, sumpah.
Very, very
Pemain
intended to punish.
bukan main PMP lu malah ngelapa lu.
Udah asendan lo, mampus lo.
Iya kas guys, kelas.
Udah. 3 hari con naik ranking.
Main sama Wadaphan ya.
Wadap, Han, kadang Harry.
Kelas lah
3
itu.
hari Bon kemarin bisa main 13 jam gak naik
At this
anjing.
event.
Kalah menang, kalah menang gitu doang anjing.
Ada yang main sama gua nggak ada profitnya.
Cheeky little setup.
Ini batu ini beban anjing.
Forsaken takes a little bit of damage.
Tadi bagus tapi itu.
Willing to
Kalau kita nggak kompetitif dulu ya.
Ya kompetitif.
Kompetitif.
Oh, no.
Kita bagus sih. Skornya sama lo nge-killnya.
Crashies puts another to sleep.
Kena lagi nih, Cok.
It's a 5v3 here for Optic, as once again, it seems like their rate of winning out, like
Nice.
high number of rounds after a timeout may continue.
Nampak moncongnya.
Nice.
Cena from Finesse to get
Wow,
one.
untung aja.
You still have the operator in the hands of VA backside.
Wih, kelihatan senjatanya, wih.
Gun barrel
Nice.
What he was expecting for Forsaken
gila.
now.
GG,
Tour de
GG
force
for
online.
second coy.
Aduh, malah buka
Their
OP
team
dia.
being out too.
Flipping the map.
Sayang tadi
GP.
itu.
Sayang banget, Cok.
No
Di
step
sayang
here to
lu,
get back
tahu dia
fast,
main
but
game.
they will be in short. They have the trip up though from Forsaken.
Jing Anyo udah nyampe lu liat no.
Cepet banget anjing.
Save. The rotations
Yes.
are not late.
Nice. Enggak apa-apa reflect. No, no, no. Wah, ini
One more.
Controllers.
nah, woi dia.
Kai gets three.
Oh, mampus lu.
Want to win. And
Mainin Bi
consistently the
lebih seru Bi,
clutches
sumpah Bi.
Anjing.
are caving on the side of
Beli
Optic.
akun,
Iya,
beli
betul.
akun. Kok udah ada akun?
It was a massive
siap,
problem
Cok.
for
Beli
them
akun yang
for
banyak skin Bi,
SPRX.
mantap Bi kayak
There's a
Pablo.
reason why that
Gila sama BNK dia nggak ngumpet ya dipantengin ya.
went lopsided.
Sengajain.
Big brain.
Mental sih tadi tuh.
Kalau nggak reset lah pasti crossernya pasti nggak ngecek situ aja.
And this is
Ada
a
stepnya
great
tadi kan?
comeback after a 7-0.
Lari dia.
Remember, 7-0. Here's the double satchel from Jing. Slow on the ground, but it's a fast
Nice.
reaction
Oke.
for Victor, but
Red kill nggak
all
apa-apa.
it nets is a trade.
Begitu udah bagus banget Jing dapat anjing.
Seekers too to make sure they had
Iya,
fully
anjing.
established
Biasanya kan
power
bau
controls. They're gonna be
nembak
working
orang
their way
ulti
forward
itu
into that.
anjing.
Yeah, he also found Ben
kena
Kai
lagi
on the
nih,
other
Cok.
side of the map.
Jangan dong.
Might find Forsaken here too, and he
Ya
does.
Aiden,
ampun.
it's the little things. Crashies flashes
Spoiler,
in
anjing,
short
nggak dulu, bangsat.
right during that.
Main aja
That's
spoiler.
exactly where Paper
Nice.
Gua tuh bisa mendapatkan
Ini nice sih.
depan.
And off of this.
Aduh, kena lagi nih, kiri nih, Sky.
Aduh, shotgun lagi, anjing.
Aduh, shotgun lagi.
This is the judge here. Swing with the flash.
Just there,
Ah!
spam through. It gets cleaned up. Finesse with the judge,
Bukan
as you said.
shotgun sih
Optic
tai
gets a
sih.
hit.
Masa 93 lagi. 93 lagi sama kayak tadi.
Is that
Gason
aggressive
before the switch.
pace
Kalau kalah udah
Kutukan, Cok.
from
Kutukan,
Paper
Cok.
X that ends up costing them their
Iya
Optic
sih Kersnis 93
completely ready
Kersnis.
for the bathroom aggression.
Waktu ngebalikin
Completely
apa
ready
tuh?
for both
Lik apa?
Benkai and
Tim apa?
Forsaken to try to take some
93?
space long.
Siapa?
Perex lawan siapa?
Yang mana? Apa?
Yang 93 Curse.
Apa ya kemarin Blade ya? Apa Les ya?
Sebelum Fnatic.
Oh, Guil.
Oh yang di comeback tuh ya, di
Guil.
comeback.
Liquid ya?
Guil.
Bukan, emang gue
Sebelum Fnatic. Guil kan?
tim gede, Cok. Ada bukan?
Yang di sini. Jitu.
Gitu.
Oh, yang kemarin, yang tester kemarin.
Udah lama.
Aduh.
Ya.
Tapi ini map City guys, tenang guys, ini map City.
Wow.
You see Vic trying to play in a spot where he's able to welcome them, and yay with the tour de force on the other side.
Gede banget anjing di
Bard
ulti
in the
gak
middle
tuh.
of all that gets that off, but finally a shot missed.
Ampun.
They'll have Victor to back him up though, and it will net the kill.
Anjing
and
dikasih
potentially
temennya
net the
tuh.
half, and respond right back to Paper Rex with a knife through their own.
Suara siapa itu?
BMX siapa?
Oh, Abi.
Switches over to the Vandal.
Suara
Prime
siapa
gaming
itu, Bi?
flawless comes through as Ye takes care of Bangkok.
Wah, 93
A 9-3
cok.
half response for
Course,
Optic after the
let's
bludgeon
Kenapa
blow.
curang banget? Oke, ini City side.
I'm
Fine kan?
wondering if all that people talking that Finesse was doing at
Dapat
the beginning of the
96
game
aja
was
menang.
them completely breathing a sigh of relief. After they see no Yoru here, this definitely did not work out for Paper X.
Kepala cok.
And this is what I was mentioning. Marv getting off that orbital strike in the middle of fighting on both sides. Perfect for EA to be able to pinch them.
Yo, mental.
An excellent response out from
Yo,
Optic.
Kars,
Watch
Kars,
the
No Yori no
Kings
party cok katanya.
skill
No Yori
when
no
Prince's
party
skill
komennya.
power.
Iya, kurang semangat nih kayaknya.
Thank you very much, Bola and Doug. There is another 9-3, but this time in the favor of
Langsung
Optic.
aja
I've
sih
got
ya,
Jeff
lah gue
Brent
pas
back
main
in with me.
komplek agak
Brent, Optic,
istirahatnya.
they have an answer. They have the discipline and the game plan is working.
It's kind of hard to pick up and play it. The composition of Paper Rex is playing
Ini
is
bukan
so
kompe,
clear.
ini turnamen kawan.
Like they want to play fast and loose.
Lu bukan
When
kompe,
they
lu
are
ranked ya?
controlled, when they're running the double
Kompetitif.
control, the double smokes, they have to play at a bit of a slower tempo to take map control, and they are struggling because of it. They are struggling so much.
It looked like it took 7 rounds until they were confident enough to take those opening jewels, to take space on the map.
Yep.
That being said, the man on your screen right now was one that was denying them a lot of that space. I think Optic had a perfect read on the power positions on the map. And this man, we spoke about flashes and the likes of getting Jing in. Conversely,
Anjing
Optic had
tarik
one of
yang
the
nonton
best flashes on the
102.000
entire
tai.
server.
Iya.
Just go,
Billy,
you can't have it, you
Billy,
can't have
Billy.
it. This is my spot, don't
Tapi emang gue
come in.
nontonin dia
But I
sih
loved
seneng sih.
how hard
Baca komennya.
Optic were fighting over this map control.
Dia nobar terus lagi kayak Valorant.
Terus
Valorant banyak lagi eventnya.
taking opportunities to essentially punish and play with complete confidence. You've just got flattened on map number 1, and you've come back in, and you're playing with this much confidence, this much gall to be able to take the fight to Paper Rex.
Tapi Pablo
they
ngerokok
are
nggak,
just
Bro?
honestly a world class and a different team. This is what
Oh,
experience
enggak lah.
affords you, is opportunities like this to not, just fall quietly into the night.
Pablo mana?
You will fight back tooth and nail, and the fact that it's 9-3 is absurd. But there was adaptations towards the end. Forsaken ended up capitalizing, re-clearing the space, taking it back again, as we saw in that final clip. There were attempts by Paper Rex, but is it too
Map
late?
dua
Is it too
ente
little?
sih ini.
Because they are sitting at that 9-3 scoreline.
We did say
Tapi
there
ini
were
bind.
Kalah coba Perex kok.
Tapi ini bind ini bind tapi kan City side.
Ini yang kalah lawan lower dulu kan?
Ya, yang kalah lawan lower.
Lawan Fnatic ya?
Belum. Fnatic habisnya main.
Oh, belum selesai ya.
Ini 4 game dong hari ini.
Di pistol
Dua.
dia.
Oh, lower final ya, lower final ya.
Bisa.
Besok lower final baru grand final. Bukan besok kan?
Hari ini lower final dulu. Besok lawan juara lawan upper kalah kan?
Lawan upper kalah, ya benar.
Iya.
But Paper Rex, they gotta
Baru
bounce
grand
back
final,
here. They
menang.
have to bounce back. It's not an elimination
Ya, ini
match,
pistol
they
round
still have
penting
a
sih.
second chance
Belum
to
ada
either
menang dia
lose
pistol
it,
round.
and,
Perek
Pistol
menang,
is over back to
masih ada
Daga
chance
Bala
winnable.
getting-
San jangan ketawa San ayo ye.
Oh, grand
Harus
final minggu ya.
full buy.
One half in the books, and if you're a fan of
Masih
Optic, you're
11.
enjoying the
Kopinya
tale
4,
that's
Cok.
been told so far.
Sudah kopi satu kurang dap.
Ngopi ngapa ngopi bang?
Player aja 4 cok kalau udah bau.
People, you're,
Nanti
yeah,
pas
you're not digging
pertengahan,
this one.
wih
Ooh,
kopi
the
ku
fast
habis nih.
Double satchel again from Victor. And this has been so successful. There's no Brimstone stim here though, but here we go. That kind of receive.
Nice
Oh, the
banget.
pinch!
They're just going for it. Forsaken's there, and once again he gets the opener on the round.
Anjing.
Hampir dapat 2 anjing.
The spike
Bayar kalian
still
itu
back
sumpah ya.
towers As there are fights all over the
baru
site.
Perex.
Gua ngeliat
Lihat
monitor
nih.
aja pusing sekarang. Kiri dia
One man
tiba-tiba.
army dia.
Already succumbing a little bit to the aggression that we expect from Paper Rex. They even got a haunt down long beat. And Ye was not able to put it down, so a lot of information here for Paper Rex to work with. And
Gila, Forsaken agresif
at this
banget.
point, he can just chill. Look at the rotation
Wah,
towards
yeah.
his side. Jing is already here, and he has a nade.
Oh, bentar subuh final lo kayaknya. Oh,
Finesse so weak too.
ini 3 match ya hari.
It's actually Ye who's going first.
Itu triple box.
No challenge.
Nice.
Across U-Haul, there was
Apa
one
sih
towards
Dro?
the-
Musuh itu Dro.
Bro,
Mind
anjing
Freak.
bro.
Crash
Oh.
He's just shown up to 2v2 here.
Yeah.
There's certainly not out of good works
Baca.
yet.
Anjing.
It's a 1v1. Ye against Dubai. Again,
fuck,
clutches have not
Ye.
been on the side of Optic so far.
And he knows the information. He's gonna plant.
Miss dong, satu bullet El
Force
Diablo.
spawn, no.
No, he's not.
Bedung anjing niat banget cok, gaming banget cok. Optik. Tahe.
Dubai has no idea.
Apa sih jago
And the thing
banget.
is, even if Dubai were to go in short right now, Ye would know.
Can't even hear the spike plant. There he's
Ayo
scratching
penentuan,
his head
Davai,
wondering
Davai,
what the
let's go,
heck
let's go.
happened here.
Tele
Goes for the
ketahuan dong.
telly again.
Iyalah.
Wise as to what's
Waktu
going
kan.
on. One
Tinggal satu
shot
pelor
left
itu.
in that headhunter.
Recon dulu, ada recon tuh.
The weapon will bandage
Ayo,
will be in
Davai.
Device favor with the
Ngajarin, Cok.
ghost.
Yeah.
Go.
He's looking to put that one bullet right between
Aduh, kena
Dubai's
lagi.
eyes, and he's not able to, but he does with the clutch.
Wah.
Ye gets 3, Optic gets 10.
Wah, pistol run coy kalah.
Anjing kena lagi.
And the pistol round for the
Lagi badan
leaders this
55.
time too. Optic. Receive the
niat banget anjing
statement.
ke turnamen.
Receive the letter of
Ya,
intent.
emang turnamen,
Paper
emang
Rex.
turnamen. Emang.
They send back
Itu
a
one by
cease
one
and
pakai
desist
rotet,
on a
anjing.
map that
Aja
has been
senyum.
completely undefeated,
Full senyum.
spotless for Paper Rex right here.
Coba beli, Cok.
Iya harus
Look at
force.
Off the backs of that clutch from Ye,
Harus
Paper
force
Rex
lah.
is going to say, let's go for a buy here. There's a lot of
Aneh
SMGs
gitu
here.
doang.
Stinger, two
Forsaken.
Spectres.
Nggak jadi bang.
Well, Optic looking to
Oh,
spoil
anjir,
that.
hampir.
Tinggal 4 dong.
Still have
pelornya.
the gun advantage, even with the investment on the side of Paper X.
Hari ini sebelum main makan apa ya?
Preemptively firing the
Nasi
peak
gaming,
there.
nasi laser
Yeah,
cok.
now looking
Jangan.
for the Prowler, looking for somebody walking
Di
down.
gaming.
Gaming rice.
The silence.
Sendok gaming.
Yalah cok.
As Paper X have no idea
Dia
what Optic are gonna do here.
Pusing gua guys.
Bilang cari info cok.
Now you see that flash come through.
DM apa per second nih, Cok?
Counter flash, Prowler trying to find
Bilang
something.
Nice.
Cok, bilang.
Nice.
It's Jing who's able to get
Nice.
the opener, but Victor
Aduh.
has made his way
Nice,
in.
man. Freak.
Oh.
And Victor
Nice.
was able to get more with it. You
Ah,
see the investment, it may have worked out.
Tahan, hold, tunggu teman backup datang.
Bukan, salah,
Nice.
salah.
40 HP.
Salah,
Tunggu
salah.
backup datang, mati lo.
Victor, and
Bos.
Mike cleans it up. The stinger too good.
Nice, nice.
Back lu, T-back.
13-5 bro.
Masih ada,
Paper Rex has
masih ada
been
ya.
phenomenal.
Nah, mau disamain skornya nggak bisa, sorry ya.
So far this
Beda, bro,
tournament,
beda,
before this
beda,
game, they
bro.
were 2 and
Beda
3.
beda kelas, Bos.
A
Bawa
40%
dua
win
kacamata
rate.
sono lu, wey.
In that round
Bangun
specifically,
merasa, iya ya, aku kalau
Kita
gitu
mata
tuh
saving, Cok.
or, you know, being able to buy a Vandal or anything like that.
Oh,
because of a
dapat
couple of kills
dua,
or
one,
anything. There's no
wait.
spike plant money from the defender sides.
Player mana gitu, mouse di kiri anjing. Fanatik ya?
Fast on top of this box.
Siapa kemarin si
Fanatik,
booster
fanatik.
booster.
Off guard here.
Ya booster,
Booster
fanatik
ya?
booster.
Iya, mouse di
Oh,
kiri
he's
anjing.
hiding in the one way too. This is old school tag.
Sneaky.
They don't
Ini
know.
berbahaya.
Sis man.
Wow.
What a setup as Forsaken goes double dipping.
Wah, nafsu,
Gets
nafsu
a
itu
second.
fix nafsu.
Third not there.
Jangan dapat dua cok nggak nafsu.
Bank
Cok.
high
Nice.
goes up on Showers.
Satu lagi tuh
Tukar
nafsu.
satu nggak
Ih,
masalah
cakep
sih.
banget. Ih,
Satu
kelas
dua.
banget tuh for second.
The dot's cold there. For Optic not able to actually read the situation.
Nggak masuk nih.
Aduh,
Orb was dead.
Dikebom deh lu.
bilang.
Dead. The setup for Paper Rex, they just keep up.
Aduh, di granat
coming
aja
up
panik,
with some
Bos.
Cool things.
Antar
Just
tim e-sport
immediately
ini,
drop the
Royan.
orb as soon as you could. Forsaken, that's it. Easy kill.
Thank you Aurora for watching in my stream right now.
Oh, langsung OP ya.
Sebelum 13
Give
menang
some
OP.
space on top of that rock to peek from. The typical one that we saw, you know, at Reykjavik and
Nggak
tournaments
boleh
prior
dicontoh
was
tadi tuh
always
Dap.
covering that
Kalau
box
misalkan
up.
jaga di B-nya tuh Dap.
Apa, Bos?
Woi, lu pro player PUBG. Sky.
Oh, line up itu line up Sky, Bang. Line up ini. Line up Viper. Nah, ini nih.
Nice trap here
Tengok
from
molinya.
Victor. They're gonna get the flash.
Nice!
Mind Freak.
Nice.
But
Aduh,
Mampus.
Tenang, San. Tenang.
Jing.
Panik aja, jangan tenang.
Jing.
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 Barrel, the most deceptive.
Jing.
Aduh.
Astaga,
Swings around anyway.
Nice!
Forsaken had a shot at the collapse, which is over. Sleight of hand not on his side.
Aduh.
Now it's Benkai who's left outnumbered in a 1v3.
Wah, Spectre lagi.
How the heck does he do this
Bengkai.
when they know where he's at. Crashes get the heal
What
up on
is that?
Finesse as well. He's
Kelas
back up to
kelas
100.
dong, ya kan? 3 doang,
So
Cok.
far away.
Itu di bawah lu, Cok.
Arms that he walked out with.
Iya, kan dia nggak tahu.
Problems here.
Walah.
He's greeted by a firing squad.
Apa, Cok?
Optic.
Kalah senjata.
Flash bonus.
11 to 5, and while that eco
Dapat
round
gol lumayan.
certainly
Jadi tim e-sportnya
Oke,
berasal
langsung, Cok.
tim
Oke.
asal tim e-sport ya.
Oh, ada.
Region. Jadi ada asal tim e-sport dari Indonesia, ada region Indonesia, region.
a long path.
Gila iya ya.
Two definitely should have gotten that kill on the A.
Ih, gila nih orang.
Ade itu sih serem banget ya. Kayak Ade sawa.
A displaying some confidence.
Nyasar.
The most unassuming of the group.
Yeah.
Main chamber kayak
He's
gini
like,
dulu.
yeah, I mean that was lucky.
Waduh, di ini.
Interesting buy here out from Paper X. Safe has that sort of course. Well, he had it
Timing.
as he just gets dropped instantly.
That duel is going to be so much fun to watch.
He pursued Benkai with Ruba in his face. He didn't get a chance to clear it out at all.
Kok
As
nggak
Victor
sadar
won
sih
with
Benkai ya?
Fade, as he's going up top, he's going
Oh,
deeper,
dia
he's
nggak tahu
looking
belok
for more
kali,
Viper's
nggak tahu
Pit
itu belok.
to conceal anything that's happening on the site.
These executes super clean here from Optic. The amount of
Susah
utility
ada 12
that's
tuh.
on that spawn door, the pipes exit.
Paksa
Ridiculous
ulti,
to
Cok.
deal with. And it forces you to be peeking when they're walking out of bathroom. So that's just easy kills to clean up.
Jing
for
ada
Optic.
ulti habis ini.
Kasih.
Yeah, I don't think Paper X want the heat, man.
And they're going to let him get to match point, but for good reason. If they lost players here, it would have been
Harusnya di-push dia.
Yalah biar miskin dia.
Enggak.
You see Mind Freak with only 900
Enggak,
credits.
aman banget.
Yeah, he's gonna bring in the orbital strike to the next round.
Woi, ini nge-push, Cok.
Satu.
Aduh, kena. Apa?
Ya,
And the nice ones now
Lagi
that
pedas sekali bah Phantomnya.
for Jinx. Now you see
Tumben
two
main freak,
kills
top
that's
freak pas
online
lawan
here.
Fnatic, map Asen main freak, top freak guys.
Match point.
as we get out to match point here for Optic.
Oh, bro.
The narrative that we had coming into this map was
Curang ya lagi nggak pegang senjata
no
ditembak
way
cok.
Optic come back against the comp,
Template
against
juga
a
sih
team as
positioningnya.
good at this
Aduh,
map
kena granat siapa tadi
as
tuh, Cok?
Paper X. It looks like the decision to switch away from
Si Benkai.
Benkai ya?
so far that they've been playing at this
Yang
tournament
Jokers.
definitely costing them.
Ya ini senjata cuma serep sama OP anjing.
One more chance here for Paper X. One more opportunity to keep this map alive. And look at the space they've taken, the haunt, to find something through that smoke potentially, but it
Gua udah
doesn't
dapet
find
ininya
anything.
Ah,
So
B-nya belong clear,
they go
Cok.
exploring. And a gap for
Asuman
Benkai
nih,
too,
asuman nih.
here in the wall.
Do they check it? Wall goes
Oh,
down.
gini anjing malah.
Aduh, habis pula toksiknya, Cok.
Molly hit. Right in
Oh,
the
jadi
face.
sneaky.
Now the nade there, Benkai nowhere to
Aduh,
go.
kejepit aku, Cok.
Nothing is
Heal gua
safe.
dong. Aduh.
As the
Siapa
A
yang
trying to
heal?
check this tight angle.
Timing dong.
Leaked out from U-Haul. There's the challenge. Orbital strike comes through. We mentioned that ult at the beginning of the round.
Nice.
Nah, wih, udah mau ngeplay sampai sini cok, per second cok.
Back into his lap.
Love the way that Mind Freak is playing this.
He's just waiting. Patiently, he gets a big kill.
Spike down.
Nice.
Now knowledge of where the spike is. The Molly to cut things off.
Aku
And
dapat
Forsaken
spike
can
ya.
strike at any point here too.
Dapat spike,
His
Cok, dapat
information
spike,
right
Cok.
now is only that Mind Freak's on the flank, but
Aduh.
he gets a little greedy and Crashes finds something too. Oh
No.
It's falling apart.
It's off the rails. But
Nice,
Forsaken
Forsaken.
brings it right
Nice.
back. It's now more in a
Nice
1v2. Benkai weak. Forsaken light armor.
Does he know?
He may.
Jangan dong, jangan nge-pick dong.
He's staring right at it. Averts his gaze.
Gabung ya, aman.
How does Marv do this?
Udah, kayak takut.
He does
Timing
it.
dong. Nice.
That's how Paper X gets to 6.
Bagus.
Great round for Paper X on a number of levels.
Apa itu?
The one
Official.
weapon was enough.
Iya.
Ya nggak diambil.
Saved from the
Yeah.
last round.
Iya.
Nggak ke- Mana sih
And the
tadi?
push
Ini
immediately
chain
down
side,
low
Sky.
B. Optic was not
Oh iya.
set up to receive.
12 ya.
And also, We have to keep in mind, Marked is all the way deep bathroom, so he spots that pocket, but
Tuh tangan kiri dah,
that guy
kayak gini dah.
specifically
Prosekan
was
tangan
playing
kiri
the
jago.
Iya dia,
Victor
cok,
double
tangan
satchel.
kiri dia.
Ke tangan kanan nggak bisa gua.
They won't go for it. They're gonna go for that trap play with the
Wah,
molly
ini
elbow.
Kayak rasanya lain kok
The
pakai
double
tangan kiri.
satchel here.
Karena
All the way down for Sagan's here though.
Oh, sampai lompat bang.
Wah, bisa sampai situ, Cok. On the other side of the map.
Nice!
So high!
Oh,
He manages to get one with the showstopper. Optic just get dismantled, but Ye somehow gets two with the
Ih,
tornado.
gila suka banget gue liat Farex nih.
Equalize around quite yet.
Rip just went off, and he also
Aduh
hears
ya,
the Prowler
nah
dug,
Ye pula
so he
nih.
knows exactly where both of these players
Kenapa
are.
nggak Ye duluan mati?
Iya, kenapa nggak Ye mau mati
And he
sih?
receives the
Anjing.
spike
Iya.
immediately, so a lot of time, a lot of
Aku kira di long.
space for him to
Objektif,
punish
Cok.
Divide here, who will be in a
Matikan Ye, menang
1v1.
kita.
Matikan Ye menang nih.
21-9 for him.
Ambil orb sih Ye, nggak apa-apa, kasih tuh gratis men.
Duh, ngapa jauh-jauhan double pick aja sih ya.
Mending dia main save pick 2 bersama nggak sih, dikasih dia plans kayak.
Pasti nahan sih, kasih.
He has so many options before him.
45 seconds.
Cari dulu anjing sama Ye pinter banget.
He clears everything, so he knows nobody playing
Gua main
close
kasih,
side
gua
at
main.
least.
Aduh.
Now he sets up his team.
Ah, ada stepnya tuh.
Get back out of this situation.
Divide just now starting to move. Ye gets the spike down. Divide's almost going head to head, and Ye is dead.
Oh, kayak gitu kan. Stream snap cok, nontonnya cok.
Iya.
And what
Ini
started
nonton.
a few rounds ago now for Paper X was certainly real. This was
Paya.
Gak ada.
an aggression against the Crash, and Optic want to go for that
Ada
double
yang
satchel
relax.
up long.
Rekonnya
But
bisa
the
ngambil situ
classic
kemarin.
Paper X, this time they actually
Lempar aja
had
bang,
Jing to the
dari
mid
muka
switch.
itu.
That just works so
Buka lah,
well with the
kenapa?
showstopper. The
Lempar
hots
atas
in
bolongan
that
itu.
smoke provides so much value, and they're gonna go for it again. And even here, Divide might still send that same exact
Lagi
message.
line-up-nya.
Going to Prowler in the face of the satchel, and he has to throw it in reverse. Nightfall there, and it's going to hit almost everyone. Ye's the only one who's not there to swing out.
Nice banget. Aduh.
Doesn't find a ton. It's actually Optical winning these.
Woi!
Oh, dapat.
Ya Ye masih hidup lagi anjing lah. Ye.
Ye curang cok anjing.
Divide gets
itu
scored.
Not at all.
Cantik-cantik
They give themselves a hope with the eco round win.
Miskin nih ya? Oh belum belum.
As
Masih bisa
Optic
bayar dia.
need to find a way to
Miskin.
close this out. It's not going to be
Half
to
nih,
leave
half
Ye
bite ya.
1vx situations at the end of every single round.
Gila keren banget anjing.
Divide.
Ah, mampet antik kau ya, pressing shot.
He joins the stage for the first time this tournament
Apa ya, bangun cok?
and ends up popping off.
Bangun deh, bangun. Wake up.
This entire series.
Awas lagi bos.
Again, you know, we mentioned it on the
Ini
first
surrender,
half. We
bos.
talked so much
Ah,
about
tapi
players
gua-
on the
12.
side of Paper X, and well, for good reason, right?
Pada malu sih gue beli.
Tapi biar seru OT dulu kan kayak.
He's putting everyone on notice.
OT terus Suren ya kan.
These important moments. Couple of clutch situations,
Aduh.
or anti-clutch situations, you can call them. That 2 versus 1 for him.
Kalau 11 tuh masih ada asa gitu.
17,
12 tuh
but
deg-degannya
massive,
beda
massive
banget.
impact. And on the first round, his stats definitely reflected that impact. This
12.
time, not so much. Mind Freak, 18 and 16.
Optic already got 12 rounds.
That's crazy. It means Divide was 4 and 17
Nih.
before that round.
Gua deg-degan banget
Man,
guys.
impact, you're absolutely right.
Setiap round tuh nyawa cuma 1.
There's even more than that. Obviously, you got the 4K in that round, but the fade Prowler shuts
Oh,
down the
mix
actual
by dia.
Bang, ini-
Victor there, who's trying to
ini
go
nge-freeze
around the
atau
corner
yang
with the
nge-freeze?
flash from Crashies.
Dia lagi
It was
alt
good.
tab kayak Sky.
Both Mind Freak and Divide were flashed, but the Prowler stopped him. He can't go against the flash if he's
Gak
flashed.
tahu Muhammad.
Forsaken challenge in bathroom here with an op of his own. An Optic on a really light buy. They're gonna tuck.
Nice. Aduh.
They're not great response.
Malah Jing yang mati.
Oh,
As Jing falls, you still have the operator in play Forsaken. Now some info gathered. They understand there is some presence on board. Off of that, there's the
Nice,
pings.
Mind Freak.
Gets another.
Kecein cok.
Sini gua mau gua share screen.
The cleanest rounds Paper X
Boleh,
put
Bang.
together.
Teleport's ready.
And it is worth noting, Optic with a broken buy coming into this one, you still see the remnants of that finesse.
Nice.
Mark with just a
Pablo
sheriff.
mana cok?
Gak tau habis sama Pablo.
Options almost
dia AFK dia
non-existent.
bodoh.
Wih, gila. OP cok,
Crispy
OP.
shot. But Paper X gets 9, and this is like this coming round ball. This is where we'll see
Tinggal
the
beli,
impact of
Cok.
the
Kaya,
timeout
Cok.
that was called previously.
Yes, absolutely.
Ngeri banget coy ini mah. Kalau
All
comeback.
smiles for the Paper X fans.
Kenapa
Jangan
nggak pakai
BO3 aja seru ya.
As they put
Kenapa nggak
together
pakai
now
ulti
4 in a
second,
row.
Boy?
They've come from 5.
Kayak
12
setupnya dia mau
to
ganti
5.
deh. Buat nge-HB doi.
Still 3 match
Dan
points
defense
to go.
bro.
Important here that they build the bank. So no matter what happens in the round, they're consistently going to have money equipped to take on the push. But look at this. Forsaken might actually go for a peek into the TP. To challenge EA.
Oh, dipakai cowok ultinya.
No, he's gonna get out.
Jangan.
The swing is there. Victor cleans up.
Kasian banget Jing, sumpah bau
Start
banget.
here for Paper X. They've been
Sabar,
winning the
nggak
early
backup nah,
engagements.
mau ngambil op nah. Kan di ulti kan.
And off of that, Victor
Gak ada
now
info,
wants to
Cok,
push for
Jing,
that
Cok.
showstopper. Forsaken still has that tour de force.
Ya kan dap, makain dap.
Holding down shadows, but again, opt to cut noise.
Tak temenin gitu ya kan.
Nonton di
Main
Twitch kan,
berlima.
Mang?
Ya, 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 Twitch ini
Round
Sky.
to resist. If you're Paper X, Forsaken going for a play though, clears it out with the.
Of course, he's going for a play.
Nih mati nih Sky.
Why not? Crash, he's unaware the
Nah.
safety's there, and that might
Nice,
actually no, it's
play
not.
smart.
Really want to try to pair
Timing,
those
bro,
seekers with the
mampus.
orbital strike too, and now the execute.
Belum timing nih bos.
Large chunk of it taken out, still has it. That's mind freak salt right there, and they want to actually work a pick with EA.
Dia bisa rendezvous gak kalau diem di sini deh, Sky?
Yeah, Finesse who's still
Apa?
flirting
Kok
outside
bisa
the
rendezvous
towers.
gak itu?
And you see the rotations
Apa-apa,
actually coming
nggak
over
Per second,
Paper X, they're headed
rendezvous.
towards B.
Kenapa? Rendezvous apaan?
Kayak tele
Guys,
gitu.
welcome, boy.
30 seconds.
Weh.
That looks so
Hah?
close.
He knows, he knows.
Diem-diem aja.
Look at him, the crosshair.
Yes, it's good. But again, Finesse
One more bro.
in shower.
Mau rendezvous ini nih.
What?
Weh,
Doctor
weh,
Deception
wah
tries
no.
finessing his way into A, and he does.
Anjing.
Turns around, destroys Forsaken. And now Victor gets a spike down. 3v3 here, operator still in the hands of EA. The rotations now start to
Land
show
DP
up
tuh.
for
Ya.
Paper X. Time not on their side. Molly to
Di
clear
mana
out
dulu?
bench, but there's no one home.
Apa?
Victor 2, showstopper to end this game.
Iya dia.
Dide.
Is that the finishing blow? There's a showstopper.
It's popped
Buying
early.
space, buying time.
Ketarik dia nih ya?
Anjing buat ngusir doang kah?
Ketarik dia tuh ya?
And Paper
Buat
X
ngusir
so
doang anjing time.
stalwart in the face of what's before him. But they have to make a move, and they have to do it soon.
Ayo dong
And they
time.
move
Iya,
right
tai
into
sih,
EA.
sumpah.
Ah udahlah.
This third map looking like a foregone conclusion here as Benkai gets into half. He's going to have to do it by himself, and no, Finesse does it at the end. 13-9 responses. We're headed to map 3.
Aduh, second kalau
We're
dapet
headed to
satu
Fracture,
aja,
baby.
dapet dua itu.
Satu sama.
Anjing BO3 cak.
Phenomenal response from Optic. But even in the face of the
Beres ya?
crushing
Beres ya?
defeat,
Beres
Paper
ya?
X,
Fracture,
With
fracture.
Fracture.
nice little comeback there.
Map
After what
optik
looked
juga
like
sih.
they're going to be fully
Sama
in
Sperex
despair.
gue suka milih Fracture loh.
First map.
Barbarnya sih cocok di fracture ya. Kalau barbar.
Saya suruh main tuh coachnya malah
It really
mulu
doesn't. Like,
Iya.
easily could have gone the
Lu
other way,
coach
but
terus
ultimately
main apa?
Ranknya
it's a
gold
fake
aja lu.
comeback. You can't lose with the people.
Tagline-nya bang.
So many
Jing,
important
Jing
Robert
ini kena
Throughout the entire-
timing terus sih Jing ya. Astaga.
Gak ada
lihat
yang
tuh.
coverin Jing tadi.
Jing stuck sih. Cuma sekali dia naik di sindong nih.
Came into this tournament with him in the
Coba aja, Cok.
conversation.
Terus
I
semua,
mean,
Cok.
there was the conversation about best player in the world. And at the beginning of the tournament, he definitely didn't have
Ini bagus
best
sekali
player
tuh
work
feelingnya
performances.
sumpah dah.
Itu dia ngepick barengan anjing satu
Iya,
garis.
dia nggak perlu geser
Iya,
bos,
Bang.
Cok.
Is Paper X
Udah
come into
3-3
this
orang di situ.
as a potential favorite and
Chill Benkai, chill Benkai.
name into that conversation. So far on Haven, he was really good, but map 2 definitely
Gila,
struggled
bener
a little
menonton.
Ini
bit.
BO3 guys
Balik,
buat yang
Bang.
nanya.
Belum,
Sebat,
istirahat,
Cok.
istirahat,
Nggak usah bahas,
istirahat,
bahas.
istirahat.
Cepat-cepat yuk, aduh asal anjing.
Fracture's next.
Greget banget nih.
Si Pablo kemana Pablo?
DM lagi Sky.
Apa?
DM lagi kah?
Lagi tar dulu cowok nonton dulu
Lah.
cowok.
Lo
FPX
dulu
fanatik.
Duh coba Yoru anjing.
Jadi menurut abang siapa nih yang bakal juara bang?
PRX tapi harus lawan Fnatic dulu dia.
tuh kalah dong di sini lo.
Menang lawan fanatik
Kan
Win
udah lawan
rate.
fanatik.
naik nih ya.
Iya. Lawan Fnatic dulu baru abis itu lawan Optik. Dah, juara.
Balas lagi Optik ya.
Biar nggak terlalu over PD, coy kalahin dulu.
Berarti
sama
Optik nih kalau menang udah nunggu dari final.
Langsung grand final.
Grand final langsung kan ini final upper.
Upper terus deh ya.
Gua nge-mute, gua ajak ngomong terus gua nge-mute, lupa.
Bisa.
Blok Montana. Itu breaknya 1 menit. Gue jawabin kalian semua ngomong lupa gue mute. Dari tadi ngobrol gue kayak nyambung gitu kan. Gue jawabin semuanya tuh sumpah.
Itu
ente.
Itu
Kalau sama gue tahu semua kalau soal game ini
telepati bang, saman telepati.
Gue udah hatam banget sama game ini udah.
Berarti lu menurut lu Paper X kalah nih Fracture. Sky.
Kalah dulu ya. Terus lawan Fnatic menang baru juara abis itu.
Tapi Fnatic susah loh dilawan kemarin.
Lu lihat.
Fnatic ngelawan apa bang namanya?
FPX.
Yang OT-nya sampai 17 tuh.
Fnatic lawan anjing lupa lagi.
Aduh.
Anjing.
Levi
dari Latin Amerika.
Anjing.
Regionnya Latam.
17
cok.
Capek kalau aku disumpah weh.
Gue juga
udah push aja.
Gue juga udah mau tidur, ayo dong. Udah nih, gue mau tidur ini gue lagi live.
Casternya kasihan cok ngomong terus.
Gak beres-beres cok.
Itu kalau kayak gitu kopi berapa ya kira-kira ya? 4 kurang ya?
Kurang sih 4 sih.
Habis itu sesak pipis lagi kayak mana tuh ya?
Iya.
Ya harus kencing dulu kali.
Tapi lagi OT itu bang. Gimana?
Oh ini kalah gara-gara ini si berempat mainnya nggak di stage show satunya.
Iya.
Kemarin cuma berdua.
Kemarin
Kemarin tuh yang pertama Forsaken, kedua Davai, ketiga Jing sama Alex. Terus kemarin akhirnya di stage cuma berdua. Si apa? Mind Freak sama Benkai. Berdua dia Sky.
Berdua cok ente.
Menang tapi.
Positif pas dicek bang.
Positif. Nah ini yang baru negatif lagi si Davai sama si Forsaken sama Alex si coachnya. Ini Fracture sama kuat ya?
Fracture pakai Yoro bisa gak?
Neon.
Enggak lah bang.
Bridge ya.
Neon Chamber.
Neon Raji.
Neon Chamber apa Neon Raji?
Neon Bridge.
Kalau duelis ya, duelisnya Raji bagus, Neon bagus.
Berarti
Neon Race,
Neon Bridge,
Brim,
Chamber.
Viper bagus.
Viper atau ini Astra?
Ah boleh.
Viper sih.
Astra sih.
Astra ini.
Enggak, gue nggak senang lihat main Freak pakai Astra.
Kalau Astra bang, semuanya tuh cuma 2. Jadi kalau misalnya ada yang dari dish atau drop, itu yang di atas roofnya nggak ketutupan.
Ah, ngerti gak lu mau?
Atau nggak nutup?
Tahu Montana, cok.
Roof yang mana nih? A. Yang A ya?
B, yang A ya.
Yang A dong, roof.
Yeah.
Nah, kalau roof yang B itu arcade namanya, ye.
Yang
mana cowok drop.
Yang ke arcade.
Arcade B.
Tapi
tower.
Kalau
arcade itu
atas roofnya, sennya nggak ketutupan.
Gua mau main, akun gua ditabrak mulu nih, gua lihat sama temen-temen gua.
Itu Benny itu.
Iya bang.
Benny doang yang make kan?
Sama Bang Madan.
Oh Bang Madan paling. Benny mah kalau main sama itu doang, Nanang baru.
Pagi dia main Benny mah. Subuh.
Ini sih sayang banget.
Yeay. Dari dulu sini ya ini ngeselin banget.
Chamber deh.
Ya es ya.
Ya guys ya. Ya es ya.
Ya es ya. Males banget lu.
Forsaken harus pakai duit.
Kalau Sky Rena semua dah katanya.
Iyalah saudara Rena, cok. Kenapa dia main gak kepake Rena ini anjing?
Map tuh. Gak meta tuh ngapain.
Kalau tier 3 mungkin kepake bang. 2 duelis.
Anjay. Lu tier 3 kan?
Ya kan?
Kita tier 3 kadap hitungannya.
Mau masuk lah bang, mau masuk.
Mau masuk tier 3 lah, kita 2,5 lah ya.
Kalau kita udah naik imo semua ini bisa lah masuk tier 3.
Enggak mati kok imo aku ya. Dikit lagi nih bos.
Si pengen imo gue lihat.
Udah lu dipatin main kuat anjing.
Belajar bridge dulu yang bener, Cok.
Coba lihat tracknya, gua di mana.
Nih Sky.
Coba.
Sky.
Ada kalau di atas gua posisinya? Enggak ada.
Anjay, hati-hati lo Drew kalau di sini Pak Skype kompe banget nih urusan kayak gini dia. Gua aja pernah dikatain dia. Kayak gua kan emang nggak bisa nih main ya. Gua pernah dikatain sama dia nih. Saking dia kompe banget tuh. Karena dia lagi bau kan.
Perasaan lu gak gini-gini amat dulu.
Iya. Dia kompe banget. Gua dikatain juga lah temennya emang nggak bisa main dikatain anjing. Gua ngerti tapi temen gua lagi kompe sih.
Kompe cuma harus cok.
Harus.
Kalau Sky mah semua map dibilang mapnya Reina yang cowok.
Reina dipakai cowok sama Jing anjir.
Di Heaven biasa dia.
Nah, pasti dipakai.
Bisa nggak agennya di band gitu?
Kalau udah banyak kayak
kalau udah banyak bakalan ada sih harusnya dap.
Harusnya ya. Di band gitu.
Sama band map kan. Kayak Mobile Legends lama-lama.
Tau lah Mobile Legends lebih serem lagi Sky.
Apa?
Kalau lu udah pakai agent apa hero-nya lu nggak bisa pakai lagi di next.
Di match selanjutnya?
Iya di MDL.
Anjing.
Bingung tuh metanya. Harus mikir terus.
Boskop nggak bisa dipakai lagi gitu.
Iya, misalnya lu pakai boskop nih. Lu baru bisa pakai nanti di map 5 apa map terakhirnya gitu.
Ini Mon, earphone-nya apa tuh Mon?
Mana?
Earphone dipakai apa tuh? 2 juta.
Mau beli lu? Mau beli lu? Beli deh.
Enggak, nanya aja mau jualin.
KW-nya ya?
Kasih minum, Cok.
Oh, megang tisu kayak gua, Cok, kalau lagi main megang tisu anjing.
Iya,
Oh, ayo, pegang tisu guys. Nonton juga.
Sumpah, aku megang tisu Mon kalau lagi main.
Anjay. Disamain.
Ambil soalnya.
Kalau takut ambil mah jangan di dalam, bukan pegang tisu.
Goblok, tangan gua keren anjing.
Iya, sabar bang jelasinnya bang.
Global band namanya itu Bang Mon. Iya, iya.
The consistency on that team today where I haven't seen any of that from him. Some of the other players I feel like you said
Gua kira ini yang gendut ini Jing lo dulu.
Forsaken versus Victor. This is going to be really
Davai.
Kai panjang umur Kai. Bang Madan panjang umur. Mon pinjam akun Valo ya katanya. Iya.
Lagi nonton dia main Valo.
Iya.
Ya WA nih.
Fracture nih cowok. Lihat Sky main bridge. Combo neon.
Udah terbaca dong.
Gak tahu masih atau
Kayaknya udah kebaca ya.
Udah sering tahu.
Sih kayaknya nih.
Yang kemarin juga mesti kemarin ini.
Forsaken so handsome.
Forsaken Yoru, Cok.
Which one more handsome? Forsaken or me, Aurora? Of course Forsaken.
Monitornya apa ya? Zoe kayaknya.
Thank you Zoe pasti, udah pasti.
Pasti. All turnamen.
Asus staff gaming cok.
Sky beli Sky.
Apa?
Zoe.
Mousepad itu kecil ya.
Kecil banget ini
ya.
Enggak, tergantung mereka nggak sih?
DPI-nya besar berarti.
Enggak, dia DPI-nya tuh
1.2.
Forsaken. Forsaken tuh 1.2. Gila gak dap. Kenceng banget dap.
0 berapa?
0,712.
0,712
gitu DPI-nya 800. Kenceng banget. Dia ngomong di streamingnya gue nonton 0,4.
1.600.
Siapa 1.600?
Pablo DPI.
Pantes mainnya begitu ya. Ada yang doang kerjanya.
Ayo cok, push cok.
Gue nggak bisa tuh di Valorant ngatain Pablo, ngatain
Pablo tuh nggak cocok flanking sumpah, nggak tahu timing dia anjing.
Jadi Riz, dia pakai Riz, Nero, Neon
kan Neon. Bridge dong.
Bridge.
Viper. Line up kita ini line up kita tadi, Cok.
Neon Raji.
Bang Mon, halo.
Bener.
Ini udah dikasih nih, skor second duelist nih. Lego.
Keyo.
Aduh, ada Keyo lagi, bete banget tadi. Ketahuan Cok, kepiknya bisa
Wah, ada Bridge sama Brimstone ya? Wah, ulti mulu nih.
Memang selalu gini dia. Fracture.
Nggak kelihatan anjim Sky itu.
but I think that there's so
Kelihatan
many
coba nengok
players
belakang.
in both of these teams.
Ngintip tuh tinggal nengok kiri doang itu anjing.
It's definitely something to keep an eye on.
Spion anjing.
Nengok belakang kan sama.
And I love as well
Nengoknya ke
that,
depan,
you know,
Cok.
we're really just retelling the stakes of this.
Kanan
You
doang.
win this when you go to the finals.
Orang di layarnya dia buka browser no lagi nonton live ya.
Orang Indo kan gak ada counter ya, counternya kan gak ada di sini anjir, gak ada.
But also the lower bracket is way
Ini ye doang nih harus sering-sering mati nih.
want to be dropping down there to face
Ah, betul.
FPX,
Bunuh dia, Cok.
and also that also gives you an extra day
Sama
when the
Victor
upper
lah.
bracket team can prep.
Victor
And
mah
that is
udah
So important. A lot of people forget that if you have
Abi
an
mana
entire
nggak tahu.
24 hours to work with,
B.
Panas,
players at this
agak
level,
ngeri.
coaches,
Nah itu
supporters
ada
at
Mas
this
Yabi.
level,
Lah cabut lagi dia.
it's a lifetime of time to be able to work
Pas
with,
banget
to prep
timingnya ya.
for
Gua
one
ngomong
of
dia
two
datang.
opponents. And maybe you could just prep for both. It's heaps of time. So let's see who's able to snag that by its tail.
Let's see indeed as we head into the final map with your
Lucu ada bonekanya.
Gue besarin ya.
Thank you so much, Sue. Gird your loins. Hang on to your butts. We're headed to Fracture. And what a perfect place to decide who wins this series.
Mejanya.
You talk about fast versus fast.
Kemarin ada yang mati loh di sini bang, inget gak?
Jatuh ya tahu.
Ada yang anak AE kan?
Gara-gara time out. Oh Nick,
AE.
AE ya,
Right away, look at
Jatuh aja.
Mulai.
Rex, they want to go
Oh, di
fast
push,
against
Cok.
Optic here, and
Aduh.
yeah, he's got a great setup on top of the box. High-low with Marv.
Aduh,
Oh,
gak
be
digadin lah.
shocked. They wanted to go fast. Divide with a great
Oh!
trade. As you see Jing tries to get up top and
Anjing.
drop down instantly. Mind Freak not able to find more than
Anjing.
one. Finesse weak. Benkai is two. He drops Finesse.
Anjing.
There's the
Nice!
As Benkai with nothing in help. He's able to get those two at the end.
Menang
Wah,
Benkai.
GG cok. Bang
Ridiculous
Sky.
round from Benkai.
Bang Sky cok.
But even more ridiculous, Optic just completely
Masuk.
Lu ganti nama lu Sky, Ben Sky.
the spawn. That's the type
Ben
of
SKI
pace
ya.
and aggression you
SKI.
expect from
Ih
Paper
gila, dapai.
Enemy remaining.
Just the second as well.
Ini sih kasihan sih
Honestly,
FNS
felt
tuh.
like the entire
Lagi
end of the
membantu.
round, I was like, oh, you got a couple kills.
Maaf
No,
itu,
that was
Bang.
all the players.
That was all he
Come
needed.
on boys.
It's going to be interesting to watch
Just let
Divide
Mark
playing the chain
Maaf,
here.
maaf.
They're both set up
FNS-nya
again. Southside crunch. And they're
Oh,
going
iya.
again.
Wah.
There's three of them.
Wah,
He was the
wah.
only one who wasn't hit, and he was a
Wah.
safe duck anyway.
No.
Response, but still.
Woi,
Lah.
aduh.
I mean,
Too
Wah,
much
rugi
time.
banget, Cok.
even when they do get a couple,
Si ininya, Y-nya kurang ajar di belakang.
completely failed around from Paper X after it looked like a fantastic one. Crashes will get the spike down.
Play.
Spots one player. Shots not landing. The flash is
Ah,
swings
low.
around. Still has a bit to work with, but Divide
Kayak gitu
cleans him
ngindarin
up.
flash cok.
Y-nya kurang
Great
ajar
setup.
sih.
And
Di back dulu,
obviously
Cok.
the kills came in from
Oi.
Forsaken. Ye was there fast.
Ah, ya.
And the thing that you
Bang
have to
Pablo
do
gedean,
Di atas,
Bang.
di atas, di atas.
which side you're gonna
Itu
have.
gua banget cok,
When
udah
Ye
gue bilang.
is there.
Iya, kalau lu langsung kalah abis itu.
Ngobrol
anjing.
dulu, ngobrol dulu, Cok, ngobrol
Yang
dulu.
kena
Cok.
mental lu ini bukan musuhnya.
Dari 3 map ini
Terus
pertama
pencet Al.
kali nih.
And they just commit
Menang
to continue pushing
pistol
through
round
that
yang di
B side.
pertama.
That's going to be super important because as you saw, 2 players.
Lagi sih 13 kali kayak gitu.
Pepper X.
Wih gaming sih, wih gaming sih. Wih gaming
Baca
sih.
cok taktiknya cok kayak gitu
This is
13
going to be
kali.
a super interesting game. We
Kesel
stay
anjing
on the
itu.
Southside default that Optic is playing. And it looks like we are.
Wah kan sekarang ke B dong lu lihat
I
dong.
don't care if we stay there, if we go somewhere else, I just want that pace. The entire time.
Well, Paper X is the first one to
Aduh. Go
renege
bridge
on
sore
the
itu, Cok.
contract that they have.
Anjing
Atas
pinter
pushnya.
banget lu lihat wallnya tuh. Paper ballnya.
They're going up for this north side
situ,
crunch
Dap.
this time, and it could
juga
cost
ya.
them because Optic looked like they want to just go fast towards the classic B execute, and they're going to be stuck in arcade. And there's a lot of space still possible here for Optic
Aduh,
to
salah
take.
nge-push, Cok.
There it is.
Di
Fast
situ
lane, the
dia.
flashes as Victor tries to find space, and he does. He's made his way up to tower. Unscathed so far, but the challenge just on the other side. He swings out.
Ah, kena makan temen sendiri kan. Nafsu lu, Bang.
That's the danger
Kau
when you push into
mampus
that
kau,
kind of thing, but still,
Nice.
you have a chance at this
Waduh.
Marv is weak.
Ah.
He gets a duel.
Aduh.
Ice in his veins as he
Gak
gets
apa-apa cok,
three.
miskin dia.
Revive, Cok.
Keeps
Jangan
crashes up
revive,
too.
Cok.
as
Ah,
we go
mampus
to
lu.
next.
DC, DC.
So both guns stay.
Oh,
mati
bisa
ya?
dapat
And
ya.
even though he
Mati,
didn't
dapat,
get
bisa
that,
dapat.
that
Enggak,
as long as
enggak,
this
enggak,
fall
enggak.
completely.
Mati, enggak mati.
At the end of the round, he'll be
Bisa dipegang senjata.
right
dia,
back
Cok.
into it. Look at this Mark. Second shot.
Ini pandang
Ngaduin gua orang kayak ngaduin gua.
All of them.
Tatonya biasa dong.
Oh,
Keren anjir. Keren ya.
same type of aggressive
Oh, satu.
Optic after they got
Kayak tuh
run down.
kalau dia kurus sombong kayak gitu dia tuh.
Still no presence on the north side, but they want to
baju
go
gua
fast
kalau
on it.
Anjay.
And it's
Aduh,
actually
Forsaken.
Ye who welcomes
Aduh.
that aggression. Victor takes a bit of his own into the lap of Mind Freak
Force blow dia, Cok.
and dismisses him.
Ya nggak reset lagi ini.
Again, Again, these
Buset,
rounds, they
cepet
play out so
banget.
quickly.
banget dibuka dong pintunya
Opening
anjing.
seconds of the round, and it almost feels like
Mana
it's
masuk.
decided.
The fuck man.
Dibuat overthinking.
Tabrak aja ya.
Dibuat overthinking kalau kata Wadap, Cok.
Ditabrak kali.
Udah pas tinggal ya Allah.
Kan nggak WH Sky, nggak tahu dong.
Di atas satu bang sama di bawah. Saya satu. Emen kayaknya Emen ada 3.
The nice thing is he has plenty of options to pick from. 5
Kelas ini
targets
udah.
on the other side.
Ya ini.
Find one.
They're already saving.
David
I just
kurang
wants to find
banget.
something with the tour de force.
Oh tembak sekali ultinya ya kan.
I mean, he will if he just
Iya,
opens
palingnya
up the
pakai
door.
gitu.
Knock knock.
Chance you want? Nothing. Clean round out from Optic. They weathered the aggression coming to them from the western side.
Nice,
They
nice,
had
nice.
it
Let's
from
go.
the eastern side, and it was a win all around.
Iya nih Chamber si CBC anjing.
Apa CBC?
And yeah, who's been phenomenal all series long. Touted his potential.
Apa?
The operators.
Ya chamber doang ya Sky ya.
Coba bisa
On
cek.
kill.
Ada temen gue CBR,
And
Cok.
Optic now touted consistently as the counter to
Rena nih,
Paper
Cok. Wah, nggak meta dibilangin.
As soon as he got that up online, he finds himself a kill
Lihat
against
Jing,
some aggression
pakai
down
Rena.
three. And Forsaken's still not
Forsaken ada ulti, Cok.
with the weapons that they have.
Fokus dia nih.
They're gonna go for it a little bit more.
Ya, kayaknya Cing.
Finally a north side spread for arcade control here from Optic.
Iya, ada awet keren.
Mas, dia mati. Ke kiri.
Mampus.
But look at the space taken now.
Oh no.
He's already in their spawn. He's
Kok
pushed
kesel
up.
bilang kiri.
Nobody else on this B site.
WA bang
Just
WA.
joined the northern side off
Udah
of
dapet
the
set
rope,
nih.
so they've made their intentions very clear. They
Gua
have
flashin ya 1 2 3. Go.
Ah,
Nice.
Great
Balik
flash
aja, balik
setup.
Cok. Jangan main
For Victor to get more.
reset.
This is
Ya,
musuh
4
ya,
dan 3 ya, 4 dan 3 ya.
Musuh guys, musuh.
Sabar tunggu smoke hilang.
Maybe he can find something with it, a gift.
Tapi gue naik bentar.
Paper Rex.
Nice,
Speaking of gifts,
nice.
Ness never saw him.
Mas Wan.
Ih, kepalanya kanan dikit.
Anjing.
Oh no.
Crash, he's able to swing around.
Yes.
Take care of Jing.
Ya salam.
Anjing.
Paper Rex are gonna have to somehow get over that, get over the
Kill
fact that
aja,
time's not on their side.
Majuin bang.
They're gonna go. Are they going for this? They want to keep
Eh,
it on.
bang.
They're just gonna go.
Timing.
Forsaken slip his way in. The tap is there, and that should extinguish things.
They can fight the cross though here. They can make this expensive, and they will. A shot from Mind Freak, and Forsaken did escape with the op.
Dia ngambil OP ya,
Ambil OP,
They could have even kept them still. The backside of
Gila
Jet
tegang
there.
banget, weh.
But clean
Jing,
round,
let's
clean
go,
reaction
Jing.
from Optic
Ayo
Up
Jing.
mental, take my energy bro.
to just push in after Forsaken
Beliin
gets
gua
this
dong.
kill onto Ye. That's a great stun from him. But this is what I mean. The reaction is so good. This flash to set up Victor. Divide did a good job as well to dodge that, but Optic feeling
Ye,
some
gatos ente.
momentum behind them.
Jauh.
As we go for a Paper X timeout.
Early one too.
I mean, all 5 rounds so far has included a tree push, except for that north side crunch that they did. So there's got to be more depth to this. They've
Dia
got to
dibilang
have a
jangan
game
nge-pick,
plan
ngapa sih?
Boto
Tapi
tuh
bang,
that
buat
allows them some
gaming.
flexibility, because right now Optic is a brick wall.
Buat print Cok.
Slight lead here, but a lead
Legend aja malas
nonetheless.
sudah.
Yes,
For
sir.
Optic,
Lembek.
on their screen.
Lembean.
Now for Ness, trying to talk through how they're going to approach the rest of this half.
Ini lebih enak attack apa defense ya di sini? Attack ya?
Dua-dua bang, tergantung strat.
Aduh, pusing weh.
Kopinya 5 Cok.
Kayak DRX kemarin, hero-nya lebih ini, bisa baca optik kemarin. Tapi dibalas lagi.
The really nice thing for Optic is on both.
Kayaknya DRX yang bisa
so
ngalahin
far, they've been able to have
Optic
good reactions
di fracture.
no matter what Paper X throws at them. This time you expect it to
Apakah
slow
bisa?
down a little bit.
Deg-degan.
Forsaken again at
Tetep
Shuriken.
Kayak ada ulti ya, gua ada ulti ya, Momen.
Have a set molly
Di
here
Sky, Cok. Arah.
from Marv.
Tuh lihat tuh.
Where that's gonna
Gua
go.
ada ulti.
Maybe Jet,
Tinggal
maybe
1 orang,
some
4 lawan 1 pakai ulti temen gua.
Ini
Ya
Marv
lu
nih
mau ulti juga.
backside
banyak
of
Ulti
kali
ya
lihat
jangan
tapi.
bro.
Great delay, and now the Rolling Thunder that
Jing,
we
nggak
mentioned
sini
pushed
dong.
them back, but Victor has got
Banyak kali line up dia, nggak pusing deh.
Is that gonna be okay though as the
Lupa
flash
gitu
keeps them
kayak
back?
titiknya.
Terus 1 orang ngapalin
Maaf,
legend, Cok.
dia kan udah pro-nya.
Holding his tight ankle position.
Semua
Banyak.
mock tau line up Brim Cok. Belajar dari Marv juga betul deh.
with Divide, and they're holding firm. This feels like a first for Paper X.
Sabar banget.
But this feels
Sabar ya.
Turnamen musuhnya mainnya
Dia,
anjing.
memang turnamen memang. dunia. Bukan tas kakap.
Gue baca nama viewer gue kayak ada Rafathar nangis gara-gara ada yang Rafathar nangis dicengin supporter bola.
Tangan. Ya ampun.
Itulah yang itu kenapa gue sering mati kayak gitu dah, gue matinya dah. Jadi lu kalau nonton gue mati kayak gitu sebenarnya.
Benkai from the top.
Nice.
Wah anjing.
Nice.
Mind Freak is doing it too. They'll track him down.
Dia ngapain?
Gila.
From Ye.
Wow.
Wih.
Anjing nih ya.
Nice dapat.
Here in Device showing he can build that thing just as
One
well.
more. Side.
Jin cleans him up. We're tied at 3.
Lu telat Sky.
Paper X slowing down.
Bang, refresh bang, refresh.
Lu telat Sky.
Si Han mana?
Miles per hour. I mean, they just slow down to a crawl.
Oh enggak, sebenarnya sama, cuman dia responnya aja yang telat.
Gue nonton di Telex soalnya.
Perasaan aku nggak scope gitu telat deh. Dia kok bisa ketabut ya?
Very cool.
I don't know how Benkai gets 2 remaining. But either way he does, we're tied at 3. Peace Operator in the hands of Ye and 1 for Devi as well.
Here comes a fast set play for Optic again into Halls.
Oh, mau line up lagi deh.
Knife, relay ball, Jing on the swing.
Wah, Jing kasihan banget sih. Kenapa nggak skill apa gitu ya?
This is complete cause for them to just chill for a second because got their backs covered. Ye's got the op to work with, and they've got the opening pick.
Oh, the nade is perfect. Benkai, can he tuck? Is he safe?
That smoke might fade though. Benkai might be able to do massive damage.
Again from up top.
Timing banget Benkai anjing.
Undetected. Finds more value.
Smoke ini berapa detik sih, Dap?
We take wall on too. They can come out of Halls really
Nice,
easily,
dapat.
especially with that next kill.
Nice.
Great shot out from
No.
Trying to take care of them both, and he does. A 2v2 here. Mind Freak so far away, but he gets a kill. That
Nice.
Forsaken does too.
OP. Ini Nilus Airport. Disuruh pulang.
Hey, you could get yourself on the desk over there with that sign.
Tuh lihat komennya lover. What the fuck?
Mind Freak carries the Viper's fit in the next round. Forsaken was able to pick up the op. Timeout.
Nilus Airport suruh balik Sky.
Finesse almost brings it back, but definitely a miscalculation. That smoke fading right as they take their eyes off.
Teriakannya mereka lebih gila ya.
Want to capitalize on the hit, on the first kill.
Wah, hebat.
And Paper X
Panik, gitu
take the
panik.
lead on this map. Much closer affairs so far in this first half.
That's what the people want, man.
It's what the people want.
That's what the people want.
Nice.
It was Paper X who called timeout. They figure out what's going on, and now Optic
guys, yeah.
to do a bit of the same.
Yeah.
And a reminder too, this is the upper bracket final.
Noneng
So both these
1080 kan
teams,
ini.
whether they win or lose, have another chance. And it's so important actually for Optic, in my mind, to take down Paper X here for the health and safety of this tournament, because Paper X, with a 2-map ban advantage in the grand
Seru
finals,
juga bacot-bacotan di Twitch nih ya.
is so hard for anybody. I mean,
Iyalah,
I don't
anjing,
care who you are. If you're
lucu
Fnatic,
ya.
FPX, we're still waiting on that lower
Rasis
bracket
juga
match
banyak
during
tuh
the
Sky.
day.
Banyak
If you're
banget.
Optic going up against them in a rematch too, I mean, such a hurdle. And normally we talk about that, we're like, yeah, this is
Apa
kind
tuh?
of an advantage, but we're never at the level of Paper X who can pull out a fine.
Gua kira nggak
Tuh,
kelihatan
line
chatnya.
up-nya tuh.
If they beat Optic here on Fractured too. That's not ready. Oh boy.
Yang ada ulti siapa aja nih?
Victor.
Fault line now, you see Victor pushing his way forward. Vi has to give the space up.
Nice Jing.
Taking care of Ye on the other side.
Buset,
Ye
santai
mampus
dong.
mati Ye-nya kan.
He's coming across. Oh no.
Mampus, kena
Finesse
mental
is here to
semua.
receive.
Baru second.
On the ropes and he's
Pede
escaping
banget
too.
anjing lewat situ.
And he took some damage. He's not escaping that one though.
Never seen two Neons run at each other so fast.
He is.
Shit.
Benkai throws the brakes on it. The flash through, and I don't think they know he's there. Benkai gets another.
Nih Sky bagus nih tempat buat bridge nih sini nih.
Iya ya benar-benar.
Kelas, Davai.
Carved falls
Kelas.
operator from
Kelas.
Device. Paper X get to 5.
Makan.
Just
Perez peperan.
Just a crazy round. They read the fact, and this is the first
Lihat
time that Optic
Jing
has done that,
1
leaving
kill 2
Ye
kill
alone
cowok.
up on the top, the north side.
Ini kena mental cok kayak
This
gue.
is just
Dia nggak.
Ini sih alik banget sih.
Itu
anjing.
gila sih. Otaknya cepet banget mikirnya ya.
as well. Look at this smoke here for Benkai on the right.
Dia
This
nggak
is actually
tahan, dia
mind
tadi
freak
langsung
smoke
Sias kayak.
beginning of the round. And it gives him so
10.000
much room.
dari Bocil Prex. Pesan, G ** kayak gue pas kerja kelompok. Cuma nyumbang nama.
Ampun.
Oh, another ult for Sig is going crazy.
Rolling Thunder was there. And Peperex clean up.
Gila.
Mars Molly, a consolation prize as he somehow gets a second.
Sabar guys, ini ye guys, arti objektif.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
but the op's still here.
Makasih Bocil Perex.
But I don't think he'll
Bohong.
expect Divine
Kayak
to be
boker mulu.
Ngadu mulu.
Kelas.
Mampus. Nice.
Paperex
Ambil OP-nya
starting to build up a lead here.
Buat 2 gitu.
And that was a fast
Udah kayak share
so
apa
many
revolver
times
pegang 2.
Optic is
Menang
going
ini,
for this
Cok.
fast
2-1
play in
nih,
halls with the
Perex.
neon wall, all that sort of thing with Mard
Itu
having
bisa
the
di
volley
replay
as
gak
well
sih?
as
Nah ini
Spawn.
dia.
Look at this is
Nih,
top of the round.
nih kayak
off
lagi
the
training
barrier.
anjay. Teng teng teng.
Ini cepet banget ya.
Iya, teng.
The crazy thing is too, normally Optic would be very well prepped to handle something like that.
Abang-abangan
Because they
Cok
just
langsung,
send
Cok.
Ye, they
Abang-abangan
explore a little
training
bit,
nih,
not
bos.
necessarily when they're going for the fast play, but because it's Paperex on the other side,
pusing
they
ini
want
Optic.
to punish.
Oh, Davai.
Divide is on
Oh,
Chambers.
udah kena mental cok.
Cepet banget, Cok. Map ini, Cok.
Very
13-3 lagi dah. Ini baru kayak dia yang mainnya nih.
Kita harus main kayak gini.
Oh no.
Crosshairs.
Wah,
Ye
ye.
Ye finds another.
Ya sumpah apa sih ini
3v3 here on the
anjing dah.
round. Finesse still with
Look at this. Marv is actually reading out the
Nice.
flank. Ye's isolated
Kena
now,
ke
but
isolated dia ada nih.
Ah,
all the way
enggak
on the
abang.
other side.
and he's gonna do it quietly yet
Gak,
again.
ye dulu beresin sih.
What's going on?
Ah, ketahuan.
And Ye finds the value. He's got 3 on the round. He's gonna try to run away. Not waiting on the other side.
Ampun.
So showstopper
Cuman serif
invested.
cok senjatanya.
Finesse double.
Bulu diri sih gue jadi lu mah, boy.
Wants to
Boy.
challenge, but he only has a sheriff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all he has.
This is a great spot though. Do they expect him here?
Can he find 2? He's gonna have to do it with the sheriff.
Ketahuan,
One disappears. The second doesn't
Dicek
fall.
lah.
Dicek, bukan ketahuan. Lu suzon lu.
Bro.
Apa sih bro?
Oh, this was a close
Basic
game.
banget, Cok.
All of a sudden, that scoreline that we saw in the first map.
Kerennya situ
possible
lagi.
As we go into the
Gak,
last 2 rounds.
Ini yang penting ini guys, pas chain side-nya Peperex bisa dapetin pistol round itu paling penting.
Bisa ngecit main di situ. Kayak ada Pekalongan.
Kok bisa tahu ya?
Iya ya.
Gak lu sadar gak sih lu nanya itu juga ada itu pertanyaan lu?
Kok dia tahu ya?
Udah siap-siap aja tuh.
Perhaps it's through the ultimates. They have 4 of 5
Ganti
available.
dah.
While Paperex is not that far off. Instantly you hear the tour de force come online. Victor throwing a little shoulder, see if anyone's going to challenge
Wah,
him.
kena nih.
Waiting for the aggression coming down.
Timing sih.
Dapat nih, dapat.
Freaking A, he's right. They're
3,
coming.
2, 1,
They
0.
find value. He's already
Ah,
spotted.
kan?
They go with his lap. He sidesteps in, but you don't sidestep Jing.
Keler lagi.
Keler. Apa nih?
Keren. Keler. Mampus kau. Kita ya.
Green light. They're getting what they're looking
Nice.
for. They're also looking for Benkai, and Benkai's able to get another 4v3 here. in favor of
Dapai.
And it's gone from bad to worse. But can Ye snatch it back? No.
Mampus
It's
lu
gonna
ya.
have to be finesse.
Power.
Handle in
Nah,
hand.
pisau terus.
Nice,
Pisau
that's out.
terus.
Pisau terus.
Benkai gets 3.
Selalu jelek.
Come on. Wah, ini pecinta Euro pasti dukung Perex guys. Gak mungkin dukung NE.
Optic are getting dismantled.
Not on home turf at all. And this
Dua anaknya, guys.
Benkai has been a menace from this tower position.
Bisa tuh.
Menace.
Teriakan.
Lihat kan melet nambah damage,
In
Cok.
that round, he's just
Nambah damage ya.
Makanya gue ya meta melet, Cok. Kalau pilih pada gak percaya nambah damage anjing.
like a perfect decision from Optic. Although they
nambah
might
damage,
count it as
Cok.
Viper's Pit. Mind Freak in trouble.
The thing is, you're walking into a labyrinth, and there is no
Ya,
threat
mundur
for
lagi. Sampai
to
doang.
get through. You're gonna have to rotate away.
Ini udah kebuang itu ya skillnya.
Saya
Udah
tuh
buang.
Lu main diri kayak gitu lu ya.
Sama kayak lu.
Cok, dicengin, Cok. Juara kemarin dicengin, Cok.
Trap play.
Woi, nice banget. Serbo. Woi. Dapat satu. Oke. Nice.
From Crash, she keeps him back for now. 4v2 in favor of Paper Rex. Is Heart still beating, still feasting, still eating. A 9-3 half for Paper Rex.
Rame aja gitu.
And Optic on the ropes.
Kalau disorot kamera, gak tau udah janjian
So
ya.
many
Disorot kamera, lu
lopsided
lihat ya,
halves.
gitu ya.
And this time,
Kan orangnya angkat tangan di belakang kamera.
there's no
Oke,
chance
berarti udah on. Langsung yeay, mereka gitu.
for
Cok.
Optic to just wait for the next map. This time, they've got to come back all the way on a crazy half on the other side.
How deep is the playbook? How strong is the mental? We'll find out at the other side of this halftime break.
Komunikasi pakai
Into
bahasa Indo apa bukan ya?
English, semi. Kadang Malay juga deh kalau kepepet. Gua vlognya mereka.
Singlish pakai Singlish.
Vlognya mereka, mic checknya mereka gue tonton semua tuh.
Singlish kan? Blok.
Iya, Singlish.
Anything.
Singapura, Indonesia.
Control of this map so far. I love the return to the race conduct prior. I think it's added so much more. Just a
Eropa musuh bebuyutan NA ya, nggak mungkin dukung deh.
the centerpiece playing that neon for them. It's a big reason. Like he is the guy as well who's been supplemented as flashes from Benkai stuns.
Gila, CS-nya 300 kan.
Forsaken who's the one who is delivering that final blow.
Juara nih, Mon.
I mean his role now is going to be changing.
Serem, Cok. Gimana dah lu?
This round to
menang lawan
reinforce what
Fnatic,
you're
habis itu
stating
final
there,
lawan
Brent. The
Direct,
fact
menang
that there have
tapi
been
Optic.
rounds after round where we've had Benkai in positions to read this perfectly. Victor shut down. He knows exactly where he's going to look at his crosshair in that moment. He can't get rid of him and bind him to the Benkai has been the playmaker, especially in the second quarter of this game. He has owned it. It is his own. And I think that we were talking about on Bind, them not having initiator abilities. Benkai was the missing piece there. He's now in action here.
itu di North America bener-bener.
All of the other pieces around him are
Itu ada North Australia, guys.
Yeah, he's been so clutch. I
Itu
think.
ada
Yoi, Rex banget.
But I mean, heading into
Itulah
the next
Australia.
for Optic to stand a chance.
Makasih bang.
Nanti bunyi, Cok, di PC-nya.
Lagu turu, Cok, lagu turu.
Lanjut nih, Cok.
They have to come back into this some way. Obviously starts in this round, but a difficult tall order, I think, when you're playing against a Paper Rex, who are not slowing down.
Yang lagi nih ngacor semua lagi.
Yang buka kotak pintu, bunyi multi race anjing.
Yang
ngerti sosial bus siapa ya? Bantuin
Gua.
Lu mau ngapain, Bro?
Udah males.
Mau ngapain?
Itu kan di gift sama si ini ada nih bang tulisannya bang donasinya.
Terus?
Tapi nggak masuk ke itunya.
Save-nya.
Iya duitnya kemana?
Ada di situ saldo lah.
Di situ di saldo lah.
Nggak mungkin.
Jumlahnya berapa juga nggak ada.
Ada.
Lu salah barcode mungkin.
Kagak, dia ada kasih pesan suruh teriakin link gacor.
Ya udah teriakin aja.
Iya udah teriakin.
Nanti Bro, gue bantu. Back to the game.
Set up for a dish push.
Line up nih kayak nih, Cok.
And it's gonna be fast. The A
Yeah.
presence from Optic all in halls.
Gimana, Cok, itu? Wah, anjing
Knife
sampai ke
sets
situ.
up Yay to get a lot of space here inside of halls. So they might
Iya
have
loh,
to-
Optik gak ada lewat sini loh dari tadi.
Nggak ada.
Has at least one stun to
Ajarin nih langsung
counter
sama Perex, Cok, cara ngeras.
and combo.
Wah, nggak disimpan trap. Wah, marahin
Finesse,
sih.
but here it comes.
Mampus. Side. One side, bro.
Just the right time. Jake still up top in heaven. That's not able to land the shots. They go a bit wide. Victor still with two
Di
though.
masih di atas, di masih di
He
atas.
does it as well.
Aduh, ye anjing.
They may single-handedly keep Optic in this.
Ya, Davai jauh banget, ngapain sih?
Nyata ngeplank bisa ketahan gitu lamaan.
I think actually that
Ya, nggak
round
mati
device
dong
nowhere
dia.
near, so this defuse is coming through. The round is over.
Beradu sih.
Want the kill.
I feel like I've seen that situation. One
Wah,
bullshit.
gila ye.
And they
Serem
will clean it
banget,
up. But that
Cok.
round
Klasik
already
swing,
shows
ya.
a little bit of deficiencies
Nggak ada,
that Optic
takutnya
might be
ini,
able to take advantage of
Iya,
because
nggak,
Kayak mana
musuh
gua
gua
kenali
no
mental dia,
smoke
Cok.
on halls. So Ye is able to find
Sekali
two
70 detik
easily.
swing.
Apakah
And Victor
curse,
finessed it,
bro?
well, a pretty good
Apakah
job
mohon
to
gua
land
terjadi?
for Ye. So that they could fight in a crossfire like this. Victor with the first two, and then Ye as they try now to clean out Victor. No smoke here.
Enemy remain.
So
Ini nggak dikeliling
only
dulu
one
sih,
Viper as the controller.
Enak emang
Masa
NZ
nggak
nih.
dikelirin
Since the
sih?
beginning of
Ini
Bind,
bisa
but
juga
Paper
sih di
Rex,
coach mata-mata, Cok.
ingenuity behind the scenes.
Untung bukan lu coachnya.
cover those gaps.
Kontol banget jadi orang.
It's gonna be fast.
Anjing, flashnya di situ tai.
Lah, flashnya di situ.
Kelas ya, flashnya.
Tuh, apa nih Sky?
Masa nggak di?
That's certainly not what you had in mind. Marv's able to get 2 easy ones with the Spectre on the other side.
Apinya gagal.
It's actually the finesse.
It's okay.
He gets 3.
This is the real round.
Clean out.
Roundnya Paper X nih, harus dapat yang ini.
Brought it back within 4.
Cepet banget. Santai dong, main default dong.
Iya kalau kalah namanya jadi ganti jadi
so much.
Udah nggak ye lagi kan? Ye gitu udah nggak gitu kan saya maksudnya.
Iya.
Victory here
Gue
would
langsung
be
connect
such
lagi.
a difficult road for anybody in the grand finals. And also they just have to make it through the lower bracket. We know they're good at it.
Berisik anjing, the Jack.
Nah yang diterakin Asterix, Cok.
The Jack.
Optik.
Light armor on 2 members on the side of Optic. Paper X only with 1.
Whoop.
See the relay bolts come through and they push Mind Freak back instantly.
So asik sendiri doang tinggal tuh yang teriak tuh.
As we near the end of this map, again Paper X with a cozy lead here.
Lagi line up dia, lagi scan tuh, tembak lah. Yeah.
Wall up from Mind Freak, waiting
Nice.
patiently, but Mind Freak wins the duel.
Mampus ditinggalin ke City, mampus.
Mampus lu, dapat nice.
The pace again is so good.
Wait.
Double combo G2.
Ngapain anjing?
He's still able to get 1.
Kelas banget, Cok.
Hindarin flash dia.
They put them in the complete blender.
Kelas banget, Cok.
Hindarin flash itu
Itunya
kayaknya.
ada flashnya, Cok.
Nggak ada flash, Cok. Itu dia mau nembak yang kanan, cuma miss.
Ye,
Mending yang kiri dulu yang ngeliat.
Dah nonton, woi.
Mampus kaget anjing pasti lu. Mampus.
Mas win round ini. Yang ini nih penting banget nih.
Panas banget nonton ginian mau main, Cok. Bantai nih anjing.
5-round deficit. Still 2 rounds away from match point.
Pas main gak kayak gini.
Kalau nggak ada flashnya Sky, miss doang.
Ya kan nungguin takutnya dari yang situ, blok.
Pretending.
Pas main ini pokoknya cuma 90, Cok.
Hit parah.
Gak kena padahal.
Anjing paling anjing dong, anjing lah.
Anjing lah.
Ai sakit banget.
Masa bisa kayak gitu? Timing anjing. Boleh kasih.
Mati di mana nih?
Side.
Aduh ye.
Anjing.
Mampus kau ya. Mampus.
Now the members of Optic arrive and
Wah,
mampus. Anjing enggak, bukan anjing salah.
Apa sih mampus salah weh.
well responded. Jinx still up there, Benkai on the tower.
Salah Cok, salah dukung
So
anjing.
good. Victor taking the scenic route. He circumvents what's before him, or at least attempts to. But you haven't
Nyimpennya
gotten
deket
past
banget.
Divide.
Wah dikejar, Cok. Dibarengin, Cok. Wah, apa lu? Wah, kelas. Gua dicari.
Nothing is safe.
Gila, mereka nggak dikasih nge-create space malah di kurung.
Ini cat all-nya dikata-katain gak ya kayak noob.
Saving there.
GG easy gitu gak ya?
Tumor GG. Enggak Sky beda Sky.
Gak ada yang gak dikata-katain tolol gitu.
Tot paling saya.
Kata-katain tolol gua kemarin anjing.
Iya kan?
Iya, dikatain miskin, pulang lu main di rumah jangan di warnet. Miskin gitu.
Viper wall's the only thing outside of the neon wall, which sometimes is available, sometimes is not. You only have really 2 chances to get into sight, and yay is the answer.
Di kamera apa tuh Sky? Bulat gitu.
Apa?
Yang tadi kamera di botnya tadi tuh. Bulat.
Staring up
Itu
another
panas banget
outrageously
kameranya.
large deficit.
Ding, udah keringet dingin sih dia. Ya lo, 3 round lagi lo, panik.
Lawan sono lu lawan Fnatic.
Bring it back. Paper X just need 2. And they've already made history, but they're so close to making history even more. A grand finals appearance for an SCA team. This mix of Singaporean and Indonesian players on the side of Paper X doing what has never been done here in Valorant and beyond.
Terakhir mereka juara berapa sih? Juara 4 ya?
19.
19 ya?
4.
Is there a catalyst for Optic? All eyes turn to Ye. Operator and shot.
Musuh. Sky.
Ganti
Dua kali.
Aduh.
Timing kali.
Can he find another? He does.
Anjing nih Ye nggak
We
jelas.
asked who the catalyst was. Let me introduce you to Ye.
Anjing dimajuin
Kabur cemen.
4v2 here is Jing.
Lihat atasku katanya. Lihat atasku sumpah.
Lu pinter Jing sumpah.
Mampus.
Right behind him, but Mind Freak's able to clean him up.
Di gua ada satu.
Winnable round for Paper X. They have
Kasih
that.
side.
Showstopper, and here it goes. Jing goes up top.
Nice!
Lands the shots onto Victor. 2v2 here. He's gonna get a shot in a second.
Nice!
Swing, Jing.
Ye babi.
Balik ya tuh lihat tuh.
Ye babi.
Ye once again alone. He's already gotten 3 on the round.
Jadi mampus.
He's gonna have to get all 5.
Wow, Jing yang diragukan dari tadi mampus lu. Hah?
Can he do it?
Dibuat overthinking.
I don't think he wants a heat.
Ke A, dibuat overthinking ke A.
Dia. Just be saving the op.
Pinter ya anjing ya.
Timingnya selalu tepat anjing.
Ini
He's
pakai
got the
wallet
tour de force next round, so game saving play here possible from Ye for the ace.
Fire.
Siapa S Jing kah?
Again, no
Jing.
armor. He's gone entirely unscathed in this round.
Ya es.
The biggest challenge is still before
WS
him.
gua, Cok.
The operator does not sing. Paper Rex.
Ya tidur.
Series point.
Ya tidur, Cok.
Main HP.
Bang, Ye.
Ye has been finding massive value.
Ye.
Gila.
Is able to find value of his own,
One enemy.
even though Ye's been shutting him
Emang
down on
Satchelnya habis
prior
ngekill ada
maps.
lagi ya?
Ada. Enggak, bomnya doang.
Enggak,
Kira-kira
bom.
That was definitely an overplay from Finesse in so many
Kill E itu
outcomes.
ada lagi pasti.
It was a 2 versus 3.
Match point.
Rena doang enggak ada, Cok.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it again this time with the tour de force. You hear both of them have been used. Bankai has the Rolling Thunder. You hear the orbital strike. All of it.
Udah sampai
done
situ
to
Forsaken,
once.
Cok.
Can Forsaken find anything with the ult? A broken buy for Paper Rex. Do all of that. Perhaps Forsaken can find value. No. Finesse cleans him up. Victor trying to find more. 4v3 in favor of Optic.
Kasian banget ya.
And they can't go to A. Ye is there.
Oh, rotate dia. Wah, sama-sama rotate pinter.
They got no wall on this side either. As Mind Freak and Forsaken have fallen, so it has to be just utility, has to be Divide taking point.
Iya kan masih ada orang.
Element of surprise in play here.
Duh, kenapa OP dulu sih? Jangan OP dulu dong.
Ngatur lu, Drew. Ngatur lu, Drew, anjing. Gua kasih lagi.
Jing does it too. Crashes and Ye
Yes, yes. Satu lagi. One more, baby.
Oh my god, bro.
Grand final, baby.
Wah, bisa di-revive, Cok. Astaga, enggak niat, Cok.
Alone. In space that's unoccupied by anyone else.
Crashes, falls. Could have been a moment there for Ye if he made the read. He is making the read though, falling all the way back.
Crowd.
Paper Rex. Iya anjing berinding, Cok.
Outnumbered.
Ah!
History books have a finite amount of pages. And Paper Rex's story is not done yet.
From Singapore.
Gila. Nih, tadi dia menang map 1 nggak seceria ini, Cok. Biasa ceria kayak gitu enggak? Biasa mereka ceria banget kayak mau map 1 juga.
Ya, ketawa lu, Coach, anjing tadi aja lu.
Tadi udah sakit parah lu.
Ante.
A first for SCA, a grand finals appearance here for Paper X. And they've taken down
GG si anjing PRX
Optic.
Gila.
Ada lower, masih ada lower.
Gila.
Ini main lagi ya?
Advantage now
Ada.
for them.
Ini gila sih Forsaken agresifnya nggak
Optic
ngotak,
lawan
Cok.
FX.
Bind and Fracture in the grand finals. Where they have been
lagi dong.
slaughtering opponents left and right. Minus today on Bind, of course.
Ini ada trapnya Kyo dimajuin sama dia. Aduh.
Kan 15, Bapak 35 Wah,
Great question.
35.
Clinical performance out for Paper X, man.
Tembakan jalan-jalan loy. Tak
To the
loy.
audience. And still, this is hard to say, but still probably some people's first time watching Paper X, and I'm sure they're making fans over and over and over.
Suasananya kayak merindingnya ya.
Their
Adrenalin
bombasticity.
rasanya ngeri tuh jantung anjing.
How do you not love him? How do you not love those guys? I mean, Benkai walked out in a dinosaur costume, man.
Gila sih.
What are we talking about? And the performance that he had on that map, unreal.
It's a standing ovation too from the crowd as they take their bow and we wait.
Dan
for
ini
2 days
hari
to get to
pertama
see them
pakai
again.
penonton Sky.
Iya ya.
Aduh gila, kelas banget. Kasih posisi Jing itu.
And the crazy part, Doug, is this series.
Ah, tuh lagi nggak ikut foto, cok, kasihan, cok.
BNK masih inget tuh.
You expected them to be against them.
Dieditin nanti ya.
Yoi.
Ntar dia biar ada gitu Sky.
Iya.
A monster on this map
Kalau
too.
dulu sebat dulu keluar sebat.
Ini gue cok sebenarnya mirip.
Benkai.
BNK ini kalau udah nahan side gila.
Cakep banget.
Berat banget. Kokoh dia.
I'll leave that for later.
A fair challenge indeed again. Paper Rex, they destroy. Optic.
Boleh guys, itu dieditin nanti ya. Yang buat Paper X pakai foto gua ya.
Now you have to decide who the MVP is. Again, the Indo MVP vote right there.
Kenapa ya satu gak mau ikut foto?
Divide, Forsaken.
Yang satu lagi COVID guys. Yang satu lagi COVID.
Only one of them
Harap.
unless it's a tie. Have we ever seen a tie?
Yuk, tim Indo yuk.
I don't know. Does that work that way?
I mean, it could. I guess.
Onyx gue pede nih.
I guess we'll find out. Either way, go vote.
This is such a close race for me. I mean, Forsaken was a monster the entire time too. Benkai in the final match, but
Iya,
Lo met gak ada orang kah?
so I think that I would.
Soalnya tiketnya kan beda harganya.
No, he's not on
Drop
the
aja.
list,
Kan beda,
Sekali
bro.
aja ya.
Was a
Met
monster.
ya.
Gua tahu
He
sih sama
started the
ngomong
momentum.
Just drop the replies in the tweets
Gue juga
if you don't
sama aja sih.
believe.
Iya lagi di
Again,
mid.
Paper Rex take down Optic.
Lagi ngobrol sama kalian.
We're headed to break. We'll be right back.
Tuan mau turun selamat istirahat guys. Wah gila.
Berapa, Mon?
Kenapa?
Fanatik jam berapa? Jam 2 kan?
Langsung. Masih setengah jam?
Jam 1 kah?
Biasanya lama nih kayaknya.
Biasanya bukannya langsung belum.
Enggak, maksudnya kalau udah kayak gini.
Oh langsung kayaknya soalnya 3 match tadinya belum. Harusnya kan jadi jatuh. 3 match jadi langsung.
Paling
sih.
10 menit lah, 55 menit.
Iya dia langsung sih inget gua.
Bente Optik melawai.
Optik melawai.
Sky, masuk kota Sky.
Aduh sakit bro.
Ayo tim kita Sky.
Makasih Jun.
Lagi perang.
Finalnya sama siapa ini nih? Nah tuh cuma 2 menit kan? Bentar cok.
2 menit?
Iya Sky.
2 menit.
Masuk ke case. Ke 2 menit tuh masuk ke kayak host gitu loh. Terus.
Tapi bahas yang sebelum ini dulu yang
iya
fanatik.
10 menitan.
Oh itu ada jamnya tuh jam.
Mana?
Belum ganti. Ini ganti mousepad.
Jam 11 kan, 11 kan Sky.
Nyariin kan.
Terima kasih.
Perasaan kuliah deh semua screennya. Ini maaf.
Kayak dari dulu gue main tuh nggak nonton tuh nggak pernah ada tuh. Waktu
kecuali
Nyari,
dari bracket ngelihatnya.
Sky, lu live Sky?
Live apaan anjir?
YouTube cok.
Gak ada lah mau nonton Fanatik dulu gua.
Iya nobarin gua mau udahan.
Gak bisa nobar gua, belum tanda tangan cok.
Iya.
Masa udahan lagi seru Fanatik cok?
Ya.
Jam tidur gua lagi sehat cok.
Ya, mon jam tidur tuh. Mau cewek begadang, teleponan ke pagi, ke main gua kagak mau.
Mana ada lu ngajak babi.
Gua tadi pagi lihat lu Mon sama cewek 2 kan?
Cewek 2.
Nah kan?
Wah.
Bagi utas lah.
Wah.
Kapan kita schedulein kita, Mon?
Gua nunggu lu. Cuman masalahnya kita
gua mah gaspol anjing.
Masalahnya gas kita tuh gas kita. Schedule kita tuh lagi banyak yang mepet.
Lu doang.
Enggak banyak yang mepetin. Jadi harusnya kita jadi ramean gitu.
Kita aja coy.
Gue bebas sih, kapan?
Bebas.
Iya sih. Aduh. Bandung Sky, Bandung.
Aduh, Bandung kah? Gas.
Kapan?
Sekarang nih, buat.
Ayo gue mah.
Orang udah sendan ya Sky.
Ih, udah sendan. Lagi Imo, amat ya radian. Yuk.
Imoin dulu sih.
Lu doain lu diamond, Bro.
Gue udah. Nah itu tuh suka itu dulu, itu tuh suka yang gue kenal. Itu dia itu barusan tuh.
Nggak main sama gue, nggak pernah di atas gue gitu.
Tapi gue cari sih tadi nggak ada ya. Tapi sama.
Gak ada
Cok.
kan? Ada pun sama skornya.
Anjing.
Sesuai rank, Cok. Tuh.
Gambar dulu.
Gila ya. Seru banget lu Paper Rex.
Seru. Banyak yang nungguin pasti tuh di PRX optik nih anjing.
Tau gak yang paling gue pengen nonton apa sih?
Apa?
Setelah ini reactionnya si Shroud, Dance, Tarik kan biasa ada di YouTube tuh.
Oh gue selalu nonton tuh juga.
Seru ya nontonnya.
Makanya gue langsung nonton Tarik biasanya nggak jadi nonton Valonya langsung.
Iya. Kayak gue kemarin kan Sky.
Iyo langsung nonton Tarik gitu.
Ya ada nih highlightnya. Ada mic checknya.
13-3 on the side of Paper X to start this series, and if that's not a statement, well, I don't know what is.
Yeah, the other day we literally lost 13-4 on map 1 and still won. Doesn't matter, we're never out of it.
Okay.
Asik.
We have lift off, and it's a no-fly zone.
Last player standing.
Hey, come on, Jake.
Anjing.
They're not done with bind.
Masa bisa gitu timingnya anjing atau ditarik. Tadi kan lagi denger lagu ya Mon ya?
Iya.
Terus pemainnya empat-empatnya kan tadi ngomong ya? Lah, denger musik gue ya katanya.
Aduh.
He's already spotted him. The relay bolt in his lap. He sidesteps it, but you don't sidestep Jing. Oh, it's Benkai again! Heart still beating, still facing.
Oh, pas kan beatbox jadi pada goyang Mon.
Iya, tadi kan dia nge-beatbox.
History books have a finite amount of pages, and Paper X's story is not done yet.
Kalau di Twitter aku nggak ngikutin guys. Kenapa kah Tirafi?
And that was the Prime Gaming post-match highlights. I'm back here with Bren and
Paper X still my favorite team to watch.
History being made. Paper X,
Just the way they play
first
makes
ever
it so
APAC team to make it to a grand final of Masters. I wasn't gonna say it, but I told you so. I told you.
I was with you.
told
I
you.
was with you. I wanted to see the title. Listen, it can still happen. October in the lower bracket now, and we've seen them do.
Ada yang disco nggak bang? Waduh nggak.
But Paper X coming into this tournament, it's been evident to me. I think watching the regional
Itu
games.
soal Fnatic PRX ya finalnya ya.
Boleh sih, Fnatic kemarin keras juga coy. Karena ini kan Copenhagen kan pasti fansnya Euro banyak nih Sky.
Rather emotional about this sort of performance as well because
Pasti rame banget ya nonton tuh.
tactical FPS has been a difficult
Orang
one.
kok nungguin Euronya
always
si ini
limited
per
them in
second
this
itu.
space in the esports scene. It's an area I've watched grow and I've attempted to grow with it, but not at this kind of level ever. And I get to see
Pemain Indo, for second sama main freak.
Risen to the APAC level that I know it could be, to the international global stage where they're able to come in and show us exactly
Biasa kalau
what
game
APAC
PC
is made
pasti
of
ini
at the
ya,
top level.
sosial medianya di
This
Twitter ya.
tactical FPS
Iya.
is history, and this is something
Baca-bacotan dah ini.
that's incredible.
I think it's the fashion in which they reached here, right? They were dominant every single
Aldi
time we
kan
saw
cuma
them,
nonton
and
doang
they
sih
have
bro.
their own style, Brent.
Lah.
They don't have to adapt to anyone else. Everyone else has to follow
Udah makanya
them.
nonton
They're an
Twitch,
incredibly
gue
unique
bilang
team.
tadi.
You can't emulate their style on a lot of these maps because they play it in such an aggressive way, and it's only part of the reason. I mean, why they get so much success is because of their support line behind them. Benkai
Yang tadi di rope itu dia bisa menang ya.
supporting Jing and Forsaken to pop off.
Iya.
They are such
Baru
a
habis
unique
swing
team.
itu ya.
They are almost sometimes performing like they're playing like under a high
Abis
five.
ini break lagi 10 menitan.
And it's almost like
5
just a
menit.
strategic inting that you see just from the players. The heavy hitters will go in, but always with support, always with
Keren Cok,
support, never
mainnya
alone.
Cok.
Baru gue mau ngomong terus.
Benkai has some of the best
Iya kan?
reactive
Iya, baru gue mau.
I've seen of any supporting player in Valorant ever. I think that's something to really shout out. I mean, even
Mon
when we saw him
Vapum
play
kapan
the
mau
stage,
diambil?
he's like, oh, I can wall here, I can
Nggak ketemu-temu sama
I
gua.
can flash here, I can do this.
Tau gak gue makan malam pakai apa barusan Sky?
Always has a bird's eye view of what's going on
Dragon
in the
Flame.
entire field, and he can
Gue beli
where
pasti.
he needs to use his
Gue put
utility to best give the win condition in a round. I love
Asli.
that for the team.
Jauh banget.
Tuh pesen ceker. Mantap, pau. Mana si goreng?
You guys at home have voted overwhelmingly
Boo,
here at
Forsaken,
Forsaken.
cowok.
I think that's pretty fair. He really had a hell of a game in front of that crowd today.
He was going honestly pound for pound against Ye as well early on, where Ye was absolutely on a heater.
Tapi Manfrednya gila juga kan? Yang match 2 tadi ya, dia yang bagus ya. Tapi temennya lagi jelek.
All the resources in, the flashes, the stuns, everything to supplement it. And yeah, I mean, I love the guy, honestly. His play is just sublime across so many different maps.
I was really worried for Optic because there was something that the boys...
PRX dari Europe ya Bang Mon? Enggak, dari India.
Iya, Singapura, Europe.
India.
Dari Europe, Singapura negaranya.
Menang mana? PRX 2-1 Tel. Sini DC nih, DC Tel.
And Neon was built for speed and there was no one that could take that map control.
Udah mati lah.
Yeah, very well-deserved win here from Paper Rex. And I do have one of the
Kawan gue
finalists
tiba-tiba
here,
login
Masters,
5M gue
standing
lihat-lihat
by
nih.
right now with Golden Boy in the
Benny.
Verizon post-match interview.
Siapa?
Bukan Abi.
Yes indeed. We have Mindfreak.
Gua nggak terlalu ngerti turnya, lebih bergengsi ini apa VCT?
Yeah, we're feeling really great.
Ayo Bi, follow Bi.
Yeah, it's grand finals time, baby.
Grand finals time, baby. I love it. All right, first, let's
Wawancara
talk
kelas.
about the
Nggak niat
series
lu, Bi,
overall.
anjing.
We were excited when we saw that bind went through.
Tuh, tadi main lu ya,
but
Sky,
then
sama gue sama ya, Sky.
we were sad because we
Apa?
didn't get to see Yoru.
Panggilin Abi
Did
ke
you
bawah, naikin
guys
lagi gitu
plan
kan.
that out? Did you feel like maybe Optic might have had a strategy?
10.000 dari Prex Pahli Al-Habsi, pesan, apakah setelah final nanti Forsaken diincar banyak
So we
tim?
can change and like that kind of stuff. So like today we kinda like don't want to show the Yoru.
Okay.
Because last time we got anti-strat a lot and we learned from it. So yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? You have a bunch of options, which is also just incredibly impressive for a team. The way you guys play, it's as if you don't care about the scoreboard, you don't care about your own individual stats. You just full send it. Is that just the mentality of the whole team to just play out there like it's the last game you ever play?
Yeah, actually, what you say is like really correct. Because we have been building this mentality probably like a year. Because last time we get tilted like really easily. So we kind of like built this mentality for almost a year, and yeah, it's kind of showed up.
Yeah, I mean, it's playing very well for you guys, and I love seeing it. Now, I have to ask you something, okay? Because when I saw that your name was Mindfreak, okay, it made me so happy. And I need to know, was it inspired by the magician Chris Angel? Was that where the name came from?
Mindfreak.
Yes!
Absolutely true, yes.
Yes! There it is! Look at you right there! We did it! We did it! Oh man, dude. One, I just want you to know, thank you so much. You have given me a lot of justification. Two, suck it desk, all right? That's right, okay, everyone making fun of me, calling me a boomer, only sometimes. But in any case, though, back to the matchup at hand, or at the very least, you being in the grand finals. This is a historic opportunity for you guys. I mean, how does it feel, man, to just be playing in the grand finals of Masters and potentially winning the whole damn thing?
Actually, like every time we coming to the tournament, we always say to ourselves like, don't expect too much. And this Masters, we hit our goal already, which is like qualified to this Copenhagen and qualified to champions in Istanbul.
Yeah.
So actually, like this event, we just like trying to have fun like as usual. So
yeah,
that's
it. Okay. Dude, one last thing. Do you think Paper X might be the best team in the world?
Kompetitif banget lah.
Not yet, maybe. But who knows? It could be possible. All right, Mindfreak, thank you so much, my friend, for the time. And of course, so much going on over here.
Untung bukan Jason coy yang diwawancara, kalau enggak iya katanya pasti. Best team in the world, yes, we are.
That is a great question, actually.
Lah.
Are Paper Rex the best team in the world?
I think they definitely are. Most certainly. I have a question for you, though.
Yes.
Tongkai.
He was supposed to be up here. You were playing a second ago.
No, it wasn't. That was Tom. I mean.
Oh, that was Tom down there.
Yeah. We let him go. Like we took him out.
No, I'm sorry. Top of the scoreboard. That wasn't Tom. Okay, I.
Yeah, it was definitely
Tongkai.
That's the guy. All right.
Gimmick terus.
Tom, you want to hand that? Like, I don't know if I can get that off you right now. We'll get production down here. What's happening? What's happening, Tom? It looks like it. It looks like it's been a pretty rough one. You know what? We're gonna get this guy sorted out. My God, Tom, let's toss it off to a break. We'll be back in a bit in game number 2.
Apa emang tauntingnya e-sport Euro tuh sama NA kelas ya?
Kelas. Cringe kata cringe. Kamu cringe semua anjing.
Tapi daripada nggak ada kayak masalahnya loh. Iya kan? Nggak ada yang buat masalahnya. Dulu gue inget banget pas zamannya Sentinel lawan G2 ya. Yang pesawat itu Sky. Dia pakai pesawat.
Wah, lupa gua.
G2 dia terbangin pesawat gitu. Kalau nggak salah. Ada tuh. Nih, gue cariin.
Natik lah ayolah. Bisa lawan Optik menang. Final dia lawan PRX lagi. Seru cok. Natik lawan PRX cok. Match seru sih itu dah.
Dibantai lagi dong 2-0 kan. 3-0 kan BO5 guys.
BO5 ah.
Dia pakai pesawat gitu Sky.
Mana?
Fuck Sentinel. Nih gue share screen.
You know guys, I woke up Sunday no G2. The Sentinel so
Apaan ini bang?
Ini yang pas VCT kemarin loh. Yang beberapa waktu lalu pas masih Sentinel kuat nih. Nih Sky.
Oh iya tahu iya.
Emang niat mereka kan kayak gitu-gitu
niat
dulu tuh.
Anjing ini sumpah.
Fuck Sentinels.
Iya nih gue tahu nih gue pernah nonton.
Aduh.
Liatin ini.
Anjing sih ini.
Makanya kemarin pas mereka menang lawan G2 tuh kacau banget mereka kan balasnya si Peprex nih. Karena tahu G2 pentingnya kayak gitu.
And that response from Sentinels being not only a victory in a matchup, which hey, let's keep it straight here, guys. The viewership was astonishing.
Itu kalau di Indonesia entot Sentinels.
Iya lagi.
Because I know these two teams have been going back and forth with each other for quite some time. Not only did G2 actually put up a decent fight, would I say close? Not really sure, that's down to a subjective opinion, but the first team on land to take a map off the Sentinels, but Sentinels, as they do, still come away with the victory and a great response on Twitter. And this leading to a heck of a lot of responses out there. I mean, if you guys check the timeline throughout that 2 to 3 hour period, you probably saw Carlos or G2 or Sentinels.
Ini Sky, lu tau gak yang ini Sky kejadiannya?
Mana?
Nih. Jadi map 1 mereka menang. Terus map 2 tuh mereka kalah berapa gitu, jauh banget pokoknya G2-nya kan. Terus dia nge-tweet si G2-nya, "Don't worry guys, for map 2 we just need to work on communication and map orang."
Semuanya ya. Semuanya.
Wah, lucu banget ini, gua ngakak banget nih pas ini.
You probably saw Carlos or G2 or Sentinels or any
mau communication doang
gitu. Yeah. Back and forth on Twitter for those lovely impressions. And again, let's just keep it straight.
Any jokes left?
They got to win the banter because they took the W in the game itself. But
This is
both sides win here
anjing
because you not only as G2 take a map off Sentinels, but you built up the most tight matchup we have seen throughout Valorant so far and throughout Berlin.
Iya, kekalahannya bisa tetap dibikin lucu loh. Itu keren banget sih.
Both sides have certainly won here. And I love seeing this kind of banter. It's the friendly banter where at the end of the day, I don't think either side is taking and what do you game break.
Gila, yang nonton kayak gini rame juga ya. 5 menit. Lu mau beneran mau nonton kayak apa mau main lu?
Nonton lah.
Serius.
Kali.
Kalau lu nggak nonton,
Jihan
gua
mana cowok ninja kah?
Kan tidur kayaknya. Ini setan tanggal berapa sih?
Apa?
Setan Battle Pass itu tanggal 33 hari lagi ya dulu ya?
Masih lama
lama.
dia.
Sebulanan.
Masih lama kan?
Sebulanan
Sebulan
lebih.
Oh, lu belum beli ya? Gue juga belum.
Udah beli.
Yang baru. Battle Pass Valorant. Gue pikir PUBG Mobile.
Asik, udah asendan nih Bang Sky.
Nah, ada Joan.
Ngeri loh.
4
Teh
hari.
hijau.
3 hari.
Chemistry
Ngeri,
sama
ngeri.
Wadap udah dapet Sky.
Apa?
Chemistry sama Wadap udah dapet.
Ascendant tuh bang.
Ya.
Langsung.
Malah enak, nggak pusing mainnya daripada gold silver cowok.
Lebih pusing sama Bertot sih.
Ya kemarin kita nobarin itu ya. Anjing.
Bang Sky
Tahu,
tuh.
gua lawan anak AE Mon kemarin Mon.
Iya kah?
Nggak tahu lu.
Ketemu di ranked gitu.
Iya.
Sumpah.
Siapa namanya dulu? Enable sama Exi.
Jeksi.
Ngomong ke Badri ternyata dia Mon.
Fuck lah katanya.
Anjay, fuck lah.
Kan orang Malay kan dia kan.
Iya.
Orang Malay itu.
Enable Malay.
Iya. Oh.
Tim pro-nya Valorant AE, Bang Sky.
Iya.
Ace lagi.
Coba, Bang Sky-nya. Ya,
Ye.
ngeri udah.
Nggak Ace-nya bukan lawan dia tapi.
Oh. Udah siap ini.
Tapi top frag gua pas lawan dia.
Sombong banget anjing. Masih lama kayak Bang. Iya, bentar lagi tuh, bentar lagi harusnya.
Gila sih PRX keren banget anjing. Gue nontonin tadi.
Mental juara.
Udah, pentingnya over PD.
One Man Army gas.
Siap ini Bang Sky masuk ini scene e-sportnya Valorant.
Yehe.
Lu, scream lu Sky.
Aja. Oh iya, scream cok.
GD Sky pindah divisi bentar lagi nih.
Langsung bikin divisi coba.
Divisi Palu.
Tarik. Wadap gua tarik kan. Baru cadangan lah boleh meta healing kalau
Bang, jangan lagi tuh. Improve dia langsung bang. Improve.
Kayak
malam langsung main nih Bang.
Kayak setelah gue ceritain soal Valorant, kayak fokus grinding dia nih.
Yang mana?
Yang itu, yang kemarin. Soal
oh,
kedepannya.
Wah itu sih pengen banget anjing.
Kelas ya.
Gak apa gue cadangan Mon serius.
Anjing.
Lebih ke coach sih Bang Sky ini. Cocok udah.
Coach sih.
Iya.
Jangan cok. Nyerang mental soalnya bacotan gue.
Itu nge-build mental player itu.
Gak ada contohnya coba dulu cok. Aduh. Siapa?
10.000 dari Prex Pahli Al-Habsi. Pesan. Keren ya sponsor Paper Rex dari Indo ternyata.
Paper Rex. Oh, yang nge-give gua namanya Paper Rex Pahli Al-Habsi Sky.
Anjing.
Makasih Bang.
Fans berat tuh.
Ngeri ini.
It doesn't really matter who
Paper
beat who
X
in the
atau
past, because
Perex
this is
nih?
the most important game they're both going to
Apa
face.
Perek cok?
Perek.
Jabla ya JBL gue.
Woi, JBL kan. Ini menang mana ya? Kayak Fnatic gak sih pasti?
Fnatic lah.
Alfayernya serem sekali ini sumpah nih. Sage duelis dia.
So maybe you're right. Maybe that record won't stick this time.
Tapi FPX juga lumayan loh.
Iya kah?
Iya sih kalau nggak lumayan nggak masuk top 4.
Lumayan. Meunya lumayan FPX. Dari EU ini deh. Europe.
Maunya bagus tuh yang Shaw.
Masa di kiri lu lihat tuh.
Iya itu booster kayak namanya.
Gue tuh kalau main di turnamen boser banget kayaknya gue dah. Bacot.
Iya dia tauntingnya serem tuh cok.
Anjing.
Kasih sudah di membership kawan.
Gue udah kalah udah diem aja pusing. Ah ngentot.
Kayak kemarin terakhiran kita ngapain malam-malam itu.
Itu gue kesel emosi.
Langsung diem aja.
Anjing. Headshot matinya gak jelas mulu cok.
Iya sih emang lawannya agak ini sih.
Their last match, I believe, was on the 18th, and it's now the 22nd. So they've had a lot more time. They were complaining in the past. They were playing back-to-back matches.
Tapi Juan, pernah lihat Sky ini nggak? Lagi live, matiin facecam, matiin mic.
Nah,
Main Valorant, lawannya Han.
Lawan hantu anjing. Terus sekarang udah jadi kawan banget gue kayak
Iya,
begini nyatu
asik,
mon.
asik.
Anjing. Anjing.
Emis Han ya, oke bang. Mantep cowok Han cowok.
Ini apanya ya?
Forsaken outdone by the likes of artists. He's like been the sort of dark figure behind all of the big bright lights and the flashing players.
Lihat lidahnya tuh, lihat lidahnya tuh. Nambah damage coy lidah kayak gitu tuh.
Kayaknya populer sana umurnya tua nih kayaknya.
Iya, tua emang.
Iya,
mukanya
dari
coba
CS
tua.
Enggak, dari zaman CS juga
CS
maksudnya.
iyalah, CS mah tua bang.
Tebak ya itu
28 nih, 38.
25 pasti cowok.
NIS lah tua banget dong.
Iya, kayaknya tapi aimnya gila sih tuh orang. AWP-nya anjing. AWP
Lu harus main mouse kiri cowok.
Iya ya.
Yang Alfajer ini baru kan ya? Johan.
Iya, baru. Roster baru. Nggak sabar nunggu LCQ sih, Bang Mon. Nonton LCQ Last Chance Qualifier Valorant. Belum tahu kapan nih. Kayaknya abis ini nih, abis Master. Soalnya Sentinel ada Shroud main. Enak. Boom juga main kan? Boom Esport.
Lulus lu.
Iya, tapi ini Apak Region.
I mean, this was one of the most iconic moments that I've
LCQ
ever
Apak. Boom Esport.
It was honestly insane that I couldn't believe that this guy was so
Kan sampai minjem Famos. Udah minjem Famos, iya. Dipinjem dari PSG. Boom. Di lawan.
Famos yang BTR dulu.
Iya, PSG Famos.
Sekarang PSG kan dari BTR.
Masuk Apak juga tuh waktu itu. Stage 1.
Fnatic, they can't keep relying on these solo plays
BWL, Boys with Love.
Ngamen mau offline ya, online
as
dulu.
Angel said in the pre-show, in the pre-tape,
Apa? Turnamen apa sosial media ya online mah?
I think that's another thing to bring out is like how far
Nggak
can
ikut-ikutan
you
dah.
go forward? So far you've used all of the fuel in the tank and now you have to refill it. And what does the refueling look like for them? I don't know. Alpha coming onto the international stage had a bit of a blip in his kind of performance as well. I think each player has had a blip, but there's
Iya,
also been an
Fnatic
uprising in
Eropa.
performance for Fnatic and individual
Ini juga.
players as well. So it's kind of balancing out.
Yeah, and as we said, this is an age-old rivalry. Fnatic versus FPX, they play each other, it feels like every other week. And when it comes to the maps where they played against each other, we've had Icebox and we've had Ascent time 4, time 5. And at this point, that's what I'm expecting.
You know what, Yinsu, if we have to stand on the
Tapi gue takutnya gini Bang Mon. Optik sengaja turun ke lower bracket. Taktiknya. Ntar naikin lagi, ketemu lagi. Kan di grand final ketemu ntar. Kalau dia lolos, masuk lagi. Rematch. Kenapa? Nah, itu salah satu ini juga kali buat baca ini taktik PRX lawannya gimana. Belajarin counternya.
Tapi lu gambling juga di bawah.
Iya sih.
Kalau misalnya ngebaca bisa ngelihat
terlalu arogan sih kalau kayak gitu.
Ngeri juga tuh kayak gitu tuh.
Terlalu arogan.
Soalnya stage kemarin tuh kayak gitu tuh Optik menangnya.
I think out of all the teams that clocked and figured out, Boaster spoke about it at length about
Set
being
1, ini kan set 2 nih Copenhagen.
Right, maybe that's not something you pick into. Split, good map for the side.
Fnatic lah.
Even back when they had the sub, there was many a times we saw them on Split really rocket on that map, and they managed to 13-0 the likes of Fnatic before, so it's not unworldly.
It feels insane as well, but I mean, it feels like I haven't seen Split be played in this tournament in quite some time for some reason. I don't know, just a gap in my memory. But both of these teams, the last time they played it was against each other.
Yeah, we're gonna be here forever, by the way. It's Fnatic versus FPX on Split. I hope everyone in the audience has some drinks and snacks, because we're not leaving here today. We've got Split and then Bind, followed by Fnatic, which is interesting because there's no way that Breeze gets let through the second round of bans. No way.
No.
Shouldn't in theory, but
I think Fnatic got a little bit quote-unquote lucky by that, in the fact that FPX didn't want to repeat, you know, the predictabilities there, and they
Ada yang komen tuh Bang Mon. Apa? FX panjangnya Fnatic Paux.
Oh, bisa juga tuh. Sekali.
these teams well. It's one of those middle ground maps for a lot of teams these days.
Yeah, and I think both teams are pretty comfortable and know each other's tendencies very well on a lot of the maps that we might end up seeing here. I mean, with Haven being taken out of the pool as well, I think we are just one step closer to potentially seeing that fracture. But overall, I mean, just homing in on this one.
There we go.
In the past, we have seen just monumentous overtime maps from both of these teams on these maps before.
Just non-stop.
I mean, we might just be going late into the night. Who knows?
Lagi makan Bang Mon.
Ya, makan bro.
This is purgatory.
Potong-potong makan tadi.
Kayak agak jauh gitu suaranya tadi, beda main tadi.
Gak enak kalau bunyi makanan.
They will get 2 bans in the final. If either of these teams somehow
Makan
manage to
juga
make it that
lah.
far, this is
Dragon
a
Flame,
good
Bro.
news for Fnatic that they can
Anjir,
actually
jauh
float
banget,
threes.
Cok.
Because
Mon.
otherwise they're going to be in trouble. They're going to have to play maps that they've never played before.
Bang Mon.
So for me, they have to do well on split here. They have to.
Kayak kapan Hanjawar udah lama, boy.
Aku mau baru kemarin.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's been a while since we've seen them play the split, but it has been. I mean, it's literally before the tournament.
Bukannya rame terus ya Bang Mon ya?
So
Hanjawar.
it's a lot of uncertainty, a lot
Enggak,
of
ini nggak
variables
ngajak
that
tuh
can change.
kayaknya.
That's the beautiful thing about tournaments. Teams are always constantly changing their map pools.
Yeah,
Parah
they are.
emang.
Looking forward to seeing them take on the split. But before that, we're going to step away for just a minute.
Wah, apa sambil ngedes anjing.
Break game for you.
Udah asa Endan turu. Parah banget.
Besok Indo ini.
Anjing. Jam berapa nih besok?
Nggak enak.
Bangun. Tanggal berapa sih?
24. 23 sekarang.
Ada apa ya?
23. Sekarang udah besok nih Bang Mon. Bang Sky.
Bukan satu ini.
Iya. Bang Mon tau game ini nggak Bang Mon?
Apa?
Yang lagi rame iklannya aja. Ini ngikutin nge-copy Valorant tapi mobile.
Iya, tadi Bang Pen main tuh.
Iya, Hyperfront.
Oh, itu game keren banget. Ntar gue bakal main juga soalnya.
Oh, dapat lu ya anjing. Cair ya.
Tapi akhir bulan kayak bukannya lu ada ya nggak masuk ya namanya?
Gue nggak tahu.
Gue dikasih apa? Civero Nimo.
Itu gue liat iklannya anjing banyak banget. Itu kayak Valorant.
Lama banget mulainya, Cok.
Tapi cuman fun match gitu gue Sky.
Iya kayak Bang Pen tadi.
Nanti 5 lawan 5 begitu. Terus nggak boleh nyebut-nyebut ini Sky.
Apa? Valorant.
Iya.
Welcome back, everybody. The players are ready. We're also ready for our second match of the day. So let's meet our teams. This is the ultimate battle between EMEA.
Tapi kalau ada bikin Valorant Riot bikin Valorant Mobile gimana ya? PC-nya udah ribet.
Kan sempat udah keluar bukan sih Valorant Mobile betanya?
Ya gue sempat denger ada tuh.
Udah sempat ada.
Oh iya.
Lihat aja di YouTube.
Itu ribetnya segimana nya?
Gua nggak ribet kok.
Mencet skill.
Sugetsu. Enzo. Artist. Alpha Air.
Ini orang ngeri nih Fajar nih.
Angel. Booster. Shao. Damaka.
Gue sih berharap Jing final bisa main sih di set.
Siapa?
Jing.
Emang tadi tadi belum ya?
Belum. Mistake.
Harusnya udah sih Bang Mon. Kan dia beda berapa sehari doang masih 4 second kan? Kenanya.
Emang ya amat.
Kenapa, Dru?
The greatest EMEA rivalry comes down to this. The winner will be moving on to the lower bracket final, and the loser will be eliminated from Masters Copenhagen. I don't know what Boaster is packing there, guys, today, but maybe the twerks are going to come out.
He's got the hotel pillows under there. I don't know what that is.
Oh no, the man's got the dumpy and he's about to throw it in a circle.
He's absolutely killing me. I mean, he's giving raucous competition. He's not even in.
I will say though, between these two teams again, they know each other so well. I don't think there's any other team
Abang awak tidur duluan.
or Fnatic better than FPX.
The only difference maker I have here is how many times have we seen
Tidur bang, aduh aku dari pagi
how
aku.
many times have they jumped
tanggung
up
si
like
Dap
that
tapi.
here, for example. They know this better than
Sambil
anyone
tidur
outside of
aku.
the crowd, maybe.
Gak usah Dap, mending tahan dulu.
Jangan FPX. They've missed LAN after LAN after LAN.
Dari HP, dari HP, Cok.
Lah jangan, Cok.
Who steps up to the plate in this environment?
I mean, they've just been waiting on the sidelines.
Buat kali udah lobet.
Belum.
Other circumstances, but now they're finally here. It is that head-to-head battle, and honestly, I
Wah,
think
nggak
that
tahu,
these
An.
two teams
Itu
might
berita
bring the
apaan?
best in each other. We may have seen shaky moments in the past over the course of this tournament, but I think a lot of that can be pinned down to them playing against unfamiliar regions. And now that both teams are facing that familiar opponent of Fnatic and FPX, vice versa, like we said, I mean, we've been hammering it home the entire time. It's a battle we've seen so many times before, and honestly, if it goes by our expectations, our metrics, Mitch and Tom are not going to be leaving here until the sun's come up.
Yeah, I mean, that's the interesting thing, right? In the past, every time we've seen these two teams, they've played Icebox. They've played Ascent, and it goes to the third map because it's so heavily favored onto one team. But we're heading to split here, and as you guys know, they like to go to overtime here, and they've never really, maybe outside of that 13-0. We did have
I was going to say, there was a
13-0
13-0. We have to put that blip on the radar.
It's a real middle ground, Jess.
I don't know where to put my stakes in this. If I was a stakeholder, you wouldn't even know where to put your money.
Makasih Ryuma, aku juga sebenarnya mau istirahat guys, tapi kalian masih mau nonton kan?
We didn't expect the picks to sort of go this way. We don't know what Althea stands on the stage of this crowd. FPX has never been on a stage in a LAN environment for Valorant. I think this is just so many question marks. I have to see how everyone performs in the first half. I'll even give them the first map.
Oh, viewer gas mulu.
We're into the Prime Gaming agent.
Padahal aku udah kode tadi, aku juga sebenarnya mau istirahat.
Play in this tournament, yeah. Brian, are you expecting changes at all?
I think that they'll probably play for
Masih, yaudah guys, yuk.
It's time for preparation for FPX, Fnatic as well, just coming into this one. They've had some very close matches, but I'm imagining both teams don't switch too much. They're probably going to be playing what's expected of them.
Okay.
Is that no? Well, I thought it was 2 KOs being locked in.
Agak-agak
You
ya.
Breaking the game.
You can't play 2 KOs, FPX.
Do you think they're fighting
Kayak
for
suruh
the
live
KO
mana-mana
right
dia.
now? They're like sitting there. They're like, I want the KO.
I think if Getsu is playing the KO over Ardis, my mind is going to be blown.
I think that would be outrageous.
Yeah.
There will be a sentinel of some kind. We can almost guarantee that, and we'll find out exactly what that will be. And that's my big question mark, actually. Sugetsu's back in the roster. Obviously, we said before, we alluded to the fact he has not been here. We haven't seen split from either of these teams. Is it time for a change? Are the predictabilities of his Cypher plays on this map an opportunity for them to go somewhere else, do something else?
I assume we're going to reload the agent to select here. Okay, maybe we're not going to reload it, but I feel like on the side of Fnatic, as we saw, no changes, because at this point, why would they brand? But I want to know what Sugetsu is playing.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a bit of a difference maker. They've been swapping around his roles on other maps as well. I know on the Fracture gameplay, they've been putting him back on the Viper as opposed to the Sage.
Yo, bisa ya Bang Mon Smart? Makasih Camila. Kita coba Bang Mon, gak usah kode. Anjay, boleh. Tenang, aku nonton guys.
I mean, I have, honestly, my mentality coming in, head empty, I want to just get into the action.
I want to get into the action as well, and it's time to send this over to your casters, Tom and not Benkai.
Sorry to disappoint. Not going to be Benkai this time. I don't trust him at this point. I might jump up in the shadows, man. I'm a little bit scared for you. How you doing, man? That seemed to be a rough ordeal.
The risks are all right. Like, obviously, I got rid of some of the other stuff. Like,
Oh, split nih.
Wow.
I managed to escape, thankfully, and made it here for the cast.
Lah, kenapa
We're going
di-pick,
into
Cok?
my favorite map, Mitch. So,
Iya terserah mereka, Bro.
might not get to see too much split in the future, but right here we're kicking it
Apa?
off. Fnatic and FPX, barriers about to go up, and it's Fnatic to
Belum.
mount the defense on this map, starting it out.
Dari ranked mode doang Bang Badru.
It's going to be slow and steady. Nothing too fast.
Turni gini masih dipakai harusnya.
Kan sebelum ini udah jalan kan masternya.
FPX always world class in this attack, but this is aggressive. Already the Prowler finding information and aid through, but they've got to watch out for Zipan. And the swing from Artis already going to get them the opener. A decent start from FPX, and now they look to slow things down.
That's a valuable pick. They'd already taken down the Viper utility with the KO knife to start with. Now looking at the A site.
Udah collect Bang 2 kali, makasih kawan.
Stands wide
Wih,
open. Ready
apaan
for
tuh
one to
anjing?
TP out to security. He's just recovered the disadvantage they were playing with, and wow, there's a lot of players coming through the vents.
Wah,
But they found
kena.
Dirk in spawn.
I guess this position, it's a nasty little crossfire, but they managed to overwhelm. 2 kills back for Fnatic. Xiao needs to get something done here. The PCal gets one with a right click, but even still, it's the 2v2.
Good smoke, though, blocking out Artis completely. They can try to force this fight on Xiao, but they're worried about Artis coming out at any moment and doing exactly that. A clean close to the round for FPX. Xiao and Artis pull it across the line. That's the pistol.
Terus satu ya gerabak gerubuk.
Already garnered some excitement.
Satunya non-step.
But this is one where we don't really expect much investment here from Fnatic. Like, you're just going to see, obviously, the Headhunter bullets, a chance for Durka to prove himself once again within the stage. And I think that's really what we're looking at here. Like, we've had that conversation about Yay. We obviously got the paper
Chat Bang Man,
exploits
alhamdulillah.
themselves right at the top
Botak
of the
gua
list of
semua orang
best
botak
players in
nih.
the world, but I think Artis is starting to sneak in for a little bit.
Iya, alhamdulillah ada Pito set kah.
Even when it came to matches they lose, this guy, or maps they lose, he still has looked by and large
Buset, beli Vandal, Cok. Sama Phantom.
players out there. And this round here,
Betul
it's one
tiga
of
dia
those
tadi.
four and old ones. Fnatic gonna try and make it a bit interesting with a stack up on B, but ultimately, short of the Headhunter, you're not looking at too much damage going Fnatic's way. This should be a pretty clean one coming out of the attack. Breaking through those choke points always difficult. Up against those pistols, you got to be nice
Ya
and
wadap
slow.
mode silent.
Fnatic might be able to capitalize on that speed if FPX don't pick up the pace. This 4-man flank could be massive.
Zipan's watching for it, but how many does he get? That's the real question. Already, one going his way, nade to try and delay them a little bit. The rest of the team should just be pushing through, and actually, he's managed to escape.
Whoa,
Reoccurring
booster.
with just the jumping shot off the Classic. The fact is, though, they have lost the sight, and with weaker weaponry, getting back in here is going to be really tough.
It's true, right? But in a round like this, you're going to look at it as damage. Get as many kills as you can and make this costly for FPX. And already they've lost their one player. Angel floating around with a Classic, I'm sure won't be too upset if he ends up grabbing a replacement off one of his fallen comrades. So they can maybe lose one more player. Good connection by Artis to start and really getting out from these positions with the foothold FPX have. I think Exa kills is probably your best case scenario.
Yeah, try and make this one costly. Try and reduce the amount of weaponry that's there. Artist probably just
Itu
going to
dia
pull back
full
on this
armor
one.
nggak ya dia?
I do believe
Kemana?
Angel currently doesn't even have a gun, so it might be worth just chucking
Bangkel
it
3
over.
mungkin ya.
Save Saigetsu looking to earn up that ult a little bit earlier. They're not really going to be anything, and the likelihood is Mystic probably just going to go down to the spike.
Yeah, not going to give them anything extra to work with. Very well handled by FPX. They were cautious of all the little traps Fnatic had put in. They lose one player
Jam
to a
segini
4-man
lapar sih Bang Mon.
All things
Kenapa
considered,
gua
that's a
harus
great start,
makan?
but here's where the real challenge begins.
EMEA tuh
Yeah, this is where the
apa, cuy?
rifles come through.
Europe,
Now,
Europe.
I'm expecting with this defensive buff from Fnatic, they do have to be a little bit aggressive. Like,
EU.
okay, you have some players that can lock down sites. I'm going to be looking at Mystic and actually both
Hanya apa ya?
all of the one-ways. But Alphaya and Durka,
Mediterania.
I expect them to be pressuring. The thing is, though, FPX aren't coming in with that weaker buy.
Arab
They still
juga
have
nggak
two
sih?
rifles here, Mitch.
And this is something we've complimented FPX for many
Enggak
times.
sih.
They really make use of their economy in that early game to give them a little bit of a
Mediterania
leg
bener
up.
nggak sih?
Those rifles could deal some damage.
Oh, Arab ya?
Same
Oh,
old mid-fight,
bener.
we're gonna see this plenty of
Oh,
times
kali.
coming through
Iya,
the
gue
same
pikir
knife.
bener.
Oh ini
I mean,
Europe,
it
Middle
costs
East, and
like the
Africa
last
Ah,
region.
time they do the
Middle
same.
East.
This-
Europe, Middle East,
Presumably
Africa.
a rougher position. He's
Asia.
pushed on, and
Afrika
Ziban
apa?
wins the duel. Your judge is gone.
Afrika
and
sih
again,
harusnya.
any support
Afrika.
towards that A site now under a lot of pressure with Heaven potentially in their opponent's control if they destroy that trap.
Yeah,
Ini pusing mulu mereka.
because of the push that's already there from
Iya,
Angel, they're going
kita
to know
nggak
that this
kontrol
positioning is clear. FPX are in a fantastic spot now, and well, it comes down to this crossfire. Durka going to be pressured early, has to TP out, but do they expect Enzo to be here? A chance for a multi-frag, but nothing really found.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take that shot right away.
Oh.
But okay. You maybe don't need that push out of Sigetsu. That was crazy, but even still, Fnatic 2 rifles in this one. Low HP left on Durka and having to retake onto this site.
Save mereka nih.
Feeling much better about their chances in the next round.
Kayaknya
This mid
Fnatic.
play out of FPX has been so strong. I mean, we're just seeing back-to-back rounds essentially in the pistol and this one here, where you have right at the start, Mystic is trying to slow them down on mid with that poison orb, and he's caught by the knife. His utility is removed, not being able to keep that control. Then when they just pace up the push, I expect to see an adjustment coming out.
Mapnya FPX
I think
guys.
as well they're just winning a lot of these early battles. Like that's the thing. You've got the likes of the swing coming out of Alpha. You're looking a little desperate. Like that was a swing that I don't think had much behind it. And FPX, they were just waiting for that sort of move. They also knew that nobody was going to be coming from ropes because of Angel's initial positioning. So FPX have got off to a flying start, reading the game very well. And the weaponry in this round for Fnatic, it's not going to be pretty. It looks like Mystic might just be playing the judge for the entire game.
Hey, look, we have seen it many times in the past. On this map in particular, there's so many positions that you can play that judge, but in particular, your B Heaven, it's been the favorite of most players, and I think with the pressure that's been put on Vence and the knife,
Gue pikir Fnatic udah dapat satu run, ternyata belum ya.
the fact that he's been isolated in those duels, I kind of do expect him to move his way up towards B Heaven. You can see that's where he's going to start out this one. So, a bit of a challenge for FPX, a little bit of a change-up. Oh, Durka, that's a big change-up. He's gone right up into A. There's 3 players here ready to get aggressive. Angel has to be so careful. If he gets a little overeager, it could be dangerous. He's already seen the rifle.
Oh, no.
I don't know how he's gotten out of that in such a good spot.
Oh, they walked into the judge, though, but again, the trading from FPX is just solid. They're not letting anyone on Fnatic get away with these multi-kills. Durka, if he wins this battle, it could be huge, though. Turns it back into a 3v3 scenario, even gets himself the orb as well, one away from that tour de force. And more importantly, you look at the ground that FPX have, well, they don't.
That's exactly it, right? They've given up so much. They've tried to skirmish across the map, and now the recovery, it should be very difficult. You've just heard that judge on Enzo. He's moving forward and recovering a weapon.
LCQ itu bentar, Sentinel.
Last chance qualifier itu buat ke ini kan? City Champions.
Iya. Berapanya gitu?
Yang dari stage 1 diambil berapa ya?
Nggak tahu dah. Yang perwakilan.
Berarti PPRX nggak main dong LCQ.
Harusnya enggak sih.
FPX have gone. They need to try and find a frag here, and it just isn't happening. Last man standing, Saigitsu can only get one, and Fnatic in a bit of a thrifty round onto the board.
Yeah, an impressive one. And Boaster even threw out that last smoke. It was the last bit that they had to work with, but it was enough. You know, having to blitz out a B main through smoke, never really going to be going your way. Fnatic on the board, but it's not a round that they're going to be able to rely on repeating, right? They still have a little bit of work to do on the defense, but rifles should be coming out here. It's where it can happen.
I like the fact that they pressure Angel's luck, though, because in the last couple of rounds, they're able to sort of swing late through and towards that A site because of the positioning that he held. Instead,
udah lolos champion. Oh iya kah?
Pressure him and then gamble back on the other side of the map. They've spotted Angel, and they know that nobody else is there.
Catch ini masuk dia kalau salah. Perwakilan Master juga, Sersia.
Tapi fase kan nggak jauh dia.
Iya sih.
From how they've been looking at the map and some of the other more stable buy rounds. But again, FPX will look for that mid control. I mean, they've had so much success with it. Why would they change? This is the first time, though, where they don't get a kill after pressuring this area of the map. So maybe they go right back into Durka's waiting arms.
Well, that's the thing. This early fight is going to be everything. Patiently waiting. No command used, but he's actually going to try and play in the poison orb, which has been put down from the other side of the map. It's again an incredible trade out from FPX, just putting them back into a solid position. Rotation through, and Angel's still here, just playing around their own utility, finding Boaster in that corner, and leaving just 2 players standing for Fnatic.
They brought Artist back online as well. FPX have just blitzed into this site, and the one man that fell didn't even end up going down. Alpha Air and Mystic, I hate to say it, but they're looking at another save. This is a 2v5 retake. It's just not going to happen for you. And they're right out of the site, looking to go to the other side of the map, but FPX read that as well. Look at this net that they're pushing out. They're making sure that there's no angle that Fnatic can extend on past the A site. And with plenty of time left on the clock, I think they're going to try to crunch in and take these weapons out of Fnatic's hands.
Yeah, of course, the trap no longer online, so it's not really going to hold off this push whatsoever. Losing these extra weapons could leave Fnatic with very little into the next round. Alpha already going to spot them slowly, making their way through. He's trying to delay. Mystic will fall. They have done well to at least reduce the weaponry a little bit, and for the side of FPX, it's not really that much of an issue.
Wah,
and in fact, they get rid of both players.
Sweat.
FPX looking strong in this first half, and Fnatic, well, they might need to take a moment.
Yeah, that's been a beautiful punish, and Fnatic, again, as we said, had shifted up their setup. They'd gone light around mid, and Angel, a player that we've talked about for so long when it came to split. He loved to go into vents. That was his home ground. Every round, you would see him cross in, take that control, and then they'd move from there. But that building block of the round shifted up this time. You know, he could
Kayak kurang nggak sih semangatnya nih game jadinya?
So he takes the risk of lurking in through, and that's something that we've seen now 2 rounds from FPX, where they're able to get a man behind enemy lines and get a little bit of a jump in towards that heaven battle.
Asli, kayak beda ya, permainannya gameplay juga beda ya. Nggak apa ya, nggak menarik gitu. Terus kayak casternya nggak ada teriak-teriak dari tadi, sadar nggak?
Udah kecapean gara-gara itu tadi Perex.
Beda casternya.
Oh ini nih, tanggal Agustus tanggal 1 sampai 7 LCQ Asia Pasifik.
Tanggal berapa?
Agustus tanggal 1 sampai 7.
Wah gila, ini jadwal nobar panjang juga ya.
NA tanggal Agustus 2 sampai September 1.
And because of that, FPX, they were able to just trade effectively, keep those fundamentals strong, and that's why they're 4-1 in the league.
Game changer Agustus 16 sampai 21.
Sambil makan ya semua.
Oh, selamat makan terus. Oh, tadi itu umurnya 32, Bang. Oh, gila. Berarti gue masih bisa ya? Bisa gila.
They can feel pretty comfortable coming into the next couple of rounds. They have felt pretty comfortable so far, and again, that knife connects towards the fence. You lose your tour de force, but the attacking side has lost their Viper.
How? I assume maybe the damage was done by Boaster initially. The peek outside Getsu, though. So clean with the headshot. And now they even have themselves the ult for the afterblock. Try and get them into that position. It might even just be bait, though. They have pulled Alpha aggressively again. And once more, he's been caught.
Tuh Bang Mon, kalau mau lihat web Valorant turnamen yang resmi.
Lah kok bisa unggul ya jadi?
Keeping himself a little further back at Cosmic Divide lets him get nice and close, but they were ready for the push. They turned just in time, but he still got one. It might be enough for Xiao to pull off this clutch. He's been phenomenal thus far, and he's avoided any reveal. Only 2 players to pick off here.
If anyone was going to do it,
Siapa pakai Killjoy nih?
He's had so many moments throughout this tournament. Sat back in the corner. You can see the utility being thrown out by Fnatic as he waits patiently for the cross. But it's Boaster once again. A 3rd kill for him in this round. A 2nd on the board for Fnatic.
Yeah, gameplay-nya lambat.
IGL is leading the way.
Yeah, he's been having a great game so far and a fantastic sign. Yeah, I was looking down at the huddles before the game started, and over on the FPX side, things were focused, they were clean.
Jadi streamer nomor lagi asli.
Well, you know, same old.
Where were you looking when it came to the Fnatic huddle? Was there any particular player or maybe a region of that player that you were staring at?
Well, listen, Boaster's pillow was it was drawing eyes.
The man is thick.
That he is. He's looking damn good in the game on the server. 6-3 right now, but 4 rounds on the board for FPX, 2 for Fnatic. I mean, the reality is this attack side has been great, and I don't think they've really shown us that they've solved it on the Fnatic side just yet. There's a Viper's Pit online, though. You can see Mystic holding it, ready to pop this out on middle, and maybe that's the solution to the mid control that's evaded them for so long.
It's only going to lock out one side, though. Now, this does mean that they can sort of stack up a little bit more control in towards that vent. So you can see the aggressive push coming through. They've also got the trap there ready and waiting. But it makes a high risk to try and make a push in towards that B site now.
You're going to be committing that player on. A Viper's Pit out of Angel, and he's the only man there, maybe trying to draw the eyes of these defenders while the rest of the team sneaks in through the vents. Alphair seems to be aware of this, though, and still with a nade in his back pocket. 50 seconds on the clock. FPX have plenty of time.
Wah, pinter.
Down. It's pushed them back. It's not going to find damage, but it is going to get a response out, and Alphair shut him down. A great kill. Canceling out the Viper's Pit. Enzo goes huge with 3. He just can't be stopped until Xiao steps up, but he's left low. And Fnatic have 3 players left to stop him from planting. 20 seconds on the clock. This is a near impossible clutch.
Yeah, and it's whether he even wants to go for it. The time ticking away, and he would still have to get past Durka if he was going to make that run towards the B side. It does seem like he's going to start that move, but Durka is ready and waiting. It is a missed shot, though, but the time is so far against Xiao that he almost needs to kill this man off. Even just going for the plant would be far too much of a risk. It is a nice shot to at least make things a little bit more costly, but ultimately, Enzo had already done more than enough.
You saw that moment of hesitation out of Durka. He took out the headhunter and thought, I know I hit this shot. But in the back, in the team speak, I imagine everyone's like, just run! There's 9 seconds! Made the right call in the end, and a great shutdown by Alphayer. You know, if Zipan manages to get that showstopper fired off, it could have been a disaster for Enzo behind the wall. There you go, the no time calls. Beautiful, 4-3 FPX with a timeout. Like I said, though, the foundation they've built in this half has will stand to them. If for a couple of these shaky rounds, they can make a few mistakes and still bounce right back into it. The problem for them coming into this round is that their economy has been shattered by that round loss. So they're facing an equalization out of Fnatic.
Kos ya,
dekat itu ya. Like, normally when we talk about this map, we really lean into that defensive side half. We say, like, oh, you're getting 4 or 5 rounds, that can sometimes be enough. For FPX, a lot of the time, they really flourish when it comes to their attacker side, and sometimes it's the defense that lets them down. So I don't think they're going to be happy coming out of this half without 6, especially with the way they kick things off, especially with some of these rounds being so desperately close and coming down to big plays or timing, and especially with the fact that they started off so strongly as well. So Fnatic are definitely going to have their work cut out here, because I'm sure they want to put up a really heavy defensive half.
I think it was an interesting approach by FPX to still send so many players through the vents as well. Just thinking to the previous round where you have that pit in B heaven, which basically tells you they want you to go vents. They're inviting you in. But they waited so long, you know, and tried to distract with a Viper's Pit. It's a very brave play, and it's one that, you know, very few IGLs would be calling that. But Angel always wants to try that new thing, that little risk. Pull it across the line. It didn't work there. Now they face off against a full buy with just pistols and a stinger to work with. Not a whole lot to write home about in terms of ults or anything like that. It's hard to imagine a lot of success goes their way. But on the attack, if they can close in the distance, he could certainly swing the fights in their favor.
He is. No surprise there. In fact, Durka looking to actually stick around, but after realizing the economy, probably that was the time to go. They also still have this positioning in towards heaven. It seems like maybe a slight pace change in as Ardis is going to try and break that a little bit closer. And they have got quite a bit of map control here for free. But the swing back in, it's not quite gone right for Mystic. Trade out, and actually Zipan's found another.
Durka's not hitting that shot.
Wih, bomnya.
Completely.
Bomnya sampai situ, Cok.
Unless he got some god tier timing.
Jam jigo.
And that leaves FPX with the weaker weapons on the site, able to hold their angles. And it's only really Angel that's got any sort of disadvantage here. Out goes the Nightfall, and it's going to catch 2. They know that there's one towards main, but they've still got to deal with Zipan, rifle in hand. The sound cues for his teammates and the shots landing. It's Zipan falling. Alphayer closing in. Control over B main. They need someone on FPX to step it up here now.
They have.
And they get both. Unbelievable.
Got thrifty, Cok. Aduh, pusing Fnatic.
That was such a strong hold from them, especially after you
Ngeri juga kan Bang Mon, FX.
aggression coming in with the pistol. Sagetsu has been having a game and a half so far.
Iya, Kotre, bentar lagi Kotre.
I want to call blips, but a lot of these sort of aggressive pushes where the pace is picked up, they just get caught out. Boaster stuck on a nade as well. Zipan with that double entry. He's someone we've highlighted in the majority of games that I don't think we've seen even close to his peak. If he can come online alongside the likes of Sagetsu, who's absolutely killing it, FPX might finally be able to break that curse.
You almost get a glimpse of what we were expecting to see from Durka last event if he actually got to play. Sagetsu on the sidelines was hungry, and now he's back on that roster ready to play. And well, he has just looked phenomenal practically every map that he stepped onto. 5-8 FPX on their attack, and we've already had that little bit of tussle in towards B main. But they're trying to bait out some aggression on the other side of the map or down through mid. Right now, Fnatic don't seem to be budging, though.
No, they aggressed initially. And you can see them now starting to take that A control. The fact is, though, Angel's happy to almost just sit back and make sure they can't start pushing on that flank. Of course, not having a chamber. And actually, Durka's just going to swing. He has not been winning a lot of these early battles. And Sagetsu has shut him down once more. The aggression of Fnatic is failing.
Killjoy juga udah jarang kepake ya, tapi kepake banget.
Tergantung yang pegang sih bang.
Iya metanya.
Iya.
On the side, plenty of utility around him. It looks like they're going to try and
Juga
grab
chambernya
well,
salah
and
tuh
they
dari
will.
itu tadi.
Oh no.
Gak ada
How's he
TP
getting out
masih.
of this one? 2 seconds and they're on top of him, just completely overwhelmed by the execute out of FPX. Into the smoke, that was a brave play from
Hororan.
Sugetsu, and he's paid the price. Still, the numbers aren't even, and FPX can get this plant down.
Not lucky as well. I think the gun actually lands just outside. So actually retrieving it is going to be difficult. They need someone to pop off. Alfie are up in heaven, might be the man to make the move. They've got the flank covered as well on FPX. They have some solid crossfires ready and waiting for Fnatic to try and make a push here. And the fact is, Xiao's almost baiting them in a little bit, trying to get them to look at him while Angel starts to make that flank in from behind. Slowly you can see the Fnatic side being locked in, but they haven't managed to take any space whatsoever. So much so that Angel might actually look to
Beli
lock
makan
them
dulu
out
Bang Mon bentar ya.
instead.
Lapar
He's
lapar.
making it most of the way for now. It's whether that pace continues, and actually as they're saving in the spawn, I don't think he's going to get there in time. A valiant attempt still. 6 rounds for FPX, building them up one after another. And like you said, Tom, this is always going to be a strong side for them on any map, essentially. The way things are going, I need to see Fnatic step it up the next couple of rounds. The pressure is certainly on.
One of the things I think we noted early in the tournament is that FPX were having like little mistakes, like little angles not checked, pieces of utility not being put into play. Take that B execution and you can't find a single problem with it. The gravity well, the nade, forcing Boaster out, the swing from Saigetsu to make sure there is literally nowhere left for him to go. They couldn't have played that better. The issue I have is that right now Fnatic are losing a lot of those early duels. They are trying to face, they are trying to use those aggressive agents, and thus far they have achieved very, very little.
Great early tag. This pretty much tells them about that aggression Fnatic were attempting in towards B main. Try and grab this orb. There's a blind and a peek out of Durka. Great attempt, but no connection.
He also got the orb.
Yeah, they've scooted out of there with the orb, so massive early fight.
And they've been more than happy to almost execute straight off the back of that null command. Like basically just utilize it to remove any of the utility that Durka can have. This aggressive position from Mystic though. As said, they've been so incredibly careful thus far, but the Boombot is not going to clear him. He's in fact going to aggress, take that fight. Mystic only gets one though, but he may have bought them that little bit of extra time as they now have to rotate back away from mid.
Yeah, the thing is with him going down, Fnatic also have to look at mid. They've got that trap up in heaven, sure, but heaven itself, which has been such a massive problem on B heaven, that's where they're going to have to commit. Buster's up there. He's watching that, leaving Durka alone. Already found the one, but he's just outnumbered. And the smokes locked them out, so another plant seeming likely for FPX.
There is still a nade. Alfie are going to try and put that into position. I don't think it's quite going to reach, although so close. And he actually lands the headshot onto Angel instead. Some of that extra utility gone, and they should have a pretty decent idea. Xiao just hiding on the edge of this smoke, though. He's going to swing straight out, and Boaster is gone again. They know Zipan's here, but it's whether they can clear him. It's whether they can deal with him, and this time they can. Fnatic will pull off the retake and finally get themselves another round.
Ya, aku istirahat ya.
I didn't need to use anything too much there. You showstopper for next round
Besok
coming out of that
kita,
one. 6-4.
aku nggak tahu nobar PMPL atau nggak besok, karena aku ada keperluan mau ke mana namanya, ke suatu tempat. Kalau nggak ada halangan aku ngurusin beberapa hal dulu. Terus minggu kita nobar Baper Rex sama PMPL sekaligus. Tapi siangnya itu kalau nggak salah jam 3 itu aku live dulu di IDN. Jam 3 sampai jam 5 ya. Jadi dari situ baru kita pindah ke itu.
Udah kena ini,
paling
FX.
temenin kabar PUBG dulu ya. Dulu kayak gue duluan Dulu ya.
Duluan kah?
Ah, Mon mana sih?
Ngantuk gua.
Apa cok, suges.
Jangan ngantuk. Gue udah closing nih. Ngantuk cok, serius.
Kasian viewer lu cok, lagi nonton.
Mata gue dari jam berapa live tadi? Dari jam 5 gue udah kayak live di Nimo gue lama gini. Tadi gue ke IDN lagi PMPL malam. Sepi banget kayak. Pindah kemana kita? Ke Badru guys, Badru live.
Udahan gua tadi.
Like so far, he has
Ya
been
udah, thank you semuanya yang udah nonton live. Jaga kesehatan kalian.
They know the Angel's been playing deep in towards that A site. If they can clear him, the round becomes a lot easier. You don't have to worry about those lurks so much. Also, just in terms of map control, you